Saturday!
That's what we need to put instead of Saturdays.
Just
have
the Saturday Night Live. Don't
I'm not
actually
gonna lie.
does it.
That would sound 1,000 times better.
What?
Is that
And
recording?
burping.
Oh, this is recording. Yes.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Splice that in.
Please don't tell me you got me with a little bit of that country accent. I really hope.
Oh yeah, we did.
I'll have that play too.
That's a
remix
spoiler
it.
for later.
Yeah.
All right, welcome to episode 13.
12.
12.
We know math.
Yeah. All right. So last week, what we ended up doing was we finished an encounter on the main road, and then we continued our way north. There were no more random encounters between your last encounter and the camp, which is your second stop on the road north from Bard's Gate. All right.
Okay.
Correct.
So, to start, I want to go ahead and have everybody roll a knowledge local check. This will be to gather some information about the camp or to recall information you've already known.
30, 20.
12.
23. Not high enough.
6.
Okay, so since somebody got the highest of 20, I'll go ahead and just read the entry, and this will be the bulk of the information that you guys know. So the camp has a rough population of about 350. There are rumors that it's mostly human, but there are a mixed race of some of the other individuals. You do hear that there are some of the more nefarious groups, like full orcs, goblins, hobgoblins, etc. You also know that there is a hill giant that lives among the people.
What?
Yeah.
You're going into the action again there, Jamie.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
Yeah. So there's a hill giant that lives among the individuals. The government's mostly like big fish eats little fish. Big fish eventually gets eaten. There isn't really any kind of structure. You do know that there is one individual who has taken up multiple pseudo-governmental roles within the camp, who is the blacksmith.
Oh, this is my mission. Okay.
Yeah.
This is your backstory.
As you guys have gotten closer,
Talking about this front.
the very few individuals that are traveling south to get to either Bard's Gate or Glendale Close, they tell you that the camp is mostly just like a ramshackle townlet of effectively refugees. There is no formal like police structure or anything like that, so most merchants with a hefty haul of wares who are traveling across the countryside choose to skip it and go around it. If you actually go into the camp, it's likely that people will try to take your stuff. So just keep an eye on your pockets, keep an eye on the wagons, keep an eye on your animals. A couple other rumors that you pick up from the main road. No one is you either hear that no one's allowed out at night, or that nobody survives going out at night. Pretty much everyone tells you need to be in some kind of shelter by sundown, or you're likely to be never seen again.
Ominous.
Very ominous. You do also hear, in conjunction with that, people who are sheltered in place during the night are very seldomly bothered. So as long as there is actual shelter that you can find or create for yourself, you do manage to, survive while in the camp. Secondly, this would be the main thing that our Knight of Coins would know, is there is no gold, silver, platinum, copper coinage used inside the camp. There is a local currency that is exclusively minted by the blacksmith. They're called iron bits. He sets the exchange rate, and he tends to favor silver over gold. And so he's buying up basically all the silver and converting it to iron bits to be given out to people. You hear a couple of different rumors why. The desolation itself, you do hear from a couple of locals who are basically homesteaders out this way that the desolation at one point was the site of a massive war a 2-year campaign between the forces of good and evil, and that somewhere inside the desolation there is an ancient city that is at one point the heart of darkness on this world, so to say. And so a lot of people believe that the desecrated land emanating out from this city is somehow tied to that war and that conflict.
How far is that from us?
Can you be a little more specific?
That scarred area, place you're talking
The
about.
scarred area is called the Desolation.
Yeah, the desolation. Where's that? That's right there.
And the camp is pretty much right.
Right along the main road through it.
Right, smack on it, and
Yeah.
we're there now.
You're, a day or two out.
Day or two out, okay.
If you guys want to adjust your course and skip it, you can do so now, but you do notice that there is absolutely no wildlife.
On the way there,
Making-
or when we get there.
Once you reach the fringes of the Desolation, as you're coming through,
It's just like a dead stop of
a
land.
dead stop. You can literally see the line where it goes from like Northlandic grass field and a few sparse trees to just dead
Dead.
earth.
Cool.
So it's going to make your hunting impossible whilst
Alright.
you're inside.
Duly noted. How many?
Or super easy.
How many rations do we have in the cart currently?
We have a fair
Treasure,
number.
please.
We're good.
Like 136
Oh, yeah, we
rations.
Gucci made.
Yeah.
So this
I'm
makes
going
it-
to cloak over a good part of the gold on my armor
I was about to say my traveler's
Okay.
outfit's just a couple
for
of
obvious reasons.
So
All right. So do you want to share with them your mission?
Well, hey, what's 7 times 30?
7 times 3 is 21.
210.
The 2010.
Okay,
Add a zero on the
is
end.
that how much we have left after the 30 days of travel? Or was he able to hunt on the way?
I was able to hunt.
I think we already deducted the.
Yeah,
We already did all that?
Because we were on 170 before, and then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we made those up to date and correct.
You do know that it's about 300 miles to Elise.
It's okay, we can read
So you
plenty
could,
of places to
yeah,
supply.
you cover about 20 miles a day.
So 300
It'll take you
miles.
about 15
I thought it was
days to
15
get to
miles.
Elise.
About to say it happened once.
Let it be 2. Or we're coming here for him?
Well, you're coming here because you guys were given a mission to do along
Be a
the road
distraction.
and be a distraction, and he also has a reason to come here. However, you don't necessarily have to make arrangements to stay.
And now we need to figure out what's my reason to continue traveling with you after this point.
That's fair.
I'm sure you're
Yeah, because we
figuring
haven't
it out.
spoken to you about
It's a
Caden
mosquito.
yet.
Oh.
No,
Okay.
we haven't told him because he hasn't asked, but seeing as he's
You're
part
not
of our-
allowed to tell me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was just thinking. We're oath not
Wait,
to.
Well-
were we bound but not saying?
We were,
Yeah,
we
what
were
contract you
bound.
signed?
You were.
We were technically not allowed to spread information about our mission, but that only really implied us talking to other individuals, not individuals amongst our party. He's our party member. We are adventuring with him. We need him.
Do you want to point out that this is the same guy who messed up his hands, accidentally divulging a secret? Enough that somebody figured it out.
You don't know that. Tom does.
No, Tom knows that.
You know that.
And I
But-
assume this is Jamie talking. That's why I'm like,
Well,
I don't know. You
Alright.
let your hands get blown up.
Because that is a little confusing, and we're supposed to ask about stuff. DM clarification. Are we able to talk about we're looking for the sword of there and for who?
I feel like you have an item in your inventory that would be able to answer this question.
Oh. Is it a way of contacting?
Yeah,
what's his
25
name?
words or less. So.
Yeah.
Who had that route of message?
The same person that's got crystals
Seven.
bulging out of their body.
Oh yeah, that. That's it's right there. Here you go. Want to use it?
Oh
no,
god.
It's
you're
now all
telling me which-
crystallized from the pus hardening around it.
Yeah,
Or we can just assume and see what happens.
I would just not tell him. It's not like we
Yeah,
really
fuck
need
him.
to.
He lied to us anyway.
Don't play. No.
Who?
Anyway, there's this guy named Caden. He's an asshole. He wants us to go find this really magic sword for him, and he wanted us to be a distraction.
In character.
So, yeah, I'm being 100%. Anyway, the reason we all decided to come with you on this is because it just happens to be on the way we need to make a distraction, and you killing this guy or doing whatever you need to this guy
I know,
just seems to
right?
be a distraction, so fuck it. We decided to come with you.
Whoa. I'm not here to kill. I'm here to question.
Do
Also,
Is
whatever
that
you gotta
what you
do.
called when you killed the lady in the woods?
No, I killed the lady in the woods because she's seen too much.
she didn't do anything.
No, that's what I call it. I call it too much.
Yes, Bruce, those are my kneecaps.
Yes.
But no, I killed her because she committed the greatest theft, the greatest crime of all, theft of money.
She didn't steal any of our money. In fact,
She
was very,
tried.
Mm,
Attempted murder's as good as murder.
So the
She-
question we currently have is
She wanted our food. and
whether or
our
not we're going to
rights,
rest in
the money on
town
our
or
person.
skip through after his
So
visit.
Well-
you guys got those carts for free, and the donkeys too.
He was the only one that really
I
lost
bought them.
anything.
Yeah. So when they take the thing that has a dollar value to you, how is that not stealing money?
I'm not saying anything about this. I agree with you fully. She was
There
trying
we
to take
go.
my donkeys.
You know when a paladin and a cleric team
Didn't
up, you're
you
not going to
also
win on the
say-
righteous
I
front.
mean, I agree with him. She was gonna try and take our shit.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine
At
with
one
her
point,
dying.
You're
you
assuming
did.
a lot.
Out of character. At one point,
She
you
asked
did,
us
it's
for
like,
you to step away from
the
your
donkeys
stuff.
are all fine. When one of
Good
them
to
was
know.
actually
Fuck
dying on the
you.
ground.
Well, I was trying to console myself and get ready for the grief of having one of my
Assaulting us with a
donkeys
bunch of
die.
spiders. Like, I mean, this is a
Humor,
conversation
man.
we should
You know
have had
what?
a lot.
And
Let's
lest we
bring this
forget-
back a little bit. This is
Wait,
like day one
lest
after
we
this
forget,
conflict now.
Didn't they turn him into a spider?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
I got better.
He didn't technically get
A bunch
better.
of fucking
Anyway,
spiders attack us in the middle
I
of the fucking
explained
woods.
to this party
think
in
she
its
did?
entirety that I am only here to investigate, and if in my investigation I find a crime against the Church of Coins, then, and only then, will any type of justice be served.
No, fair enough.
But if justice is served, it is
Butter
swift and remorseless.
That's pretty.
Hot or cold?
What?
Justice, hot or cold?
Lukewarm. Because it costs too much money to keep it cold or make it hot.
That's good, actually.
He likes that. He likes his justice room temperature.
I like my justice the same temperature everything else is.
A room
Leaning against
temperature
the
of 75.
It's his preferred spot right now.
75. It's
Oh, yeah.
whatever the temperature is
He's
outside.
traveling underneath the table.
Now, I should give you guys some warnings if you've never encountered orcs. You guys should know, they're not all like me.
Oh, we could gather that.
Are they attractive?
Probably more so, yes.
I mean, to me.
Wow.
Wow, how much like damage was that?
Damn.
It
bro.
I guess he
depends on
cast
what you're
fireball.
into. I mean,
What's your
you
charisma?
fuck a bird.
That's very true.
What's your charisma?
I seem pretty high as well.
17.
So he's like Brad Pitt, and you're like not Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I'm me.
Oh, is he McLovin?
We weren't gonna say that.
I'm me.
What's
But
your
wait,
charisma again?
But my
Special.
legitimate
Oh, we're
response
tied.
to you is,
Yeah.
but don't
Yeah,
you
you're-
fuck a bird?
You're just as ugly as the guy who secretes pus.
No,
That's
no, no,
only
no, I
because
just
you
talk.
Look, speaking
no.
as the handsome
I'm an
character,
Charisma's not just.
I
straight
wouldn't fuck
looks.
him
Well, yeah,
with
they-
his dick.
They used to
Yeah,
have,
it tells
they
you
used to
your
have
crappy
comeliness as a
personality.
stat,
It's actually luminous.
which was actually how attractive
Ooh.
you were.
Alright,
Okay,
you know
and
what?
just
I'm
both
fine.
of
No
these
one
together.
heard
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm not ugly per se, but the way
Wait,
that
what's
my
your
demeanor
charisma
is
score?
and how I talk to people and how I
What's your
treat
charisma
people,
score?
He's an-
that makes me
he's an
ugly
angsty-
and
angsty
disgusting.
teen.
So that's why
And
I
you're
think
a
my
dwarf.
charisma is a 7. Not because, oh my god, you're
Who
this
could,
hideous,
you know, turn
gold
away
looking
from these
motherfucker.
looks?
It's because
You know
I
what?
talk
It's an 11
abrasively,
because
I
of the
talk
beard.
like I
You
don't
shave
give a
off the
shit
beard,
to
it goes
you,
down
and
to
I
a
talk
9.
That's
down
heresy.
to
Truly, you have no idea what's
I'm
behind this
very-
thing.
We get it.
I see what
we
you
get
did
it. You're a
there.
grungy teen.
Yeah,
I
basically.
see.
Like, fuck you, I'm better
get-
than
give
that
him
kind of
a-
person.
You,
That's
you
how
do.
I-
You
that's
get
how
one
I
a month,
portray it.
basically.
That's
But
Okay, I got
he
mine.
nails it that
The
one
same
time.
for me.
Yeah.
I get them once a month.
Actually, Grandier, I wanted to
Dylan,
ask you something.
let's move on. Let's move on before you start
Alright, so
getting.
do you want to
Just to make sure there's no lingering.
I mean,
Would you like to railroad us there?
Disease,
I just
what
wanted to
happened?
warn them about orcs, just
I have
in
a vial of
case,
your
as
blood
I
to
might
test
be
it
the
to
only
make
one who
sure.
knows about the orcs. and
I
how
mean,
they
if
are.
it's imperative
No,
to your
no.
research, I
It could help me, but I just want to make
I
sure
mean, when
that
you guys are ready to get there, like you can tell me you
Yeah.
get there. I
my
mean,
When you get
transformation.
there.
Basically, I used to look like,
Unless Blake wants to do
That
something on the
guy.
way to getting there.
and it was over
You know, pop
time
a
that.
potion, heal himself in some way. That's
So I would have
different
looked
than the
like
way we
you.
heal.
I hope not. But like I said, if just to check and make sure.
Is there anything
Sure.
you want to do
How are you
on
gonna
the way
take the
into
blood?
town? We
I'm
have
doing it
24
right now.
hours.
Sharp claw. I can just.
You
That
know,
looks
the bag
okay.
of Blake.
Or you
sure.
can use a dagger. It's fine, whatever.
yeah, I'll use one of my own.
Just here, put in this vial for me. Thank you.
You can't have my blood.
Actually, before we get into town, I did
You
have
can.
something for the majority of the party. Since this is known to be undead territory, could be of use. I have some holy weapon bomb I created on the journey. You use magic, so Alex, sorry, not really much use to you. But it coats 1 weapon or 10 pieces of ammunition, and during the next minute, you do additional damage to undead, a little bit of burn damage, and it counts as magical against them.
So you're handing them out.
Yeah. So yeah.
So I just got ammunition from Donville Dust.
No, he gave me.
Be like holy
Pass that way,
resin.
please.
Oh,
he
cool.
gave me, like,
Card.
holy-
Oh,
There it
God.
went. Forever gone.
he
All
gave
right.
me holy
It's gone
water.
forever. Whatever shall we do?
Salt
There
and
we
holy
go.
water.
Oh, there we go.
Holy salt.
So you're telling me I
Wait,
got unnatural?
why didn't you
weakness?
contact me? I can make
Supernatural
holy
as
water.
shit.
I was going
Oh,
to
well.
but yeah.
Good to know.
Holy weapon bomb.
You can put on melee or
10 pieces of
ammunition.
Cool.
It will last for a minute. That's just 1 use, though. If you like it and you want more, the first one's always free. But my resources are limited.
I can make the holy water.
I could just make.
Holy water's always handy. That's why I miss
on the
it.
trip, on the trip there, I would
Recommend
actually
making it.
pull him aside
Yeah.
discreetly and actually want to talk to you about
Did a
something.
level 2 spell.
Grandir,
Yes.
how do you talk to Tyr?
Well, first it's a very long, complicated process of meditation and just reaching into oneself to truly reach the heavens.
Oh God.
And do you actually like? Is Tyr a guy or a girl?
Well, he's, as far as I understand, he's a man. Or a dwarf. more.
And does he actually talk to you? Do you dream about him?
Not exactly. It's more like pushing and seeing.
Oh God. Reaching inside yourself, then pushing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying here.
No, you're good. And
I'm tired.
so, but you ever dream about him or see him in dreams?
Sometimes, yes.
Is he laying across a couch? Like, hey, Granddad, how you doing?
Just that
Well, your
George
fantasies
Costanza
are a
in his
bit weird, but
underwear
no. Most of
I was
the
thinking
time,
more
I
of
just
a
see his hall.
Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park.
That
I can see that.
Interesting.
Which Jeff?
I don't know.
You've been having dreams?
Isn't Tyr a dwarf?
No.
No,
I assume that'd be.
he's
No.
Okay, yeah.
So,
Alright,
if you
Goldblum.
ever have any questions, you
If
can
it was
always
Moradin, it would
talk
be
to me.
Costanza.
I just did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna sense. Actually, that's a great point.
The
Shut
dwarf father
your
and
poor
the
mouth.
dwarf
Thank
and
you.
Pantheon, they're
I
a
like
little
the sense
different.
motive on that.
Oh fuck.
Good
What
choice.
is that?
13.
It's too good. It's
No,
not-
I don't.
23.
12. Oh man. Yeah, I'm lying.
Yeah. I.
You can tell that I'm lying, and I probably definitely would have dreams.
Well, I don't want to press you. You know, you're a friend. I know you're probably going through some stuff. Like, you know.
Correction, you're an angsty teen. They all do that thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, my life is so hard, but I don't have bad dreams.
I'll leave
My
you
question to
alone.
you.
Walk
Either
away.
way.
During those 30 days,
Thank
actually,
you
I'll
for
finish
the,
that.
thank you for the information. Go ahead and then I'll get them.
During those 30 days of, well, no combat, no activity, pretty much restful peace, was there any non-detrimental for my case, or did it just kind of stay put?
Just plateaued.
Just plateaued?
Because I'm assuming you continued to prep bombs in case of an attack. You were still exposing yourself to the accelerant.
I would do that.
So, you would have to basically declare a day where I'm not using bombs. I'm instead foregoing this class feature as to not expose myself to the thing that's killing me.
But nothing changed
You
either
did-
direction. Okay.
Yeah.
That gives me a conclusion I can work with.
Yeah.
Do we have
No.
any barrels?
You hit the
on
crystal
cart?
ceiling.
So,
No, we
weeks following
You
after
buy
having
some
that
barrels and
conversation
fill
with
with
him,
holy
I
water.
would be trying to at least talk to her, because now that I'm starting to piece together little bits and pieces of hopefully my past, now that I know what
Super silk.
Hecate does and is, I try to pray to her and see if I can get more things to happen during that 30 days.
Okay.
I want to
Doesn't
roll
work.
a knowledge religion to find out if praying to whoever he's trying to connect
You
to.
have no idea who I'm trying to talk to.
Going-
I'll never tell you. Love you.
Never mind.
You can finish your.
Never mind.
Okay. All right.
All I want to say is, so now if I were to get on a prayer mat, face east, but pray to Jesus, would it still work?
Well, I can.
I don't know.
Well, no, I mean, that's essentially what I heard, kind of, is like, hey, how do you pray to your God? Because I'm going to try to pray to the person I want to pray to the way you do it and see if it still gets through.
If you've never had a religious experience before and you would try to have one, maybe that would
Yeah,
work.
turn to the most religious person in the party.
Yeah, the one person who talks to a god every single day. Hey, if it works for you, maybe it might work for me, even if it's a different god.
We can't hurt you.
Okay.
But in fairness,
Do you have a holy symbol?
that's also true.
Do you have any insignia about your person that would denote Hecate?
No.
You can
Oh,
make
Other
one.
than
I should
the
have
things
mentioned
that
that I
I've
do
seen in
have
my
a.
head.
Okay.
a
Would you like to
necklace.
borrow one of my holy symbols?
You could make one,
No.
I guess.
Wait, could I make a holy symbol for another god?
Did you make one?
Yeah, because he just said.
I
that.
would never
I
tell anybody
don't
about
think that would be a good
Yeah,
idea.
that
for you.
can't happen, right? I couldn't.
That
just do
I'm
that.
pretty sure
That
you would
doesn't
lose your
sound right.
powers if you did, but
You could. You could make a very basic idol of another deity if you could. Like, it'd just be like a craft woodworking plus knowledge religion combo in order to have a, official holy symbol
What?
of another deity. It's
How-
not difficult.
how
I don't think Tyr would like that too much.
I mean, there's a difference between making money and actively worshiping another god.
that's true, I guess.
And tears above.
Yeah.
Tyr's lawful.
Yeah, you need an idol.
Oh no.
That's true.
Like, yeah.
I don't think he has any.
The heel bot is playing in dangerous water.
You gonna lose your cleric power?
Oh no, I would never
The,
tell
the,
that anyone.
well, no, it's fine. It's like if he, we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. Let's leave
Well,
it.
I
At
like
that.
how
it's
burn
burn it already.
I wanna, like,
I want to
carefully
make sure we
walk
burn
the
it either
bridge.
before or after, not during usage.
He's not burning the bridge. He's burning
And
the
that-
stairway.
the
to his
the
god.
dice
He
are,
ain't
are what's
back.
going to determine
No, the stairway to
that.
heaven. From the down.
Okay, so what I've gathered is there's a whole lot of just conversing that's happening. It's just
Kind of catching up.
Walking and
catching up,
talking.
you know,
On our
maybe
travels,
walking and
yeah,
talking.
trying to
Okay.
bond.
Got a new guy trying to talk to him, learn.
Are you
learn his
or are
ways.
you not telling him about the Sword of Air?
Hmm.
He
I
already told
100%
me about
I
the
did.
sword.
Wait,
Okay,
did
you
you say
said
the
big
sword?
magic sword. You didn't name drop it.
I would not name drop it.
I'd like
Okay.
to do a knowledge religion to see if I can remember the name of all of the big magic swords available in the area in which we're headed.
We could
You
be
know-
heading.
you
You know what? I have
East
nothing to
Avenue.
lose. It's called the Sword of Air.
Yeah.
See, guys?
Uh,
I'm fine.
All right. Well,
And
you've
then
dra-
6
the
months to
dragon
live?
comes out of
I
the
know.
water.
I was like, Grenadier looks up
Alright,
at
so
the
then
sky.
he
waits
tells
for the
you like,
lightning.
all right, it's the Sword of Air.
Blech.
You ever heard of it?
Have you heard of it?
Knowledge history.
17 on the die. 17.
Oh, do you have a
Nope, never heard of it.
Are you-
Is it a great sword?
I don't really know.
Is it
It's a-
two-handed?
Might be.
They've
It's a
only
nice
seen
sword.
it. Well,
In
do you want
imagery.
me to just copy paste?
No, I mean I know what the sort of.
We did see the illusion of
Yeah,
someone
you saw a
wielding.
conjuring of the sword.
What did it look like?
It was a hilt with no handle, or with no.
A hilt with no handle.
Gosh,
Those
I know
sick
what-
bastards.
I know
It's just a
English.
cross guard
It was,
floating with like air.
yeah, it was a
everywhere
hilt
else.
with no blade or extensions for a cross guards coming out of it. It's assumed that the sword itself is air, hence
It
the
was
name
like-
Sword of Air.
It was like a blade made of air.
But was
Like
it
wind
actually a
current.
two-hander or was it? I
It
don't
was
It's
know.
a hand and a half sword.
Bastard sword.
So yeah, so
I
you
only
can
have
do one or
two,
two-handed.
but I guess if I cut this part off, I could wield it.
I got it.
I'm gonna make a new campaign rule that
I'm not
you can
allowed to
make puns, but your character's not allowed to be as punny as you are.
Fair,
That's a
Fair.
very firm and fair decision.
All right,
but you still know that was funny.
you can do better.
Oh,
You've said some
wow.
pretty funny shit during your days, but
Ooh.
that's
So he
that's
told you
down there.
all
You're
That's
the
down
things
there as
What are you
regular
doing?
conversation.
Dude,
You're-
even
you're
my
doing
lowest
all-
form of funny is still funnier than 90% of the people you meet in a day.
I would not contest that.
All right,
All right,
you gotta let me coast so I can build up new material.
So we
There you
vomit
go.
all the information about the Sword of Air that we know so
Okay.
far.
So now I know all this. I must figure out how to make this sword mine.
Sure.
Uh,
all
I don't
right,
say that to you. I say that to him.
cool. So with
Anyway.
We are approaching the camp.
that, yes.
Are we staying?
Blazing cosmic
Are we gonna just pass through, let him do his business, or Do we want to try to stay the night? Because their rumors are don't go out at night.
I'm assuming that's for the entire area of the dissolution, so I would definitely probably recommend us finding some form of shelter.
Is the brown spot the
But where
desolation?
can we?
Honestly, I think that's probably just for like
big
the
spot.
regular commoners who can't defend
And the camp
themselves.
is right here.
See, my thing is we gotta make sure our our little caravan doesn't get
So-
stolen. If we're just in an inn, they can just like come up and steal
Well,
it.
point
Normally,
of
an
order.
inn would have a place to put stuff like that.
Yeah,
There is no inn.
It's a shanty
All right,
town.
so-
This is a collection of shanties.
But I
I
doubt we would be any
You.
better off.
I agree with. I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm agreeing with the half orc.
Ooh.
But at the same time,
Which half?
Why can't it be the Knight of Coin? Why's it gotta be the half orc?
Because you're a half orc.
Because he's an elf.
I mean,
also because I'm an elf.
he doesn't have the knowledge religion to know what your exact
also
like,
that. Yeah,
denomination
I don't have
is.
knowledge religion.
Oh, it's 1 gold coin each. That's my denomination.
And about the carts,
2 out of 10.
we
man.
can
Come on,
solve
you
this
better.
problem by just sleeping in the carts, or one of us.
Well,
sleeping
only
in the
one
carts.
of them is covered, so.
14.
Alright, you see
Yeah.
a holy symbol of Mithras on his person. You know who Mithras is.
So, again, I agree with him.
Mm.
We could keep the carts safe by having people sleep in the carts.
Not
I
good,
agree.
not evil, neutral.
So, with that being said, do we want to try and sleep there overnight, or do we want to?
Anyway,
Yeah.
Or do we want to sleep in the carts there?
You're putting me to sleep now. Get to it. Just fucking go.
I shoot the wizard.
so how'd the witch's bird die again? It's the weirdest thing.
Oh hey,
Damn, guys, I've never eaten raven before.
yo no,
Wow,
wait, there's
you know what? I would
there's
argue
chicken.
to say
Oh!
that this is magically delicious.
That was pretty good.
That was a good one.
That's a Tom joke.
All right.
So do we want to
Now
sleep
I know
in
what
the
you're
carts when we
expecting.
get there, or do we just want to solve this problem in one day and then push through?
Well, I can't say that I can solve it in one
If we
day,
could
but once
only
again,
walk 20
I
minutes
really
in one
feel
day,
like
we're
the
not
people
gonna
who
get
are
out of
worried in
it.
this town are
That's the
shanty
point.
town people.
Mm.
Like, I doubt there is a +1 greatsword in the entire 50-mile radius.
I
Yeah,
mean, I
you guys are
have one.
probably going to be A, the best equipped, B, have the most money, C, have the most food, and D, have pretty much the only livestock.
And also
Yeah,
big
so we just
Exactly.
paint one big old red target on our backs.
So
Nah,
Yeah.
nah. First person who tries to rob you, you cut him in half. Nobody will ever try to rob you there again.
I don't think
Depends
that's.
on how
Once
desperate
again,
they are.
robbery is a mortal sin and deserves execution immediately.
When you say cut them
We
in half,
have a
is that
slight
metaphorically or literally?
discommunication on that.
Yes.
Dylan,
Okay.
I make sure we cover the food as we approach at least.
Okay.
I think
I walk
Let's
right by.
let's just cross the bridge when we get later on the day.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys wander into town.
We had to kobold.
Alright? You're aware of the potential thievery, so you've got all your, valuables for the most part covered up. Okay.
I have a question.
Whoever's feeling lucky, you may roll
Oh, I haven't done this yet.
a bluff check
Not me.
to collectively kind of hide what the party owns.
Specific, the highest charisma character.
So that's going to be whoever has the best bluff roll. If you have ranks in
Do you
bluff,
have
you can
anybody
roll
have
to
ranks
assist.
in bluff?
I do.
No.
Then
I
you would
can-
be the better choice.
I can
'cause
roll to
I
assist
have
you.
I have
If
a
you
great
have
charisma,
ranks,
but I have no
I
ranks
can
in
roll
bluff.
to assist.
You can roll to assist.
I have -2 in it. I put 2 ranks in
I
it
would
to make it
prefer.
0.
I'd
Is it a
prefer
class
you
skill
not
for you?
then.
I don't think so.
Because I have I just have a
Fine,
straight
put 2
+4
ranks
to
in.
bluff.
Then that's
DC
going to
10
be
to
better
assist?
than my +3.
I rolled a 16 on the die.
So did
it's
I.
20 natural or dirty 20.
2022 is anybody else assisting?
I'll
I
assist.
can't.
If you have ranks, you can assist.
No.
Crit. Wait, if I have ranks?
If you have ranks,
Only if I have
you
ranks.
can
Never mind.
assist. Okay. So,
Can't assist.
a 22 bluff. With that, you feel
And
your
that
stuff
burns
is
to 20.
fairly covered up. Then you do a once-over of everybody in the party to make sure their personal belongings are nice and covered. Make sure that nobody
Everything's
can...
tucked close to their
Yeah,
body.
dark
Yeah.
and
robe
stuff.
on.
Okay.
Okay.
My traveler's
So,
clothes on.
the camp as you kind of wander into town, is a fairly closely packed collection of about 150 shacks and shanties. They're predominantly made up of destroyed wagons, scrap pieces of wood where you can get it, some dirt hovels. You think you see a couple of hovels that are just literally just dug into the ground with a couple of wooden somethings thrown over the top to make a door.
Real Tatooine vibe.
No, I'm getting hobbity feelings here.
No, this would be like,
Los Angeles.
Grapes of Wrath.
but yeah,
I mean,
Hobbits from Los Angeles.
yeah. This is like, you know, the Grapes of Wrath homeless camp, homeless
Yeah.
city, right? So
Okay.
this is not. This is not really a place that it has a lot of wealth, even in the forms of goods.
It's old and it's not worth it.
There
But
you don't really
it's
see a
from
lot
the
of
Great
animals.
Depression, so it's
Little
just
to no stray dogs. In fact, like no stray animals, no livestock, and people are actively watching you come into town. You see a strong collection of mostly humans, half humans, but there are some groups of dwarves, some groups of elves, some groups of orcs, some groups of hobgoblins, goblins. You do not see a hill giant currently, but nor do you see any dwelling that is hill giant sized.
I'd
Is
like
the
to have
hill
a
giant
compass.
supposed to be the? Sorry. Is the hill giant supposed to be the butcher, or not the butcher? The
Blacksmith.
that one.
You don't know.
Okay.
I'd like to have a chat with the with the orcs.
Okay.
The full orcs.
You approach.
Yeah.
They give you the cold shoulder initially.
In orc, I try to break the ice.
Okay. Just roll a diplomancy.
Diplomancy.
Do you speak like? Oh yeah.
I do speak. I
That's-
speak a little.
half.
That was pretty good. Come on, for Blake, that was like a 7.
Can I go with him? No.
Do you speak orc?
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, of course.
You're
But
not.
cover
you're
your
not going
ears.
to aid in the conversation
I'm not going
because
to.
you're
I'm
an
just
elf.
listening it.
Are you just going
I
to
have-
be with
I-
him,
I also
standing
have my
near
hood
him,
on.
Cover the
looking like his
ears.
friend?
Yeah.
That-
I have my
That's
hood
not
on.
gonna
My
help
head.
either.
That's fine. Yeah.
That's like
Okay, go ahead and roll.
current one, right? It's not like the one from the depression.
12.
Looks
And with
Kind of
the
hard to do.
diplomancy
Yeah.
bonus of 10. So 22.
Okay. There are a couple of them that look to be clanless that flock to you. They are initially asking, like, can you take us with you wherever you're going? Help us get out of here. We're strong fighters. We'll help you out on the road.
What has you stuck here?
We have no resources, no food, no water. We had to trade away our armor and weapons in order to feed ourselves what little scraps we could collect. If we were to take the road out, we would surely die in a few days from either a combination of exposure or undead.
I hear something about a blacksmith. Do you know anything about that?
User. Yes. We know who he is.
Good guy, bad guy?
He is cruel, but he is unfortunately the closest thing to a lawmaker in the camp.
Ah, so the lesser of two evils.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Has he killed anybody who doesn't deserve it?
No.
Has he
Bad for
taken
business.
any money that he didn't rightly need?
He holds all of the money, and then he gives out iron bits in exchange so that
He does what?
Did you guys get that
he
loud
keeps all the
clang?
money that
All the money!
he keeps all the money that people bring into town in a large safe so that this city of thieves doesn't make off with everybody else's coin purses.
Has anybody been able to
You gather he runs
get
a
their
bank.
money back?
Yes. He runs basically the only bank, is what you're gathering. And he doles out something that's effectively worthless outside of the town so that it discourages thievery amongst the town's occupants.
Not that evil, but I don't like this guy having all the money.
I would
What did it do?
All right.
tap him on the our friend on the shoulder.
Yes, slave.
They're kind of looking at you, looking
Yeah.
at him.
Ask him where. I whisper. Ask him where he is or can be located.
Getting to it.
Also, don't call us slave.
Oh, I'm sorry. Unpaid help.
I will.
Prisoner with a job.
I will advocate shake him
Prisoner
the
with
wood.
job.
I will avidly shoot him in the foot if he does it.
No, I'm just kidding.
Uh,
All right, so
but I think you understand why I'm doing it, though. That I'm not doing it to be rude or. I'm
doesn't
doing
wanna
it
be
in order
defaced
to
in front of the only
curry.
people that are talking
Yeah,
to you.
I'm a half orc. These are full orcs. I can't lose face, or
He's
the
already
conversation
done.
breaks down.
Oh darn! What's that little drop?
It's about
It's
50%.
enough.
All right, so I
So-
go back to them and I go, "Do you know where the blacksmith is?"
yes, he center of camp, hard to miss.
Okay.
Once I hear this, I walk away.
Okay,
Cool. I hand them 5 gold pieces and I tell them, "Get the fuck out of town."
this is worthless.
5
Here.
gold pieces.
Yeah.
I'm not there.
Everyone in the town only trades in iron bits.
But you could take that gold, leave town, and buy what you need.
All
Or
right,
you
they
can
take
just
it.
take it to the blacksmith. and
Yeah, or you can take
trade
it to the blacksmith and trade it for the iron you so desperately crave to buy the food.
to get
It just sounds to me like a lot of extra steps when you could just go, "Hey, you're the guy with the food. Here's some gold. Give the food, then he can trade
Alright,
it for
they
the iron."
pocket it and kind of walk away.
All right.
Alright, so I meet up with the party and I let him know.
Way to be great.
Would it really discourage? Well, would it really
Gauss is
discourage
really quiet right
thief
now.
if you have
No,
some-
as soon as there was talk of thieves, Gauss has the light crossbow loaded and is on top of the wagon, just like
Who do I rob
He's on
first?
swivel.
yeah,
Did we just switch him on sentry mode?
yeah.
Alright, Robin Hood, just punch your crossbow downward. I don't want you.
Do you
fucking
speak
it.
Draconic?
I do.
He says some type of dumb kobold
Cobalt!
thing and
Dumb kobold thing.
wicks his
Don't
like
remember
flicks
that.
his wig and says something like,
Cabal.
"These peasants aren't getting anywhere near my money."
Don't
And then,
worry,
like,
they
keeps
won't
going.
I mean hours.
Hour, hour.
Cobalt.
Cobalt.
So I let
Yes.
all of them know by the time he comes back, and
Yeah.
then we
He'd
can
be
devise
so
a plan once he
offended.
gets here.
All right, so
You love
So we
one.
have-
Yawa
sure
comes
no.
back to the kind of main party group.
How many
and
short swords do we have?
A lot.
You tell us.
I do.
You could pretty much arm a small
I
battalion right now.
yell it. I don't yell it. I
30.
whisper it. Right
How much
Where
would
is
you
he
keep
located?
your
In the
hand?
center of the town. Give me a little scout.
Price-wise.
How much you see, please? Without the please, actually, just the costumes you can see.
Who are you
Okay,
asking?
roll luck.
Black
Ones and twos are
I'm gonna
bad.
give these
Yeah.
these orcs are unarmed, and
You
that's
don't
why
like
they
me.
can't leave town.
Asher and I are watching.
They have no
the
weapons to
second
defend
part.
themselves. I'm gonna give them some weapons.
Oh.
I'm willing to pay for it out of my own pocket, or at least
One and
take it
one.
out of my share of the loot.
All right, so after about 10 minutes, you lose connection with your bird.
What?
Familiar's dead.
Okay.
He's dead.
All right, we'll figure it out later.
Yeah, somebody hungry shot him and he's
All
now
right.
probably eating him.
Okay,
go poof?
I also throw the orcs 10 short swords apparently that will be taken from my cut of the money.
So,
You also see several people are eyeing Asher.
And I tell them to growl at them if they come near me.
He's pretty much like sticking to your side, but
We're guarding the other cart that Gauss is not.
I would like to tell
Yes, but I
Gauss-
take the 10 short swords. I
Okay.
bring it over to the orcs and I go, "Now listen. Anybody attacks anybody I came into town with, well, you guys know what to do. Drop the
Right.
swords in front of
God,
them.
you
walk
threw it right
away."
at him.
roll a diplomacy check.
Diplomancy!
18.
Okay. They say they will defend your caravan for food and water.
deal.
And if you agree to take them out of the camp with you when you leave the desolation.
After they get out of camp, whatever they do is what they do. That's an easy deal. Give them two rations each.
Okay. He told me not to do this, so I won't do. I'll be nice about it. Quiet, boy.
Boy.
Now, I 100% agree with everything he just said. Yep.
We have enough
Deal.
rations to where we can make it work.
Okay,
And that's
so-
the case they're not gonna-
Don't give him the rations and open.
But we
Yeah.
can't give you it until we're out leaving town. So you'll have to use that
We're
gold
hungry
to
now.
buy. I gave you gold.
Is
Go
there-
exchange
is
it
there
for
a-
iron bits, and then go exchange the iron bits for food.
Is
Why
this-
can't you do this?
They kind of look at each other and they look at the swords and they walk off. We'll be back later.
You better come back with swords. God damn it!
We will feed you.
Damn orcs. Can't trust them.
I can see why you're only half orc.
Can I roll a sense motive on them to see if they're actually
They're
going
That
gonna
would be a
sell
great
those swords.
fucking idea.
They're gonna sell those swords, but it came out of my money, so it's okay.
Why would
It's
we
me
just-
redistributing.
22.
Yeah, you have a really strong feeling that they're not coming back.
I know they're not.
Yeah, they're not coming back.
They're gonna go find somebody to give those swords to for iron bits and then go buy food. Because they're like starving.
Crap, you're right. I forgot the one rule I was supposed to do. I was supposed to give them silver, not gold.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So,
It's fine.
Oh,
Just
well.
happens.
Blacksmith?
Sure.
Lost
So you
faces.
guys.
A ration each.
Yep. I'm gonna
So-
go to
I
the
didn't want to do that in
blacksmith.
front of all. And
Yeah,
that's like
You don't-
choosing your
you can
5
already-
favorite people in a crowd of people and going, here's $100, here's $100, here's $100, here's $100.
Yeah. Now everybody in the crowd
with
is
a
gonna swarm
with a backpack full of money sticking out.
Yeah,
I mean, I was gonna
but you see,
ask.
But so you guys, there's a
how do I
lot.
phrase
There's a
this?
lot going on. So you notice that several people are eyeballing the carts. They're eyeballing Asher. His familiar, in a matter of minutes after being sent out, is dead. And I don't know whether you share that with the party.
what?
As when I feel that he's dead, I go, oh shit, that happened.
For Gals. Not the birdie!
Yeah. And the kobold is still in full sentry mode.
Fair.
Where are you bringing the wagons? Are you leaving them somewhere, or are they staying with
Taking
you?
them with
Staying
us.
with us.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're
It's gonna be a
So
slow
you
charge,
start
but a
bringing
safe
the
charge.
wagons and all of your equipment through town to the
I
center
wouldn't
of
do that.
town
Hold on,
to go
hold
to the
on.
blacksmith.
Yeah, it
No,
was a trick. No matter
no.
which way you cut it, it's a trick. He's gonna screw us either way.
Just,
Yeah.
it's best just to keep them
Why
with us and
didn't you
take them
just
wherever we go.
feed the
We should have made a camp like a couple
corpse?
miles outside of
You
town.
all you had to do was
left
go
our
today's
shit there,
ration.
left Gauss there,
Gave
for
them
5
gold.
and
5
then
gold.
came into town
Gold
without
doesn't
our
matter to
shit.
everybody.
Hey,
What?
that's a
Almost
good
checked the
idea.
coins.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, let's turn around and leave town for a minute.
They're
Let's
gonna
go
get
about
real mad
5,
when they
8
find
miles
out inside
out
those coins
into the
is
woods or
chocolate.
something where there's actually still life. Let's get out of the desolation, make camp, leave all of our shit with Gauss to protect it, and then we come back to town.
Two flaws in your plan. One, they've already seen our faces. They know what we came in here with. It doesn't matter what they do. They'll
Yeah.
more than happily go out of town to get some free
I
food.
definitely agree
Second.
that it's too little, too late.
Secondly, it doesn't matter how far we have to go more than 5-8 miles out because there's nothing.
Yeah, we would have to
And
go a full
thirdly,
day's walk out because they don't have.
The
pack
last
animals.
time Gauss went out by himself, not
He did almost
completely,
get killed.
we had a red dragon on our ass.
He did almost get killed.
You have a what?
I cannot
Oh.
believe he went out and did that by himself.
So,
Yes,
So
of
sounds
course.
like you're bringing the wagons with you,
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
and you start making your way downtown, walking fast. Orcs are past, and
If they
they're
try anything, we'll
food-bound.
just tell them that this is my town.
Well, trust me. If they're off getting food right now, I just took our most dangerous enemy off the board.
Sure.
As the beholder.
So you
Yeah,
walk
they
to the
have
center of the
swords,
town.
and they
and
are gonna conceal
There
their
is
food
a
anyways.
pretty much the only thing that could constitute as a building is standing with probably about 30 feet of clearance between it and just a circle of collection of tents and shanties and just tumbled rickshaws that have been making into makeshift houses. The building's fairly well kept, and outside there is a hill giant in what could be described as makeshift armor, with a great club sitting next to him, and he's just kind of looking around. And inside you can hear the thumping of steel on steel as somebody's working a forge.
I mosey on him.
Okay? The hill giant in common hails you and says, "Traveler, me guard door. What you want?"
Talk to guy other side of door.
"Ah, yes." He opens the door for you. He just takes a big hand and like swings it open.
Yeah.
"You go inside. Rest stay here."
Yeah. Fine with me. This ain't their job. It's my job.
He nods to you.
I go in and I talk to the blacksmith.
Okay, so
I pull out my bow and knock it out.
Great
Pull
giant.
out my bow.
Great giant. What's your name?
me?
Yes.
Me? My name Dor.
Good name, Dort. Very good name.
nice to
So you hold the door?
No, me open door.
Oh, you're Odor.
Do you
Do you
close
close door?
Anyway.
Door closed on own. Me open. So
That's his
you're inside. The blacksmith is a pretty big, burly looking guy.
He's a blacksmith.
Yeah, but I mean even more so than that. Like this dude's cut.
Is he cut or is he jacked or is he yoked?
Whoa, yeah, is this
He's
guy?
like the train operator from Rick and Morty.
Oh, he's shredded.
He's fucking
Ah.
shredded. All right.
God, look, he's got cum gutters.
Would you like
So-
My man takes nothing but pre-workout with creatine in it.
No, he just
Yeah.
eats powdered creatine like cereal.
Oh Jesus, that man's got so many bad poopies.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Just pre-workout dick dingers.
Yeah.
Off
his own dick.
no, off doors. Anyway, so
That's the right height.
it's fair. So yeah, he just in common, he hails you and goes, "What do you need?"
Talk to you.
I'm here.
So I understand you're the mayor, sheriff, general guardsman, blacksmith, doctor, barber, nurse, and every other job that possibly could pay anything in this town.
Get to the point.
And prostitute. Ugh. Well, I'm here to find out what the hell's going on. Why are you in control of the entire town?
No one else wants to do it.
No one else wants to do it, or you won't let them?
No one else wants to.
No problem, man.
Why not? Seems like everybody wants to work, wants to eat.
Yeah, but farmland's no good anymore. Not since the war. And anybody who comes into town gets scared by the look, end up setting out within a few hours.
I mean,
No goods are coming in.
not to be a dick, but I've been traveling for 30 days and I've seen exactly 0 things. Why don't you move to the part of the area that's unoccupied yet still growing things?
Access is kind of hard.
There's a well here in the building. It's the only fresh source of water for a long time. It's potable, but no, a lot of people don't have the means to carry it or bring it with them. They'll die from exposure. That's how the camp ended up forming, is around fresh water.
That's usually how it works.
So you're telling me that I need to contact my superiors and have them send a militia out to help you guys?
If you want. Militia's not going to do any good.
Why not?
People aren't militant. They're just hungry.
Not gonna lie, the logic of this town is illogical. There's no food here, but you're hungry, so you stay.
There's no food here, and they don't want to risk leaving to go find some. So
What do
they
you
stay.
guys eat?
Each other.
Whatever we got.
So I'm trying to get him to admit.
No. A couple of the goblins, they've got a mushroom farm. And, they deal out mushrooms every now and then. And there are a couple of individuals who go out and hunt and bring back elk from the mountains. So it's mostly mushrooms and meat from the mountainside.
And okay. And what's the obsession with silver all about?
The undead.
Oh, you got a big problem with the undead around here?
Oh yeah, outside the camp, undead are very prevalent. Left over from whatever that fortress was in the war. So,
Is that why you have the nighttime curfew?
well, I set the curfew to try to help people because they didn't understand the fact that once the sun went away, undead are a little more prevalent, and sometimes they wander into town before Dora can take care of them.
Doors. You and Door.
Or can take care of them.
That's usually what happens to them. Just
Oh, what is it? Time for a dinger? Door.
Just trying to swap
Time for
things
a dinner.
together.
Okay. So, outside of giving you the food I'm traveling with, is there anything I could do to make this town thrive a little better?
Nah. Don't think so. Nothing short of a miracle. Unless you can find a way to get the land good again. But that's not happening.
Hold on, wait. I'm gonna listen. I must listen to my God for a second. Is that God? Kill the undead? Save the town?
You wouldn't be the first one to try,
Yeah, but I'll be the first one to succeed.
if you think so.
The coin has spoken to me. I'll see what I can do.
Okay. You need iron bits while you're here?
No, but I could use my longsword silvered.
Nope, no can do.
Why not? You're a blacksmith.
I don't have any silver.
I'll provide the silver.
Oh, alright. Sure. Hand it over. I can get it done in a day or two.
In a day or two? Well, what's the expedited rate?
A day or two. I ain't got nothing else really going on.
No, I mean, what's the rate to make it less than a day or two?
That's not possible.
Okay.
I have to reheat your sword to a specific temperature and then
Alright.
introduce the silver.
I hand him my unmagical longsword, and how many silver coins are you gonna need?
10.
Here's 15.
Fair enough.
Is it okay to deface the coins though?
Those are silver coins. They can be defaced. Never deface the gold ones.
I see.
Ever.
Good to know.
Ever.
Alright.
But you
So,
can-
while you're inside talking, what do you guys
Once
do?
again, money
I
is
have a
supposed to be
question.
dispersed and used for its intended purposes.
And this entire time we've been here, specifically for me, has anyone given me a look of recognition?
No.
I did.
Most people are looking at the food.
Fair enough.
How can they see the food?
Because you've got a nice four-legged spit roast
that
following
food.
you
I
around.
go out and I inform the rest of the party that I may need their assistance with a
nature's
job
that
if they be willing.
Where are we going?
Distraction.
We're going to the
That's a great idea. I could do
desolation.
it too. Summon monsters.
You're in the desolation.
We're going to
Can
find
you-
the
Can you
the
just summon
evil,
monsters? You just appear.
terrible, horrible thing that's causing all this blight on the land.
Somebody can
And we're gonna try to stop it.
You need to save the land and reconsecrate it.
Yes, but thankfully we have a cleric. We can do it.
What?
You know how to
If we
consecrate
do-
land.
some
don't you?
Hey,
pictures out
do you
loud.
want to help us destroy evil and save a
Go after
town?
it and attempt to eat it.
Well, yes.
Does it
All right,
just
that's one.
disappear when
To be
you
fair,
slay
last time I
it?
tried to consecrate something, a red dragon got involved.
But the
I-
kobold
you know,
will be keeping guard of the equipment
that is
while
quite
we
true,
do it,
but
so
hopefully-
that can't happen.
That won't happen again.
I think the
The
kobold
Grenadier is going to
stuff
reach
will
down
help us.
on the cart and just knock on it.
I don't want to leave our cart in town.
Oh no, we're not going to
We're
leave the
not
cart
gonna
in
take
town.
that.
We will
We are
leave it outside of town, and close to where we will actually be doing the job, and not who sent us on the job.
So he
Hey, Dor,
volunteered that
can I walk in
information.
real quick and talk to the blacksmith?
You speak blacksmith.
Oh, I give them all the information I just
Okay.
heard and all the information I could glean off of the
Excuse me,
guy
sir.
after you.
How many people are in town?
Huh?
How many people do you have in
350.
town?
I don't know. A couple hundred?
Alright.
Why?
Might be able to spare some supplies. I don't know about that many, though.
If only we had a
Spare
guy
what?
who could create food and.
Don't worry, figure it out. Thank you.
I don't know how to do that shit.
No,
Alright.
you don't.
Have a good one.
Do we know anybody who could create food? and
Actually,
water?
no. I should probably ask the important PC.
Like, I don't want to point any fingers, but I think somebody could probably create food and water.
They have water, don't they? Because they have that well, correct?
Wait,
Just-
wait. I have this idea that she might be able to do it too,
I can create.
and not just cooking the dog.
I can create water. I can purify food and drink. I don't think I can create.
Well, I know that there's a bird.
Yeah,
that
if you
we
like summon a cow.
But
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know. It, on the app,
I
it
would
doesn't
allow you to summon a
Don't
cow.
bother me. It's another reason.
have a distraction.
Hmm?
He was saying sorry for making fun
Do you
of
think
my
a
kid.
dolphin would
I was like,
taste
it's
good?
okay,
Yeah,
bring it
you
on.
summon it over there. We go this
It's
way.
like a fake cow, so it'd be like larger or
Oh,
more usual.
Dylan, I have a question.
Some-
Let's say I summon a dolphin, correct?
You can't.
A
It has to be an aquatic. When you summon it, it has to
But
be.
we
in
do
its
have to wait
environment.
about 24
Okay,
hours.
no,
I'm having a
we-
long.
Specifically, you can't summon a creature into an environment that the DM would deem hostile.
Oh, well,
Like
let's
you
say I summon a dog.
Okay.
Would I be able to? And this is just for like ideas later on. But could you eat the dog?
No, as soon as you kill a summoned creature,
It disappears.
it goes away. You could gate in a dog and call it, and if
We
you
actually
did
have,
that,
like,
you could eat it.
6
But
minutes.
if you ended up wasting
That
higher
sounds like
level
a lot,
resources
yeah.
to eat a dog, I'm gonna hit you.
Well, now that's a goal there. Huh?
All right. So, going through all of this, do we have any? Can we glean any information about where this fortress is? Because he spitballed all this information to us.
All right.
Would we know?
So yeah,
general
door goes. Fort that way. He points towards the mountains.
All right.
Ask Dor to come with us.
Me no go. Me stay.
Have you finished your conversation with the blacksmith?
I popped in and out.
Oh yeah. Can I pop in real quick? Door. Would you like to do your job once more?
You speak Blacksmith.
I walk in.
I like Door.
Door's a good guy.
Doors should become a
Door's
member
the
of
best
the party.
NPC
Yeah.
of this campaign.
I wanna know
He's
what
bobbling the
you're
goblin.
I walk in.
Hail.
Hello. I am Grendir. I am a cleric of Tyr.
I see.
How is it you've been keeping law in this shanty of a place?
I don't.
Well, that helps. What made you come up with the iron bits, though?
Got tired of people stealing from me. Work hard in order to make a living out here. Try to help people. Try to help travelers. My wife and children fell as a result of the desolation and the destruction of the land, so I felt honor bound to stay and do my best until it is to my time to pass. And had an agreement between me and a couple other local merchants that we needed to find a way to protect our coin. So we came up with the idea of minting our own exclusive form of currency, and that being the only recognized currency of the town. And due to my proximity to weapons and my size, I also became the bank and money exchanger, so I could protect what people were exchanging.
And how well has this worked out?
Fairly well so far. People who just stop into the camp, they exchange a little bit of money to maybe get a couple of furs from the mountainside to help aid them on the colder nights as they travel north, and people heading southbound, maybe let go of a few rations as they can, and in the event, a little bit of money comes through. But for the most part, it's cut down on thievery.
Interesting. Well, thank you for your time.
Is that it?
Yeah, I just want to learn a little bit of how you treat and make law in this area. Well, or not make law, I guess.
Alright. Tell your friend I'll have a sword ready in a day or two.
I will do that. I walk back out.
So right about that time, you guys see about 3 orcs, basically carrying a
Pile of
bunch of
swords.
swords, coming to the blacksmith.
Hey guys!
You're like, oh, it's you! And then they turn around and leave.
You're definitely
Do you
gonna
want me
kill
to?
those.
Go ahead.
Door stops you and go, no violence. Fighting bad.
Yes.
No,
Firing off a spell
Door.
in this
It's
place
okay.
might not be
Fighting
the best
implies the
idea
other
for
guys
you.
had a chance.
No kill.
Fine,
I
no
won't
kill.
them.
I'll take that.
Deal. And I'll cast Melch.
Alright, so about how long of a journey would it take to get to the fortress?
The 4 days.
Huh? You want to go fortress? Don't go fortress.
Well, we're here to solve a problem,
Never go
so
fortress.
What problem?
No crop. No animal.
And?
I'm gonna switch to giant.
I'm gonna make this real plain and simple for you, bud.
Okay.
Do you want to eat?
Me eat.
Oh god.
The reason that you're not eating is because that fortress might be the problem.
I eat.
We solve problem.
He kind of thumps his belly.
What do you eat?
Who you eat?
It's more than
He goes, anyone try to steal from Blacksmith, I eat.
A lot of people try to steal from him.
He
Just
looks
you.
well fed.
Oh yeah, he's thick. Dummy thick.
2 C's.
Yeah.
Oh, that image of my brain does not need to
I was waiting
exist.
for this one.
He got the dumpy.
Okay. You know, go fortress. Fortress, bad place.
What's the fortress, bud?
Huh?
What's at the fortress?
No one know. Fortress abandoned.
So
Big
how is
hole.
it bad?
People who go there never come back.
I don't even know. Maybe they just went somewhere else.
No.
Wait.
They leave their things, make houses out of it.
Repeat that.
Make
People-
houses out of it?
Before what? You said they don't come back.
Yeah, they no come back. They go a long time. Never come back. Make house.
Gee, I wonder if
Nice
there's
house.
just a ton of food and water and stuff there, and they just never leave.
No. Ash.
But you said you don't know what's in there, so how can you say that?
Land only get worse closer you get. Land turned ash.
Well, don't worry. I want you to look at me. We're going to make this town great again.
Is it a giant illusion?
Giants don't know how to do illusions.
Me no illusion.
Sense motive.
Has he given us the location of the fort already? Or
Yes,
He
He said
just
that way.
pointed to it.
He pointed the direction. That's
Actually,
all we need.
Can we see the fortress in the distance?
Oh no.
Okay.
Can we see the ash coming up from the fortress?
Okay, I'm
No.
gonna solve this problem. I'm gonna go back
Back
into
into the
door.
box.
Would you like to open the door again?
You talk Blacksmith.
Wonderful. I walk in.
Working on a sword. What do you people want?
Yeah, you can see he's taking what little bit of coal he has and he's starting to stoke a furnace up to heat treat his sword.
I apologize, but
It's all good.
your doorman doesn't exactly know how to answer our questions a bit more precisely.
Just
than we
don't
need it.
speak giant.
It's not his job. His job's to hold the door.
Where exactly is
Thought it was to open the door.
where exactly is the fort on this map?
I don't know. I'm a blacksmith.
It wa-
I'm not a cartographer. You want to find the fort, go hire an orc. They come from the mountains.
Well,
That's racist.
I guess we're gonna have to go find some
Perception
more.
checks.
Oh, I know where to
Well,
find orcs.
So he goes like, you don't want to go to the fort. The fort is, how should I put this?
Cursed.
Not habitable.
Uninhabitable.
It's,
He's a blacksmith, not a wordsmith.
you shouldn't go. Just, if you have no business here, stock up on supplies, follow the road out.
We're not help you to rid the evil that's in there.
You can't rid the evil. Greater dwarves and men than you have tried. All have failed.
I heard that from out here.
They don't have food or water, but they have plenty of potions and swords.
Well, that slightly
No, they
hurts
don't have
Grandir's
swords.
dwarven pride.
They
Huh?
just have potions.
That slightly hurts Grandir's dwarven pride.
I would rather it hurt your pride than you end up dead.
That's fair. That's a very fair statement.
Apparently he hopes I'm dead because he didn't give me this warning when I said I'll see what I can do about fixing this problem.
He never
You're
said-
assuming the problem's in the fortress.
Yeah.
Where's your problem at?
You're not inside.
You're not in there.
I'm not in there. I'm just asking him.
You're talking to a bird, man.
Time to do
I mean, I wouldn't know their questions. Well, I guess that's all I got for him.
I mean, you can hear them.
Oh, can I hear them through
Yeah.
the door?
Yeah, they're basically like,
Where is your problem?
yeah.
Where should we go?
Make a perception check.
You got 99 problems.
And
Where
it's
are they
already
coming
old.
in?
So we.
I ask him, where exactly is your problem right now? What is the main cause of your problems? Or what is it?
Where is the
I
source?
think- so, if you're asking about the undead,
Mm-hmm.
which I think you're asking about,
Yes.
the answer to that question is I don't know.
Ah.
Anyone who sets out from the town, pretty much in any other direction than on the roads, is never heard from again. If anyone's outside of their little hamlet after dark, it's a very good chance they're never heard from again.
How?
Do you
A few times, Dor has caught some monstrous ghoul thing wandering the inside of the city at night, but it doesn't go in anywhere. It only patrols the little walk paths. And Dor quickly dispatches them with a few bonks, and then brings them back to me, and I burn them up and make sure they don't come back.
Alright, well, is there anything we can do to help you?
In all honesty, you can leave. Your caravan out there is going to cause quite a ruckus, and several hungry people are going to come clawing at it, and there's a good chance that that'll end up getting people hurt, and that's just a whole bunch of business I don't want to be dealing with right now.
Well, we will leave post haste.
To the fortress.
No, we won't.
we have a day and a half for his sword.
Yeah, I gotta wait. I
By the time
gotta
we get
wait
back-
for
Yeah,
my
so
sword
you're
to
trying
get
to
done.
boot us out of here.
He also hasn't even really started on it. If you
Because
just wanna
people keep
cancel the
questioning him.
order. True.
Your sword can wait.
Is there anyone
Well-
else around door? It's just door at the door.
Yeah.
There's like no one else nearby.
Pretty much you only come here if you have business.
So you regurgitate the info about the ghouls?
Well, I believe I can hear you all shuffling at the door, so.
Yeah.
Alright, I have a
You
plan.
guys would hear the conversation if you're actively trying to listen to what's being said. Like you can listen to it. It's not a structured building.
It's a shanty.
I have a
Yeah.
plan. It's not foolproof, but it is foolhardy.
Do a perception check in the area to see if
We-
anybody's
We wait to get my
looking
silver
at
sword.
Sure.
attempting to make.
And then we wait until just before daybreak, and we follow one of the undead back to where it hides during
So-
the day.
There's a couple of people eyeing Asher and your tick and tack, and a few of them, you know, have approached the kobold saying, 600 bits for the donkey, or whatever animal it is.
I feel
How
like
much for the
Yeah.
kobold?
I feel like
Yeah,
that'll
he's
buy
basically
us.
just like,
I don't know. He
Perfect
might consider
God.
the deal.
Okay.
He cannot be bribed.
yeah.
But I want to know is how much they'd pay us for the kobold.
That's a lot of bits.
So you see that,
64
but
bits.
people
If the
are
kobold is a
definitely
problem,
aware
they
of
could say
you,
something.
and they're aware of your presence and all the stuff you have, but they haven't actively started trying to take it. They're trying to barter for it.
And we should continue that bartering after a short break.
Short break. And we're back. So,
Door.
the
I got a question for you, good sir.
yes,
Where do you guys bury your dead?
He taps his.
He's like, wait.
As deep as I can.
I don't know why.
Consecrated land could be useful against the undead.
I don't know.
Then I shall ask your friend inside and bug him one more time
Oh
if you
my
don't
God.
mind.
You talk black.
So this guy's not really keeping anybody out.
Yeah, I'm still in there. Oh,
So
hey.
out of
If you were still in there, then he would say, "You no go."
out of campaign, it's decided. You talk blacksmith is a shirt.
Yes.
I agree.
It's mine now.
Why not?
Also, this is
Only if
mine
there's a
now.
picture of a hill giant on the front.
Yes.
Of course.
Of
And a
course.
door.
Yeah.
If you're still in there, then I would just kind of yell through the door, "Hey, ask them where they bury their dead."
Then I turn to you and I go,
Um,
"Hey, you seem to be pretty adept at magic.
Where
you know
where
where
do
I
you
could
bury
get
your dead?
a message to the church, and with the response."
A couple of graves
Well, he had
near
a bird,
the
but they
south
shut
side
him
of
down.
town.
Saw that. That's not gonna be
Unmarked.
fast enough.
All right.
Don't have any wood or any expendable resources for a proper burial.
Buried on the south side of town.
Any markings?
None.
None.
Just look for loose soil.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to the south side of town.
He's going to the south. Oh,
I'm gonna go hunt down some type of magic wielder who can send a message to my church.
Actually, before I go, because you were asking me that.
A little bit.
You want to contact, I don't care. Hey, Alec. I throw the one ascending. I gotta take care of something. He's looking to contact his temple. And I watch the south side of town.
Whoa, it's a church.
That hit you in the face, didn't it?
Yeah, I rolled a catch it.
So I see your dex is also.
Don't worry, I have thrown
No, my
anything,
dex is a
so you should
+2.
catch
I rolled
it.
a 6.
Yeah.
oh, nice.
So he said okay, and on the O it went.
I'll let, aim, touch it.
Save it for the
He does have throw anything.
Yeah. Okay, so you get tossed
But
to
he
one
doesn't have
ascending.
catch anything.
Okay, what am I doing?
Look at the
I need to get in contact with my church.
There's an ass joke in there somewhere.
Never been to your church. Never met anybody from your church. I don't think I can send. a
You've
message
met
to
me.
them.
I'm from my church.
Okay, I can send a message to you.
I found your church. Pull out a
So
gold
you
coin.
can't use something I know to send a message to someone else?
I have to meet the person. I'm pretty sure for sending. I have to be familiar with that person.
Yes.
You should consult your magical notes. All condensed in one little book in your hand.
Well, all of his
I don't
magic notes were currently in the cloud, and then it got shot down.
Yeah, sure. Oh, he's on a witch thing.
Speaking of religious iconography,
Let me
are
look
there
up something real quick.
any makeshift churches or
Some of
religious
those
buildings?
Actually, I do have used magic
contact-
device myself.
a
I
lawless
have to be
land.
familiar with them.
Not
You
a
know how to use
lawless
magic
land.
device?
I have ranks in use magic device.
Yeah.
So could I use it?
Sure.
Sure, here. I toss it to you.
You don't have to write anything. Make a roll.
15 on the die.
Wow, he caught that sternly.
With this
Ew, it's still wet.
Alright, roll your UMD.
What?
Roll your UMD. You could take a 10 if you take 10 minutes.
I can do better than 10 on a die roll.
Alright.
Roll the 2.
11 plus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so 18.
Congrats, you beat you beat the DC 15 to activate a wand.
Yes! I have the power!
Alright, so you get a sending back. And what do you say? You have 25 words.
You got it.
It does not appear to be an attempt to misuse funds.
Okay.
Everything's on the up and up. What do I do now?
That was 20 words exact.
Need 5 more. Oh, you
We have 5 more.
What the fuck, mate? Exclamation.
Exclamation.
that counts as its own individual thing. Punctuation.
Alright. So they get 25 words to respond.
Hey,
you
we
get-
don't know.
Coin, listen with me.
Should I be a dick?
Yes, yeah.
Absolutely.
Alright,
Please
so the
don't.
person you're sending. Alright, anyway. Yeah, I
Because it
won't.
kind of affects whether I go to the fortress or not.
Yeah,
Sure.
no, I got you. The idea being in the future, next
Nice
time
try.
you do this, you should state who you are. Because as far as they know, just a random person has sent them a very vague message.
I have to be vague,
Yeah.
even though I wear giant armor with the guide right
yeah.
there on the front.
No, just like because they don't
They don't
like
know
they
who
don't know
exactly
who
is.
is sending them. They just get a message.
Oh, I thought they would know who was sending the message the same way
Uh,
I know who sent me the message when I received it. Ah,
You can tell by like
Uruk.
yeah,
Instead of exclamation point.
yeah.
Uruk.
There you go. So you sign the message.
Yes.
Excellent.
That's
All right.
If I had one more word, I would have put love.
After a few minutes, you get back. Excellent work. Expect new orders within a fortnight. For now, honor Mithras.
Still 9 more words.
That's all they say.
Please send back wand of sending with response. Love, Uruk.
Did you just use another chargeable wand?
Yes, but I have them send me
We
another
probably
one
should
of
have
my
let
own
him know
that
that
you
we
guys
only
can
have
use.
10 charges total.
I'm
on
not
that
there yet to
wand.
get back to Alec.
8 now.
Alec, here you go. Don't worry, they're gonna send me one. So we're a
7.
good church. They've got some funds.
All right. So, you can have 500 XP for completing your little exploration thing.
Woo!
Nice.
Actually, they all helped.
I think only one
All right,
was actually
everyone
wrong.
can have 500 XP for assisting Uruk Lowe in his.
You know what? He could stay in the party. I like it.
How much? I never got how much Wand of Feather Step. It didn't say how many charges they had on the.
Roll percentals.
The wand of sending or the other ones?
One of the other ones he gave me.
Oh.
He gave us 99, 96,
96.
96.
It has 48 charges on it.
Holy shit!
Nice.
46, you said?
48.
Yeah, he
48.
cut it in half.
I'm sure he was gonna give you guys 500 XP for something else.
Not going to the fortress.
For not killing
That's
me.
also that puts the 10,444.
Yeah, you kind of gave us like all the.
No, because then I would have
warning
responded,
signs,
I
red
didn't go to the
flags.
fortress.
I got the extended warning. It's not a good idea.
You got the extended warranty?
Oh, no. You see, my coin whispered in my ear, and he said, and I quote, "Yo, dog, that idea fucked."
Truly.
So,
I won't lie, I found that coin.
do we want to spend the night in the city to investigate this whole ghoul thing, or do we want to just try our luck and push onward?
We don't want to
Well,
stay in the city with our shit.
I want my sword back. at
The
some
kobold
point.
says we should push onward.
But I want my
I listen
sword
to the
back.
kobold.
I also want to push onward because
I don't like
they're
listening to
looking
the
at
kobold.
Asher like he's a piece of meat.
I mean,
I hate
he
to
is
say it,
walking
but I
piece
kind of
of-
agree with the kobold as
He's
well.
not.
We should push on
I
after
mean,
I get my
he's-
sword back.
Obviously, more than just a piece of meat, but they're not wrong. He is a piece of meat.
But not just.
He's
no,
a
not
faithful
just.
companion.
Exactly. Yeah, he's a great dog. Right?
Wolf?
Dog, wolf, canine,
And-
whatever it is.
But he's also edible to everybody who's not in this party.
I mean, you can't be
Correct.
mad at them. They're not
Dog isn't
wrong.
really that good.
Have you had it?
Roll a perception check.
Go ahead. Admit that in front of Sierra that you know what dog tastes like.
He might die. 5.
8.
The dwarf has no response.
You realize I have an arrow knocked already.
It's just slowly being.
Yeah, but I'm
pulled
not
towards the
saying
wizard.
he's less than.
Look,
Let's.
no sentence has ever leveled anyone out that started with "I'm just saying."
Alec, bucket.
Starting to find it.
It's like
You think
Get
you
my-
found it,
I'm
but it
getting my
just
groove
keeps
back.
going.
I'm getting my groove back.
it's like bucket. Oh.
When I see that the conversation that I'm trying to have with you is going horribly wrong, never mind, and I walk away.
Did anybody roll for the fried chicken yet?
Trying to like make her feel better in the worst possible did not work. Walk away.
So
I was gonna say I'm about to wish for the infinite bucket of shit.
He's a good dog, but he is a piece of meat, and she's just gonna kill you.
Look, all I'm
Say
saying,
meat again. Say meat again.
would you prefer beef?
So our options are spend.
They're gonna
time-
eat me here or help walking it.
Well, we can converse
gonna
here,
shoot
'cause
anybody
we're
who
walking
tries.
the
I
talk,
got
and
chili
we're really
today.
just walking
They're
the talk in
fattening me
circles.
up.
We're leaving town in a direction that we need to be leaving. We don't need to be anymore.
Well, if he wants a sword, we have to stay in or
No.
around town.
I can come back in 24 hours to get my sword.
If
Do you have
we're-
another weapon?
Yes, I have my great sword. I gave him my long sword.
If we're
And
more
just
than
use
a
your great
day's-
sword. Or just go ask and be like, hey, never mind, cancel that and get my stuff back.
He
'Cause it's
probably
been
already-
maybe 5 minutes.
All right,
Sword
I'll
isn't
do
even
that.
warm yet.
I'll do that. Be like, hey, yeah, cancel that. You can keep one of the silver as payment for anything you might have spent in prep.
Alright. He gives you 14 silver back. And his reward.
I was gonna say that's the important part here.
Yeah.
That was a horrible.
All right.
way.
Yeah.
Got it out of the way.
What?
Was it like on fire?
It's lukewarm.
Yeah.
And all of this have I found where they bury their dead?
I need to
Sure.
find-
Yeah. You wander around to the south. You see a couple spots that maybe look like graves.
Wait, you're a dwarf. Can't you
I
forge
put in
silver
a
on
bottle.
a sword?
Some of the dirt, hoping it's actually graveyard
Not
dirt.
in his trapper.
Technically
Okay.
speaking.
Sure. His travel forge.
Yeah, I have leather.
I will need to know at some point when I
What?
have to craft
I have
something,
leather work.
but cross that bridge when we get there, I suppose.
Alright.
So we're heading.
A
northward?
throw anything leatherworking dwarf. What is wrong with you?
And I probably would actually give it a round to someone to confirm when they bury the
A
dead.
little bit of experience.
Okay.
Pinpoint.
Strike it from the inventory.
So we're
I'm
heading
coming
northward.
after
Nope.
you, dwarf.
From here, you guys head east
East
to Elise.
Alright.
So we go that way?
Guess we head east.
Oh, I thought he said east.
West.
We start heading to Elise.
Yeah.
A west in the
Alright.
Okay.
All right. How long does that journey take?
We said about
Walk
20
it
days,
down.
15 to 20 days, depending on.
15 days. At a normal
And nobody attacks us on
As
the
I
route.
stare everybody down.
Not yet. You're still just kind of like leaving the camp.
I don't have the money to bring back Raven.
How much do you need?
A lot.
How much?
800 gold. Jesus.
You got.
For what?
Really?
Yeah.
They shot down his bird and ate
Has
it.
he been
So
hoarding
he's
gold
trying
to
to bring it
Give
back.
me gold.
How are
Yes.
we gonna bring
the,
it back?
The
Did you
job
get
of a
the
knight of
body?
coin is to distribute wealth. So that is distributed throughout the world evenly, and thus everyone can
Did you
prosper.
need part of the room
Why don't you guys get this? And stealing it is a cardinal sin to me. It's a mortal sin.
Cardinal. And it was a raven. Sorry.
I didn't even get that one. Good job. 10 XP.
Thank you.
Wow,
You're
I can see the vein
well.
popping in your forehead there, bud.
I'm trying so hard.
No sarcasm, no witty remark. You actually said thank you and meant it.
Alright.
I don't trust it. It's a trap.
I can bring back my bird now, so
You cannot bring back your bird.
not yet.
You have to wait a week.
I know. Well,
And-
yes.
yeah.
It takes 8 hours to bring him back. I
Yeah.
know. It's a
And it's
whole
going to be a
thing.
new bird.
Yep.
With all new spells.
So the real question is, how long were you with the raven?
Nevermore.
Already
As long as I can remember, and that's
So
only because I the day that I
Ever.
Woke up.
yeah,
Oh Jesus Christ!
I guess
How long was that from when the campaign started?
same day I met you.
Oh wow! Oh man, that's not that long. Then never mind.
All right, guys, what are we
We've
doing?
known each other for
2 months.
At least.
83 days. That's how long I've known that bird.
Elise? Okay, so you are traveling east
To Elise.
to Elise.
All right.
Please.
Alright. So it's going to take you a few days to get out of the desolation. Okay? So from the camp, and by a few days I mean like
So when they say shelter,
a week.
A week, 7 days. We're
Well,
at day 90.
hold on. When they say shelter,
does that count as like tents, or does that just count as
Yes.
whatever they make?
tents count.
I got a large umbrella with some saran wrap. At least that's what I'm imagining.
What's this red for?
Alright, to keep out the moisture. Those are walls.
But yes, it will take you about 8 days to get out of the desolation. During that time, are you guys doing anything specific?
I am hunting down a riding horse.
That was 8 days using the 800 gold he gave.
Oh wait,
That
no,
would be
not in the
doing
desolation.
ritual
When we
to-
get out of the desolation, we'll start looking.
Okay.
I was gonna say there's not
Say
gonna
it
be
on the
anything.
side.
I mean, an undead horse would be great because then no one could kill it. But
There are no wild horses
yeah,
here.
no. Like I said, I'll wait till after the 8 days
Yeah.
to start looking for riding horses. I have handle animal and ride, and so does she. So between those two, should be able to
would-
break a horse.
Try a vial anti-plague, see if that helps my conditions, something I was working on during those 30 days. And I've just crafted some stuff and see if that, hopefully it was graveyard dirt.
Okay. I'm watching. Go for it.
What?
Drink it.
Okay.
Alright, what's it do?
That gives me a +5 alchemical bonus on fortitude saves against disease for the next hour. If already infected, you may make a 2 saving throws without the +5 bonus that day and use the better result.
So what are you trying to do?
Use the
Seeing if it would help my condition.
Alright,
I'm
roll
trying
fortitude.
what I can.
There you go.
Roll fort save?
Sure.
Cool.
You get to roll 2, right?
I do. I'm taking the crit.
Well, the crit auto passes, so
It's
the pass.
26.
Yeah.
Do I get that?
Don't get worse.
Probably.
I already saw that coming a block away.
Bruce. Get out.
Bruce is moving the camera.
Oh, he's not.
And would indeed that dirt be technically graveyard dirt?
No.
And it's still working.
Just throws it off the side of the car.
Yeah, you just see.
Why?
Actually, would all the dirt in this land consider dead considered
Alright,
graveyard dirt?
now hear me out. Do you really need graveyard dirt?
Gotta find it.
Alright, so here's what we do. We kill the kobold, we bury him, we have the cleric perform a funeral, and then consecrate the ground, so that is now a graveyard. Then you take the dirt.
Doesn't a graveyard also have to have a religious building on the grounds itself?
Yeah,
Look,
but
man, I'm
building
just a
is a very
scientist.
loose term.
I don't know what constitutes actually what makes
A
it
religious
graveyard
building
dirt.
would mean a church.
Yeah, but
I just know it
That
has
could be a
mystical
church.
effects. on the
Meanwhile, a
undead.
cemetery would have just the graves and the
But-
plots for burials.
Otherwise, I'd just be crafting all the stuff. So.
Okay. So, to answer your question, roll a craft alchemy.
Red. Good thing I have my craft out because that's a 1. 16.
Okay. You perceive no change in your condition. It neither helps nor hindered.
Okay.
Okay.
Did he
Okay.
get his bird
so-
back yet?
No.
Boom!
So,
You better name this one.
so
unkillable the second.
a few days passes, and you guys notice that at night there is not like an encounter-worthy presence of undead, but over the course of about 6 days, a total of maybe 15 zombies wander into your camp at night. And whoever is on watch just quickly dispatches them and alerts people like, hey, there were a few zombies. Bodies as evidence.
I would not, just for my purposes, I wouldn't use my gun to do that.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going to make you expend resources to
You
put
use your
down
bayonet?
a 1/3 hit by a
Sorry.
zombie.
I'm good, Blake.
So,
Nice.
you guys do know that the zombies look like humanoids. You know, I guess you could say they look like merchants or travelers that died while crossing the desolation.
Shane?
And you have no idea really where they're coming from, because during the day, when you look out, there ain't nothing out there. It's
No,
just
no like uprootings in the ground or holes.
Man, we
Nope.
don't
There's
see
no
shit.
disturbed soil or nothing. Wow. There's tracks from where they come from, right?
yep.
We're
You follow the tracks probably about 20 feet away from where your camp is, and then they disappear.
So they're coming out of the
Somebody's-
ground.
Can I make a check, or would I just know if that is like summoning magic, or somebody like just bringing like gating in or something like that?
Spellcraft.
Spellcraft.
I like to aid it as well.
That one.
Spellcraft or something else.
Another
Million.
point.
That was
12.
18.
You assist.
31.
31, 33,
24.
Hike!
35. So with the 35, you could gather that yes, this is summoning magic. Something much stronger is either tracking you or trailing just behind you, and at night approaches your camp and summons some zombies and is more than likely testing your defenses.
We're about to get attacked.
I would like to retcon to the last day, knowing that. would we know? Would we know? Would,
Load last save.
Well, don't worry. We're
No,
only
we'll
about 3
say
days
that
into
you've
it.
come to this conclusion at the end of the 6th day.
Oh, perfect. So at that 6th night, you and me can go do some scout.
Or you can fake sleeping, or you
That's
can...
exactly
That's
what I was
exactly what we're
thinking
gonna do.
about doing it. Like,
so 7th night.
make them think that we're going to bed like normal. Like, oh, it's a normal.
I'm
night.
going to
Comes on.
sleep.
Trying to
Defenseless.
see if we can figure out.
You guys better cover
if
my
they
ass when I
are
take my armor
Because I'm a
off.
spellcaster, I know where they get like how that spell's done and whatnot. Would I know if it's like they have to be within a certain area or a certain range of doing that, so we can look around for that.
Okay.
I'd like to actually consecrate the camp.
No, don't do that.
Double check your material components for that and see if you have enough resources and time.
Also, I wouldn't do that specifically for the fact that if we want to figure out what's happening to us specifically or to the people specifically, it's best just to feign the defenses down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm
we'll just
gonna go
let
full-
them creep
Once we
in so
find
we
out
can
who's-
attack them in.
Find out who's doing this or what's doing this, take care of it, and then maybe help them out with that after.
Also, since it's a negligible amount of zombies at night, what's just defending ourselves? We've done it for 6 days. 6 days. We can do it for another night.
Okay.
I know who's following us. I know who's summoning these undead, and I know who's trying to kill us right now.
King.
Coltrane.
Door.
Door. I knew it.
Turns out he's a highly intelligent spellcaster.
For the last night, we're gonna try a counter ambush.
Yes.
I feel like it'd be
Yes.
worthwhile.
Okay, they would make proper preparations.
I wouldn't know about scrying
Proper
magic
preparations
in-game,
prevent
so
poor planning or poor performance.
Hmm?
Proper preparations prevent piss poor performance.
Sure. So what's the plan?
feign sleeping at night.
The plan is to act like once we notice that information, I would guess we would wait, act like we were gonna go to sleep like the normal time, and then when they attack us like they have been, try to figure out where they're casting from.
I would like to sleep outside.
I'm hoping to God it's a fortitude save to stay awake.
That's
Does that sound like a feasible plan for all of you guys?
yeah. I say the person that doesn't want to feign well give away the plan, stay out at night to do a watch, while the other ones prep in tents, lights out.
Well, it would be smart for either me or the cleric to do the watch as an excuse to keep our armor on.
That's a good idea.
Because if we were sleeping, we would undon our armor, otherwise the rest would not help us at all.
That's fair.
Right at sundown, I would cast Mage Armor on myself with the wand.
Okay. I mean, I'm not wrong on that, right? If you sleep in armor, it
And
doesn't-
right as
You
we
don't
go
benefit
in,
from the rest.
Yeah.
and as I just see once we've all bed down to go to sleep, first time I see the zombie or whatnot, as soon as things are getting ready to pop off, the first thing I want to do is cast Shield on myself.
Okay. You want to prep sheet. You
Correct.
negative daylight.
All right, let's take a quick break while I set up the ambush, and then we'll come back and pick up with initiative. No. Yes. Why do you need it?
Because I'm coloring my composition book.
I don't know why.
He's
Two
reverted to
white
his
spots?
10-year-old
I know.
self of
I
filling
am,
in the
I
white
know.
of a composition.
I don't want to be on my phone when it's waiting for me to be my turn during combat, so I'm trying to utilize.
Why do you assume combat? Stop assuming combat, you murder robot!
That's true.
Doesn't
Huh?
say.
Because he
Prep your
immediately
spells. My spells.
said right before we stopped, it was
He
like,
did-
oh,
we
we're
did
gonna
say
do
that, yeah.
initiative when we come back.
No, that's just it's friendly initiative. Who gets to talk to the friendly people first?
Exploration.
So go
Alright.
ahead and roll initiative.
God damn it!
What kind of initiative is this? Exploration.
Combat.
Fuck.
Meh.
Sorry about
I'm not going first, but I'm not
Come on.
going.
Daddy needs
That's
new
your
characters.
roll.
Let me see
You
it.
are
17.
going very far ahead.
No, that's
Yeah, that's a 17.
mine's one less than that.
Mine's
I rolled a
15,
17, but you probably have the higher dex.
So
No, he rolled. I said that's a 17.
Grenadier.
Minus
And that one.
I need a total. 1.
Yeah, just one.
Oh,
Van.
We don't have dexes.
Urklo.
I got
17.
Alec.
4.
Yawa.
14 overall.
Okay. Everyone is effectively on watch because this is the night that you're planning an ambush, so everyone please roll a perception check.
Oh, that's better.
21.
Nat 20.
21.
Good job, buddy.
Good job.
I'm a
Yeah,
cop.
better
What's
dice.
the total?
You don't need better dice, you just need different dice.
Who's perception? It's gonna be 23.
I also have 23.
Gal's got a -5.
I got a 22 because I rolled a 19. We all rolled really high on our perceptions for the most part.
Well, we were waiting for this. We're like
Boy, even with a 7, I got a 15.
pretending to sleep.
Yeah, well, what's your initiative bonus?
My initiative bonus is a 4.
Hopefully that means you go ahead of one of the undead.
I'm hoping.
Real quick, while he's taking this real quick, guys, before we would all go to bed and all that, it was said that Soren, even though we don't trust whatever
Soren?
Soren,
Soren
yeah,
is a master
Soren, whatever his name is, cheese guy. He
That's
was known to be a
Soren.
necromancer,
Hayden
correct?
called him a necromancer. The people we talked to implied he never did necromancy.
Soren, the magic card. Soren. Soren, the cheese guy. Sorrento.
Close
You
enough.
know, it's times like this I understand Squidward just a little bit better. Like, I just want to lay on my back and go,
You just know at least you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Okay. But yes, to clarify, that's what we've been told.
Okay.
We have
Coastal
But
Wizard.
then
conflicting
again-
stories of, now granted what we were told that
I
how
don't
good
know
he
anything.
was years ago.
I'd
He
like to
could have
roll
changed.
a knowledge history to see if I know anything about this guy, Sorrento, Sorten,
He
whatever.
could have forgot who he
Roll.
was and developed necromancy spells.
I would
Say, 13.
Guy.
You've never heard of him.
Never heard of the guy.
My God, I hear shuffling.
Alright, so you do hear, in fact, nothing.
Shit.
Shit!
What you are each.
Like there's silence.
But I have this sneaky suspicion we're being surrounded slowly.
Only thing left.
My coin is telling me.
So, at some point in the night,
In the middle of the night.
you hear a scream.
Oh, what?
A scream.
High
Like
pitched.
somebody screaming in terror.
Male or female?
Sounds feminine.
So
Could be
it's sort of
elvish.
It's the elf.
Steve.
Okay.
More like a cat.
What do you guys do?
Which direction does it come from?
Sounds like it's coming from the camp, the road you had just been on.
Sounds like a great way to lure us into a trap.
Yeah, it does.
Anything that can summon can mimic.
I step out of my tent all bravely.
Okay, so what kind of vision do you have?
I have amazing vision in the dark.
So you have dark vision?
Yes.
Alright, so you step out of your tent.
For now.
For now, I can
And
change.
you can see running into your camp is a woman that you probably recognize from the camp. She looks malnourished. She looks unarmed. She has clothes on, but you can see that she has some wounds that are kind of wrapped up here on her side, and she sees you, and she just like
Runs up to
mouths
the
out. She starts
monstrous
running to you
humanoid.
like, "Help me, help me!"
Quick, over here.
Okay,
Hey, you just left the undead in the camp.
She
What happened to
looks
you?
alive.
so
You're in your tent, fool.
she
We're on initiative.
she moves to you,
It's not like she's a
No,
vampire.
you're good.
and
Come on.
she goes, "I'm being chased. Help me!"
Take cover. What's chasing you?
She ducks into your tent and goes, "Ghouls or something. I don't know." All right, Urklo, what do you do? You see this as the scream has alerted everybody to at least come to the opening of their tent, and you can see that a woman who you may recognize from the camp was running towards Van, did a brief, interaction with him before ducking into his tent.
Like, do a look around,
Giggity.
seeing as half orc, great night vision.
Yeah. So as you look around, you can see there are some shadows moving. There wasn't really any talk of like setting a campfire or anything like that, so I assumed cold camp. And with no light hindering your vision, you can see that there are some bodies around your camp and 2 more coming from the direction that she came.
I move 2 steps to my right.
Your right or your character's right?
Character's right. Right.
His right, since he was facing me, was this way.
His right, if he's facing you, would be that way.
Yeah.
Towards him.
Towards the cleric.
Yeah, I should have specified better.
The cleric.
Towards the cleric, and I go, we're surrounded.
Okay. So you have a move action. Do you do a standard? We can assume you all have your
I
weapons.
downgrade
and
my
everything.
standard to a movement, and I move over to the gunslinger to alert him as well.
Okay. So you move there.
We're surrounded.
Then at this point, you see what is some form of undead creature, dripping with saliva and a mouthful of rotted, rancid flesh. Come.
Oh, these are 28 days later zombies. Nah.
Yeah, these are these are infected.
Oh,
But
my brothers.
it comes like lumbering towards you,
Get a picture.
and it actually moves to attack the horse because it's unintelligent, and so it will double move to close on attack.
To be fair, I'm pretty inorganic, so I believe this.
Issa.
I'll keep track of it.
Like, alright, which ones?
Step out from the opening of the tent.
Okay.
So you get a clear shot of the zombie that's about to attack.
Attack. Alright, roll to hit.
They're attacking Tack?
Nine.
A 9.
Yeah.
A 9 misses. Yawa.
I would burst out of my tent.
Mechanically, yes.
Yeah.
Put
What
your
do I
pants
see?
on.
What do I look? I need.
So-
Handsome half orc.
You see, Issa has just loosed a shot towards Tack. You see the Uruklo has come to your tent and has just whispered to you that we're surrounded. Tack is being beset by some 28 days later kind of zombie.
This is 28 days later kind of zombies. I don't mess with that. And I
You're-
run away.
You're ticking tack from lanes.
I don't run away. I will. This is some saucy material. This is some saucy situation. I don't want to shoot the zombies.
themselves.
And we about to get in some NC-17s.
I would
Maybe
forgive
there's
you.
like a thing on the end of your gun that you could possibly use.
Stab it.
That's
I
what she
have to
said.
draw that.
Wait.
If he stabs you and then pulls the trigger, does
I
he
can't-
still get a negative on the attack roll to shoot?
No, I break my gun because it's a plug bayonet.
Or you could fire the bayonet into it one time.
I could fire the bayonet and do it one time.
Only if you throw anything.
Are there any
For
other zombies
sure.
within sight of
No,
me?
you'd have to have shoot.
What kind of vision do you have?
Night vision of 60 feet. Or dark vision of 60 feet. Sorry.
You can see this one out here getting ready to sprint into the camp. You could probably also hear others shambling towards you, but because of the way the tents are set up, you don't see any others.
I'll move into the center of the camp in front of the dome.
Here?
Yes, and I will shoot the one that I can see.
Okay. You are outside point blank.
Am I?
Yes. He's at 40.
Okay, that's fine. I'll take the minus one. Actually, it's just a straight one.
Yeah. You're no longer affecting touch either.
That's a 20?
Total?
Yeah, natural.
Alright, roll to confirm.
Another natural 20. That's a 4 plus 8, so 12 against touch AC.
It's not against touch. They're outside of 30 feet.
Actually, so 12.
Or is your touch distance 40?
My touch distance is 40.
If okay. Then yes. You confirm.
Alright, do a second try? Or do you want me to do the critical damage first?
Roll your damage on that first, because you'll probably kill it.
2d12, right? 'Cause-
Yours is a _4 weapon.
Oh.
What was the
Do you want me to just roll one dice and multiply it before? Or do you want me
It's up to you. I don't care.
I'll,
You just have
Here,
to
I
declare
got it.
before
See how the
you-
first die rolls before you make that decision.
I will. No.
Do you need those?
Yeah, I'll roll 40.
Okay.
11, 11, 10, and 6.
Good call.
37.
11, 10,
Sorry,
6,
11, 11,
38.
10, and 9. That's a 9, not a 6.
Oh, so he was right.
30 to 41.
Yes.
You completely shittily this one.
And then I
Kaboom.
will use a grip point to load mine. Yeah. Oh no, I can't because it's
Well,
a move action.
we'll never
so
know what that card actually
I will
is.
just do my thing.
Well,
Boom.
they
Also,
know
did
we're
that scare the
The horses, no, they're used to it.
You mean the donkeys?
I put corpse in the
I believe they're horses.
The pack
Did you get a
animals.
crit card?
Oh, yeah, do I
Did you
get
guys
a
just
card
at
for
some
that?
point
I did,
replace
but there's
tick
no
and
reason
tack
to
with
apply it because
horses?
you took it from 20 down to negative 20 something.
Oh,
shit.
okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Jeez, only negative 20 something.
Yeah, I know. How dare I do such
Piece of
low
shit.
damage?
Tick and
Yeah.
tack or level 10
It's
higher
Absolute,
right
gone.
now.
absolute rookie
Yeah.
numbers.
Gone.
I think that's the first time you've crit
It
this
is a fair
campaign.
It is.
Well, correction.
crit
It's
success.
the first time I've critical success in this
Yeah,
game.
Yeah.
He's rolled many ones. Quill Queaton.
Van.
I want to know his name. His phone number. It is my
Alright.
social security number.
I shall
It's set.
take shot at the
She's
one
legal.
right there.
Oh.
Alright.
Because I'm not next to him, so I can do it safely. And I'm pretty sure a 23 versus touch hits.
Yes.
So it's- $25, and some of that was holy water.
It burns.
Guys, these things are.
This is just the scouting team.
Alright, I look around to perceive any more. Do I see them?
You see one out here,
Uh-huh.
and I'll say you can also see that one.
Alright, to that direction.
Where did the woman go?
She's in Van.
She's in my tent. She's resting. I'll take care of her later. Actually, I'll take care of that right now. You guys have to rest.
Keep an eye on her.
This one
I'll
charges
keep
you.
more than that.
Ew.
Make sure.
Bonus.
Look, nobody
She's in your
wants to
shit.
see that.
Hey, you won't. It's transparent.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Hold on.
Or not enough.
Van, does a 16 hit you?
No.
Alright. One of the things charges you and tries to bite you, and you're able to deflect the
Just
attack.
needs a series.
He bit right to the whole crystal choke, and it's like, yeah, no.
These guys got some.
I have to shield myself.
Larry, behind you.
Cleric, does a 13 hit you?
No.
You'd be the shittiest cleric ever if it did. I wear full plate. Why? To protect myself. From what? Absolutely nothing.
Myself.
From devastation.
Draw a card, please.
This is my modesty armor.
To unite all people within his nation.
Something bad gonna happen to Blake.
No, we're still good.
Oh, and -1.
No, he actually took.
So this one charges into Van, stumbles over into a rock over a rock in the last second, and basically just face plants into the dirt.
Is his head still attached? Because he is gooey.
It's like
Yes.
28 days later, zombies, so they're still attached.
Oh, excellent. Right where I wanted them.
Stupid.
But he's not smart, so he's continually still trying to run, but facing down.
Fair.
I'm guessing for 4 rounds.
Double move.
Whoa.
Alec.
That thing just jumped right in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
But we
You
have
know, like-
advantage.
So you know how, like...
That would proc your ready shield. Isn't that what?
I had shield. I said as soon as everything started, I figured her screaming, I would have...
Stone shield.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Alright, and then
You
that
have
was
it.
my turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So, me seeing that now, if I were to cast something right now, is that within range where he would be provoked an opportunity, or it would be, I'd have to cast defensively?
Yeah, but you could 5-foot step away from him.
Alright, I'll 5-foot step away from him and cast, Acid Orb at him.
Okay.
You suck. You took my card advantage away.
8 versus touch.
You
I got
miss.
something like
Yeah.
snow.
And he scared the fuck out of me.
Mhm.
He's around the corner.
Wow. That's only
And
about trouble
there's
hitting.
no more
Swift?
movement.
But it's only one
I don't have
target.
anything
Not all
else
of them.
on Swift.
Let's wait for a big boss.
That'll be it.
Grandier.
Alright, well, I'm going to attack the one that tried to attack me.
Okay.
Yeah. Have a good stab at it with my greatsword.
Take a stab.
That didn't sound good.
Does a 11 hit?
No. Yeah. So go heal somebody.
Yeah.
You could kill them back to
Can I use channel energy as a bonus action?
Standard.
Alright.
I'd wait on that one.
Yeah.
They seem pretty.
Yes,
they
you
seem
should always try
fairly
to
easy.
heal the end.
Yeah. I'm going to
Or just wait for more of them to get closer.
yeah. I'm going to move over to where Van is. Get an opportunity to attack, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he missed last time, so maybe getting to Van, yeah.
Double crit.
Does a 22 hit?
Yeah.
Make a fortitude save. He bites you for 5 damage.
Fortitude is going to be 26.
You pass.
What happens if we do
I don't know.
that? Well, I'm just wondering if it's a disease
It was
similar
fine,
to
right?
mummy rat.
Yeah, it would be a heal check to determine.
That was 5.
5 damage.
Yeah.
Bite
Set
damage. Yes. Alright, that ends round 1. Did everybody act?
Yeah.
It felt that way.
Excellent.
Gauss didn't.
Yeah, it's like that's passed out.
Gauss
Yeah.
is asleep.
He
I'm
doesn't
pretty
trust.
sure. I'm pretty sure
The
yellow
covered
took
wagon?
him.
Yeah, token in the covered wagon.
He's double crossing the double cross.
Definitely should.
He actually was on a sugar high the whole time. He just crashed finally.
Yeah.
Just constant sentry mode.
Yeah. It was on sentry mode the entire time. All 8 days, fine.
His battery ran out.
Yep.
Eggs.
All right.
Things. Touch it.
Van,
Yes.
make a will save.
Right.
13.
Okay.
We're gonna have to kill Van.
Why? Feel fine.
I think you feel the love.
I enjoyed partying.
My love, get back in the tent.
She crawls under the cart.
Oh, good idea. That's safer.
Why is she traveling?
She basically like dives between you and Grendir, like screaming, and she's like tries to low crawl under the cart so nothing can get to her.
Well, run away from the fighters who are trying to
Yeah, she's just hiding under a coat.
Uriklo, what are you doing?
Huh. I'm about to hit this dude in front
Okay.
with an attack.
All right. Roll the hit.
He's an ally of food.
You're an ally. 17 on the die. That should be into the high 20s.
Sure.
Did I notice her casting or
18,
doing
20,
anything?
25.
Roll a perception check.
Shitty damage. 11 damage.
Okay.
But I have noticed anything.
Anything else?
Come on, y'all.
5 foot step back.
Towards Yawa, or to put yourself between him and the cart?
Put me between him and the cart.
Right.
Nobody attacks these donkeys.
Issa.
I'm gonna eat them if it gets too cold.
I can actualize that.
But I have to keep them as a happy meal.
Why do you need the markers?
You have precise shot.
Prepper spells.
Barricade for
Wait,
the
wait,
town.
Roll the hit. No.
This kid. That's my dog.
+1 for point blank. You hit.
Not understand the
Something about
character
that
and
chick I
figure
don't
things out eventually.
I know. I mean, depending on what happens.
You failed the will save. Don't
Because I forgot I get +2 to initiative if I had that.
So you shot this one first.
Yes. By 9 stroke
They only
after
have to
stake
do
and
Okay. You in the command state. Yawa.
Turns out Asher's like
There's one behind you, right for the shooting.
You can have a zombie. Got a zombie.
Deflect off the shield into the zombie next to the orc.
I mean, I get it. They're both green, but still.
Whoa.
You can see this one's getting ready to attack Tick. You know, it's over the course of its turn, it's going to make its way this way, or you've got that one. But you also do not have precise shot, so you will take a penalty when shooting into melee.
I will. Is taken away? With
No.
my shot?
No.
Alright. We'll shoot that guy.
Okay.
I do have
Yep.
10 plus 9, so 19.
You hit.
Oh, sorry. After reload is a move action, so.
You still have one shot left over from your previous round because you had two
I do.
loaded.
Alright.
So I wasn't
so
going to worry about it.
move action reload with fast. Let's get or yeah, fast.
Okay.
And then take another shot at him. Oh well. Damage first. That's a 7.
8 damage.
8 damage, yeah.
Okay. Second shot.
Is 14. No, 13.
So in order to do your double shot, you would have had to reload first and load a second ball with. Yeah.
Well, it's part of my move action. So.
Yeah, but you can't take 2 standard actions to shoot. Like you couldn't shoot, reload, shoot. So it was reload, shoot with double shot. But it was just it's the same thing, but
Other way, like yeah, other way.
Yeah.
Action. 13 against touch.
13 against touch hits.
Alright. It's 12.
Nice.
Plus 1, so 13.
Dead.
Nice, good shot.
Good shot, buddy.
Ban.
Yes.
Your turn.
There's 2 in army, right?
Mm-hmm. Well,
The one's on
technically 1.5 because the other one's face down.
Prone.
Good ground.
I'm gonna take a shot with one right in front of me. I'm only provoke the attack
Okay.
for a full powered shot.
17.
Misses. They're expecting it. Alright, so 23?
Hits.
I didn't expect.
Are you precise bombing to ignore the cart?
Yes, I've been doing that.
Okay.
Because, you know, cart and all that good stuff.
And the card.
And I'm gonna go ahead and make this an explosive missile.
Okay.
Next to the card?
Yeah.
Plus.
It's dead.
Yeah, it's dead. And then the guy would take 9 splash damage. Oh, reflex half.
He fails.
He takes it.
It's kind of hard to be reflective when you're face down.
Yep.
I believe it.
So you're telling me, what? Stay over there, you'll be safe. Okay. That's my turn.
It's your
I'm crying over you.
Yeah, no, it's he's putting on a skin suit and he's doing
Oh, would I
buffalo
have would I have perceived anything from before?
Hmm?
Would I have perceived anything before when I made the will save?
Roll spellcraft.
Had a spray painted pussy.
Oh,
We totally do.
19?
No.
Okay.
We got that on recording now.
Oh, that's fine. You can cut that out.
That's Van's turn.
You can't, unfortunately.
Melee bite into Oriflow. Does a 10 hit you?
Not today.
Okay.
If I had not donned my armor though, would have had a problem. 'Cause I don't have dex.
This one tries to stumble up and fails.
Oh well, he's down for that many rounds.
Yep.
Yikes. Poor little Blacksmith. He's miserable, man.
Alright, I did those backwards.
Coup de grace.
Alec.
So I still see the one that's in front of me, and
Yep.
I'm going. Oh, first I want to take that perception check.
Shit.
That's a
She's
7.
sleeping.
I didn't
Yeah,
see
you
her.
didn't see anything.
No, she just dove under there. Alright, she's
Yeah.
safe. She's safe. Does she look like she's scared, or does she look like she's?
She
Same
looks
perception.
terrified.
Same
Like
perception.
she looks like somebody who followed you out from the camp and got attacked by ghouls along the way.
There's 2
She's
more.
not trying to steal anything from us, is she?
She's hiding.
She looks like she's trying to convince you to take her with you. Maybe didn't exactly catch up to you in time because she's malnourished. And now that she's finally caught you, she also managed to bring a bunch of whatever these are.
After 6 days,
She brought us a party.
She had to run.
She was really hungry.
She had to run.
Alright, so I'm gonna
Where's
blow a
your
bubble out of my blow a bubble and spit it out. Just do another acid bubble at that thing then.
Okay.
You baby spittle.
19
Baby
plus
spittle.
4, 23 first touch.
You touch.
Yeah, I do.
That's a 3 points of acid damage to him.
What? It's 5.
Yeah, but it's a D3. So
Five and
1 is 2 is 1, 3 and
Okay.
4 is 2.
Divide by 2, round up.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a D3.
Well, how you do?
Grendier.
Shall bring on the pain.
I'm
You
going
can't
to
get to the
attack
tunnel.
the one that's on the ground. Can I reach it? Like, can I just take?
Yeah, the tent isn't a hard corner by any means, so you can 5 foot step there and attack the one on the ground.
Attack.
Me using a cannon.
All right, come on.
I bought in bulk on
I'll take it. And that natural 20.
Oh my lord.
Yee. Roll to
You hit,
confirm.
roll to confirm.
What were you looking
Oh,
at
not
on the
natural.
character sheet?
Huh?
Not natural.
Oh, it's 20 total? You
Dirty
hit.
20.
Awesome.
Get it.
7, 8, 9, 10. There's gonna be 11 damage.
11 damage.
You should have heard the night you came up with the ratchet too.
Just gonna hack at it.
You finish him off.
Who's that? Yeah, just keep hitting it until it's dead.
So she climbs up between the two carts, and she starts like doing this kind of motion to look like she's taking sturdier cover there between the wagons rather than just in its head.
Magically doing something.
It's okay.
She's not casting a spell or anything, is she?
She's in between two.
Doesn't look like it. Looks like she's standing there.
I have one in the chamber still.
Okay.
What
were all
are you
level-
doing?
You were the one that was like, we shouldn't kill the other person.
Man.
I never said. I never. Outside of character, I have one in the chamber. I don't care if I know that she's I know she's up to no good. I'd shoot her.
I'd like to roll an inside
She ran for
check.
help. She's fine.
Inside character, I don't know shit. I'm
Man,
just
you're okay
looking
now.
around.
Are there any
I
more
would
following
still
you?
like to roll an inside check.
Yeah.
How
I
many?
am chaotic good. Go ahead.
And what kind?
Inside.
On who?
Her.
Oh,
We'll
that's
do
what you
that
gotta
when
say
it's
here?
your turn. So
I am lawfully dying.
I said it was going. I guess it's sense motive in this edition.
Does anyone else see any more undead?
Nope, not at all.
Well, there's you.
Whose turn is it?
I'm still alive.
it's hers.
For now.
Give me a year.
All right. So she, she's looking around. She's like, "Did you get them all? There should have been 9."
Huh?
One.
How do you know how many there are?
They chased me. You can roll an insight.
Do we
Can I
sense
name
motive?
Everyone can roll
6.
sense motive.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but my sense motive.
15, sorry.
18. Seems legit. She managed to catch an eye how many there were.
And I only killed 5.
She was running from them.
She was running from 2 of them.
Okay.
She's running from 2 of
What
them,
was she
so
doing to the
5.
other 7?
You don't know.
Well, so doing math, she was running from 2 of them. We killed 5 of them. So
There were
that-
6.
6 of them?
Yes.
Sorry, 6 of them. So 3 are technically unaccounted for. Are we outside of initiative order or are we still in initiative?
Would you guys like to go into exploration initiative?
I would like to go.
Sure.
Okay. Would you like to keep your same rolls or roll again?
I'll roll again. I would love to roll again afterwards.
Well, I have no votes against, so everybody roll initiative.
Alright.
16 on the die. You got a 15
We
on
got
the
the
die.
same thing.
Oh, really?
Alright, he says a 14. Grendier?
8.
Van?
8 as well.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Van, what's your
Plus
initiative
4.
bonus? Huh?
Plus 4.
Alright. Eric?
19?
Alec?
19.
You probably have a higher dex.
Yawa?
Plus 2.
30 20?
Yawa, you have the comm.
I will reload my firearm and that's it.
Alright, Alec?
I'm keeping my eye on her, and I'm gonna I don't have calm emotions. I'll prep another acid orb in case another zombie comes out of anywhere, but I'm gonna keep my eye on her to make sure she doesn't try to do anything funny.
Alright.
Why are you so suspicious of this woman? My God.
DM, I have a question.
Because she
can
decided
answer.
to jump out of the
For
tent
Gunslinger's
and crawl in
initiative,
between our cars.
do I have to expend a grit point to get the +2, or is it just get the flat +2 to the initiative roll?
You're gonna have to look at your class for that.
I looked on the sheet that you gave me, and it says, in specific, at 3rd level, as long as the gunslinger has at least 1 grit point, she gains the following benefits. First, she gains +2 bonus on initiative checks. Furthermore, if she has quick draw, her hands are free and unrestrained, and the firearm is not hidden, I can draw it as a single action as part of my initiative check.
Yeah.
So-
you get it
So
just
I
to
get
your
I
bonus.
just get a static? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, just
So long as you have a grip point. Once you spend your last grip point for the
grip
day,
Okay.
any
I just
other
wanted-
initiative checks, you don't
I
get
just
those
wanted to make
bonuses.
sure.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, so you said you reloaded?
Yes.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and soundbite now for just 1 round. We'll take this 1 round at a time, but we can do kind of more relaxed action. So you reload. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I would like to look around for the remaining zombies because she said there were 9 of them.
Okay, roll perception.
11 plus 8, so 19 overall.
Okay, you perceive no more zombies. Alec.
Helig is going to be continuing to watch her, and I'm gonna approach her and say, "Where'd you come from?"
Okay. So you've got the cart between you. She looks at you and she goes, "I came from the camp. You were the group that had the debacle with the swords, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd take me in. I'm looking for a way out of the desolation to get home.
Do any of us hear this?
Yeah, she's not trying to
Just
hide
right
her
there.
words.
Alright. How did you know about the swords?
Not your turn.
I mean, you were the talk of the town for several hours.
We did just hand out 10 swords to orcs, and they just walked away from us.
Orcs need swords.
Orcs do need swords.
Orcs need swords.
That was only an interaction between technically 2 party members.
Which then spread to
Throughout the
10
entire
other
town,
orcs,
dude.
I mean,
which then went and tried to sell them for food
You see,
in a small
yeah.
camp of only 300
You
people.
see, I tell 2 orcs, then they tell 2 orcs, and then they tell 2 orcs.
Exponential communication.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
And then one elf finds
Numbers.
out, and the whole story's blown.
I guess.
I believe her.
Okay. So yeah, so you ask her. She goes, cool. Earthglow.
I'd like to do a perception check to see if there's anything about her, that doesn't match up to her story.
Okay. But can you give me? That's very vague. You want to?
That's why it's a perception, not an investigation.
There is no investigation.
Get back
But
with
what I'm
TI
saying
over
is
here.
like, what's not gonna line up with the fact that she left the camp and
She knew
assumes.
exactly coming.
Well, we've been traveling for 6 days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like, if she has clean feet, she's obviously not been traveling for 6 days. If she
Okay.
doesn't appear to be dehydrated and malnourished, how the hell was she running for 6 days without drinking or eating?
Okay.
You know,
So
stuff like that.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception
most
check.
people would have just given up after the
Exactly.
second or third day and gone.
Or collapse due to pure exhaustion.
Okay.
You know,
That's-
what else can I do?
So
After starving and then not being able to eat because
26.
she has a single water skin at her side, and you can see she has probably like a satchel or something flung over her shoulder. You can assume there's maybe some form of rations in there. But she does look dirty. She does look poor. She looks like a peasant. I mean, she basically was traveling light and was doing her best to follow your wagon tracks and sprint after you while also not drawing attention to herself.
She failed at that.
Yeah, she done fucked up.
Bringing 9 zombies.
Okay,
6
end turn.
zombies, sorry.
Okay? Issa.
Just had to fuck up the order, huh? Dude.
I know, I noticed that too.
Sorry. Don't worry, it's not just your fault.
Oh.
It is mostly.
No, 50%. She rolled high, he rolled low, they should have swapped.
Is there a way to? During their perception, is there a way to know that, like, if she's carrying any weapons, like, to defend herself, or like if she's capable of magic?
She has no weapons. You have not seen her cast any kind of magic. She doesn't seem to have like any kind of arcane components about her.
Ah, fuck.
Just running from zombies.
I can
guys.
detect magic.
Yes, you can.
I love the DM's reaction to that. Yeah, you can.
Well, it's not something I use regularly.
You gotta give him a kiss to get that.
I'll blow you
No,
with it.
dude,
I'll
he
blow
doesn't
you,
want
Jess.
any candy.
I'll do it on
No,
camera,
Steve,
too.
you don't want any candy, remember?
You're right. I don't.
Yeah, I already
Who needs
caved
it?
it.
What do
Don't
you-
hand it to him, he doesn't want
Can
candy.
you make a cantrip?
Yes, it's an Orison.
I'm telling you right now.
3.
I'm telling you right now. Next time I buy fuck
Can I do
shit,
that?
putting it on the fucking group, fucking pay. I'm not paying for it myself
Yes,
anymore.
take-
Thank you.
Alright, you cast Detect Magic on her. She has a weak magical aura about herself.
Oh, that's weak.
Alright, she's a mage.
Well, we don't know this.
Or she has a magic necklace.
Well, no, it wouldn't. Wouldn't just the item might have, not herself.
I don't know. Could be a necklace of resistance or defense.
You don't know. You have
Okay.
to roll spellcraft.
Can I do that?
Would you
or
realize
is that going to be a
something.
different action?
Guys,
Per the rules of Detect Magic, you can do that next round.
she's just
I
a rental.
train my
It's a
weapon
little
on
too
her.
convenient that
You
one would
raise your
happen
weapon
6
to an
days
innocent
out of
woman.
town. And we only move 15 miles
Okay.
a day.
Oh,
I never
So-
lowered it because they're. Yeah, I don't know.
That's fine.
I mean,
So
for fuck's sake,
she
we're traveling for 15
sees that you
hours
raise
an hour.
your bow
I mean,
to her, and she kind of squeezes this way between the carts and comes around here, stepping over the remains of whatever the fuck this is
we forgot to search
to get
the
away
bodies.
from you. And she tells you to please help me, and you feel compelled to help her.
I've been trying to help her, but everyone's trying to kill her.
Murder!
Thinking she's dangerous.
Whoa.
See, I
You
don't
need
like
food?
that word
Well, is it
compelled.
like- wait.
How about
It
you?
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Is it
we
my
don't
turn
know
yet?
that.
Yes,
He
actually.
failed his will
Oh,
save earlier.
what's your
She's got
name?
him charmed.
I am Soldana, daughter
Soldana,
of Halfenoff.
Or do you need some food?
Yes, please.
Do I know that name?
I have some rations I can spare. I give her a day's worth of rations. Eat up.
She slowly kind of starts partaking in it.
Would you like some water?
I would love water.
I can fill your water skin.
I'm
Actually-
sure you can.
I feel your
As a
voice.
player, I could do something right now,
I can.
but the character has no reason to do this.
Then don't do it, because
No.
right now what you're compelled to do
But I
is give her
want to
food
do
and
it.
water.
The holy water would help purify the insides.
Oh, bless your heart.
Yeah,
But
what
no,
if that scar on her arm is a bite?
I'd give her some of my rations, and then I'd go over to her and comfort her, be like, "Hey, it's okay. So you said there's 3 more. Were they like these?
No, they moved slower.
Were they bigger?
No, they were maybe halflings before they turned. I don't know.
Oh,
Oh my god, little roguey ones.
pygmies.
This is totally in his character to want to help somebody, so I'm just.
Is it?
It is. The last time you heard somebody was in a fucking cages, you
And
wanted to
in a
jump at them and
cage.
help them.
That
There's a
was
difference.
That's the
That was-
you wanted to help.
Yeah, that
You
was
wanted
one.
to help.
The camp is a metaphorical cage.
They can walk out.
Yeah. All right. So Van, you aid her. Is there anything specific you'd like to do?
Sound like
I
he
heard
said he
something
ate, right?
else too.
It's not just me.
I heard that too.
I mean, it's a form of help if,
Out
or
Grenadier?
I'd be next to her, but yeah.
All right. So
Alright.
you come over here.
I asked her if she possibly saw where the halfling ghouls went.
They chased me for a while. They may have stopped. I don't know. I can't see in the dark. I'm human.
Right.
Is it blue lit out right now?
There's low light. Yeah, it's full moon.
Does she look? Did she have any wounds on her or anything like that?
She has some like scrapes and stuff on her arm that she's bandaged up. You can see a little bit of blood in it.
All right.
Did we light a candle?
No.
no, because we wanted them to do it. Ambushes.
I could re-bandage that if you would like.
She kind of looks at it and goes, I don't think that's necessary. I was trained as a healer in the camp by my mother. I feel I've done a good job. I mostly would
We disagree.
just like passage to Elise if that's where you're going.
Nope, sorry.
And what would you like to do in Elise?
I have extended family there who could take me in. I just didn't have the resources to complete the journey on my own.
What exactly are you skilled in?
Healing.
Train with us, we must, go great distances.
Healing. I was a medicine woman.
Her name is Dr. Quinn.
How much of this is
Alright.
hurt?
I mean, you guys can all, for the most part, hear what you're saying. I'm gonna say that Yawa. Actually, I'm
wants
gonna
to
say
say
that
soda.
you
I'll wait
three
for him to
can't.
stop
You can vaguely hear what she's saying, and then Grendier and Van can hear full.
I'm going to use sense motive on her.
Okay.
Oh, good.
18.
Good enough.
She seems to be telling the truth. You
Damn
have no reason to. You're not feeling anything suspicious in what she's saying. Everything she's saying sounds reasonable.
Does it though? It doesn't sound reasonable to me though.
What
But you
sounds
could tell that they
unreasonable?
do.
Well,
At this point, I really
she
hope he's a zombie. in
wanted to get
disguise,
to
'cause good
Elise.
lord, he might have-
Mm-hmm.
Yet she didn't have the resource to do it, but she chased us down for 6 days. She can't see in the dark, and she found a camp that has no campfire. Would Van be suspicious enough to, I don't know, make any sort of check to...
You're
So,
compelled to like her.
since you because you have dark vision, You have absolutely no idea what her visual capabilities
She just
are.
stated she's human. She can't see in the dark.
Right, and it's a full moon out. There is low light, and you know that humans can operate in low light, just not very well.
Yeah, but we still.
And you
have-
guys are also on the road. She's following the road. Plus, you have very deep wagon tracks being pulled by 2 donkeys that are obvious and nobody's actively trying to cover up.
But seeing that in the dark, I don't think so. That's what he
I'm
said.
going to.
So is there a role I
Maybe
could make
why it's taken her 6 days to find you
to
instead of 1 or 2.
extrapolate something and be suspicious?
I'm going to tell her. As long as you agree to help out around the place, I don't think anyone would mind.
Okay, make a will save.
Ah, fantastic.
God damn it! Stop helping this bitch.
Can I spellcraft that? Do I
No.
see this or anything?
You see nothing.
Okay.
Man, you ain't seen shit.
No.
See shit.
Wheels, where's Will?
Technically, it's starting to get
I have
22.
Okay, you feel compelled to help her.
Oh, Jesus.
You treat her as a friend. Like, this is very clearly a woman in need, and as a cleric of Tyr, you would bring her in.
Jesus fucking Alright. Wow. Cool.
Wow. Yeah, friend of a friend.
So she just kind of continues.
We're both friends of a friend, right?
She kind of, what you would see is she was continuing to eat her food, and then when you say we'll bring you along, as long as you agree to help, she basically just gives you a gesture of thanks, goes to touch your arm, give you the gentle, thank you, and then that's when you make the will save, and you can extrapolate from that whatever you want.
Do I?
You are compelled not to make spellcraft.
Can
check.
I make a spellcraft check?
Sure.
Thank you. Probably not going to see anything, but it happens. 26.
You think that she touched his arm.
Alright, cool.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
This person can be our friend now. She wants to travel with us.
Sense mode.
No, you
Yeah, I
you
know, I
agree
know.
with him.
That's why I'm joking.
Yeah.
God, we just take anybody on us that
She's
wants to
got a
fucking go with us.
I mean,
Anyway.
How do you respond to that? You're right next to him.
What did he say?
We're just gonna take anybody on with us who wants to fucking come with us?
I say that on purpose because he's right next to me.
What's up, bro?
Guys, come say hi to our new friend.
Alright, so that was great.
Isn't this
Yawa,
a-
you
I feel
detected
that this is
a
a bit
faint
of a
magical
coincidence.
aura. If you
That
want,
anybody who travels
Go ahead.
outside of that town
Yeah.
in the dark at night never
you did not detect a faint magical aura.
Okay.
You reloaded your gun. What are you doing now?
Well, that was
There, I see that the two of them. Good job. You lost. I
That's what you
I
did.
see that they're both comforting the woman,
Mhm.
and
Yeah, they are.
they are,
Yeah, man.
and
I
they're
think you're
both
taking his
doing the
job.
best they can to make sure that she's getting fed, that she's getting hydrated, and she's doing what she wants.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a good gesture. I would, boy. All right, Master Metagamer. I will step outward in the camp. Which way direction is this?
That would be east.
I'll step 20 feet east, and then make just a general scan of the horizon, see if there's any more of the
Okay.
zombies.
So you can see movement out there. There's maybe 100 to 150 feet away. Because of the moonlight being so prominent right now,
I can see.
you can see a
Greater
little, you can
distances than I
see
normally would.
silhouettes in the movement. What they are exactly, you wouldn't know. But there is movement out there.
Would they
Does
be
that
moving
in-
towards us?
I was about to say, does that movement look like it's coming towards us or laterally?
Because explosions.
Random.
Random. All right.
There's there.
I guess I would. I
Ready to cut
I
my
feel like
leg,
she's
she
doing,
killed.
they're doing their best. So
What you doing, Bruce?
look back at them.
What
Yeah.
have I done?
At the
Oh, you're scratching your eye.
Get it, Bruce.
I'll just stand there and continue my.
Sounds great. Alec?
Alright, let's get our fucking shit together then, I guess, if she's fucking coming with us. Let's go before these other fucking zombies catch up with us, guys. Let's get the hell out of
It's
here.
only 3. We can handle
We
it.
totally shouldn't shoot our friend.
Mm.
That would be so rude.
Well, no, I mean,
Alright.
you're a nice guy. All you do want to do is help people. You're with Tyr. You have a soft spot for people always in danger for some reason. This seems natural and normal. It's whatever. If nobody ever listens to me anyway, so if we want to bring on another fucking woman with another fucking some more food to give
What do
her.
you mean another? There's only one in the party.
I'm not a female.
We only need one, but either way, it's
Wait,
whatever. Let's bring
how many
another
orcs
one.
do you know?
Whoa, wait,
Half
whoa,
orcs.
whoa.
You don't know that.
How many what?
Bo slowly changes to wizard.
I want to be out of line of this.
Actually, if she were to step correctly, she could line them both up.
Alright, so, Alec, what are you doing? Getting your stuff together?
Getting
Going back into your
everything
tent?
together. Let's get our. Yeah, I'm getting packing up. Let's fucking go.
Alright, Urkla, what are you doing?
Who's helping our friend?
Well, without metagaming, I'm gonna remind everybody, hey, remember we got that feeling like we were being followed and an ambush was coming?
Nope.
Does 6 sound like an ambush against not 6?
Free to respond.
Like, normally when you ambush somebody, you want at least a 2-to-1 ratio.
She did say
This
there's
feels
some
more
orcs.
like advanced scouting.
Didn't she? Okay, so are we free to respond?
Yeah,
Really? She said there were 9.
I don't give a fuck what she said.
She's
Remember
also
when we
got
came
a
up with
faint
this
magical
plan?
aura about her, if anybody cares.
I don't
What?
like magical auras.
Did you relay that information to us?
No,
Yes,
not
but
immediately.
immediately.
She does now.
I do.
That's
now.
what I'm doing.
Anyway,
What?
do you
So
remember
she-
when we came up with this plan?
I heard you
We
talk
decided
about it
we were
earlier.
being
I was
followed
waiting
and
for
ambushed.
this
friendly
moment.
aura.
All right, so you
I
say
was
she has a
giving
fake
her a
magical
moment
aura?
to give
I'm down
herself
to guard
up.
the campsite. Wait for the
She's
ambush.
allowed. But now.
So basically, I turn around and start going into my tent to get shit. She says she's got a magical aura. What?
I flip back to look at her
Say what?
at that information known.
What?
Okay.
What do I do?
And at some point, I'll finish my
But-
turn.
Yeah, at some point.
What are you doing?
No,
He's waiting.
I'm waiting for everybody else to finish their half-finished
They're,
turns.
they're all very aroused at the idea
I am
of
reminding
it.
everybody we were prepping for an ambush, and
Yes.
6 on 7 isn't an ambush.
Okay, so what do you want to do with that?
I want to say that the best, at least to anybody who wants to hear it, you know what's really the best way to get intel and attack somebody? Infiltration.
Okay, so
Infiltration is one of the best tactics for killing a group of people.
so as someone who or out of game character, like do you actually know this information?
As somebody who's been in multiple wars,
He's a mercenary.
I mean, I'm also a soldier, so I would
Yeah.
know this information as well.
You would
Yeah.
agree with them.
yeah,
I would not.
but
You can agree with him. I mean, and she
but
says that,
Jamie did not.
she says that she has a magic aura. Do you want to detect magic on her?
Yes.
Okay, so you move over and you go to detect magic. You detect that in the first round, you detect she has a faint aura on her. You can classify it as
I
like
would
weak.
like to keep my distance and continue that detect magic until I get all of the information I can attempt
Okay,
out of
so
it.
you'll spend the next 2 rounds concentrating on that.
And keeping my distance from it.
Okay, Issa. Do you do the same thing?
Am I still in range?
No, but I'll allow you to come around and resume the spell because you haven't done anything
Maybe we can
specifically
up-
arduous to
Is there a way I
Combine
can
our
go around
detect
the
auras.
opposite way?
Or
to
detect
here or
magic.
If she
here.
stands in front of you, does
Either
like
way.
the detect
Okay,
magic go through?
I'll allow you to come to here
Okay.
and
and then
continue.
Asher's gonna come back around to try if she tries to run out.
Yeah, that's fine. He double moves. You move up and continue. So you continue the concentration, and you can tell that the school affecting her is illusion. It is a weak illusion
Does
spell.
Asher smell anything suspicious? He is a wolf.
Everywhere smells like dead.
I
Fair
relay the information.
So what do you say exactly, and who are you saying it to?
You are right next to her.
You're 25 feet from her.
At the stake.
I would probably more direct it since he's gonna be my best bet. to listen to me. 'cause
Oh, yeah.
That's what I meant.
What were you saying?
I direct my words at you. But I still have my arrow trained on her while I'm concentrating.
Okay, no,
she's
that
illusionary.
totally
Oh, I
makes
mean-
sense. I'm talking to you, listening.
And then
That's how you get someone's attention.
Yeah.
it seemed.
I'm talking to you.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
I'm fucking listening.
I don't know.
What do you say?
I think she has a dick.
Sounds a lot like you don't actually say anything. I mean, you can say something as general as, I tell so-and-so that she has an illusion aura on her, but if they're anyone other than Gauss, I'm going to say that she can also hear, because she's roughly equidistant from you to whoever it would be as you are to her.
Wait.
Oh, there we
One of you two speak Sylvan, right?
He does. I do not.
He went to the Sylvan Learning.
Correction.
Do you still speak Sylvan after your raven's
Yeah.
dead?
Do you speak
go. After my
Draconic?
what?
Your raven died?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you still speak Sylvan after you haven't cast that spell that you need
Oh,
to
shit,
cast to
never mind.
understand all languages?
Chris doesn't speak
Yeah.
Draconic. Never mind.
So he has it as
One
a
of my
base
8 languages that I
Do you
learned.
speak
Did
Draconic?
you turn around?
Yes.
Or are you still in your tent?
He's
I
coming
was-
out of the tent at
I-
your announcement of
You announced that she
has
had magic. I
on.
went, wait, what?
Yeah, we all
So
snapped.
then,
We all
I
snapped
think-
to that information.
I
That was it.
direct. I look at him and say, in Sylvan, I sense illusion or what is it?
Illusion
There
magic.
you go.
Then relay it back in Draconic, and there we go.
Yeah, I don't know
It's
that.
about
I
to
can't. Sylvan's my only other language in common.
I've only
That's
been
all I
doing
can
it
do.
one round. I've just
Alright.
got.
Wait, you don't speak
Y'all gonna have
Elven?
the best game of telephone ever because one person can speak Draconic, one person can speak Sylvan. We all speak Common.
It's a great code.
I also speak
Well.
Abyssal.
So do I. It's gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
there we go. We're
Very
gonna
good code.
Sylvan to Abyssal to
Okay.
Draconic.
We can chain an Orcish and Dwarven. if we
Yeah,
wanted
and then I
to.
could share it back to him in Oregon.
Yeah, and I can share it to him in Dwarven. We're good. We're fine.
Yeah, we
can
got
play-
this.
We
We
can
We
play
can have
language
secret
telephone
conversations
all
all
day
day, dude.
Ah, crap. I only know a little bit of
So she
Dwarvish.
moves
Only
to
a little
you.
bit of Dwarvish.
Yeah, what?
Only the
Wait.
curse words.
Come back, Saldana.
Hey, wait! Hey, friend.
And she says, "Why would you do that? I used illusion magic to hide myself. I mean you no harm. Make a roll save.
She said
Do
that
I
in
clock
common.
this?
Huh?
Do I clock this? I have dark vision.
You're looking at her, but you
Hold
can't hear
on.
what she's whispering
Before
to
you
her.
make the I might be open with this.
I'm also not a magic user, so I don't see shit.
This
I
is a
don't
charm
understand
spell,
this shit.
correct?
I mean, you don't know.
Do I see her going up to her and like touching her or like talking to her?
Let me
Yeah.
rephrase. Tom's asking.
You're a human though, aren't you?
I was
No,
asking
yeah,
what?
I can
It's
see
a
what's going on. I
charm
can't
spell
see
of
what's
some
going on.
kind.
Why?
Because I believe one of my auras allows her to get benefit to that.
All right, double check it before the roll.
All right.
She can take that
That's
time
what I
to
told
find
her.
it.
Don't roll yet.
Do I hear her
Also, aren't
say
you
that
an
to her?
elf?
Yep. And you're
Whoa,
you,
That's even more suspicious.
No.
you want you
No,
but,
you're the only
you
decorator.
side with her.
No,
My
she's also
instincts
an
are
elf.
being compelled to think one thing, but my intellect's saying, red flags. Don't worry about it. Red flags. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
every single red flag that's firing off in your head is just slowly being shushed. And you find that you want to help her. You crave helping her. Same with you.
Luckily, this is my bestie.
Friends. I can have one.
Yo, whoa. Hands.
You have 5 of us.
Oh,
She's 35 feet
just
away.
all
fear.
friends.
Just fear effects. All right, roll your roll save.
You have 6 friends.
That's awesome.
And
18.
one of
Right,
those
you feel
barely.
compelled to
Barely.
go help
Barely.
her.
You just got here. But
Only because we both clink when we
No, I
walk.
don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm obviously got my weapon in it.
No, I mean it makes
We
sense.
just
She,
found
to
a
you,
couple of
it makes
steel
sense. She
rocks.
used some illusion magic to try and help her and try to help her escape. And you're like, yeah, it makes sense. You know, as a healer, she may have had access to a potion or two that she was keeping for an emergency and used it for
No, I
this.
don't.
Does Asher?
I know you don't, but Asher was not happy that she closed on you. And
Wouldn't he have attacked her?
no,
Because you told him
Yeah.
to stay.
you-
No,
yeah.
I didn't. Not that turn. I told him to stay in the tent, but then I told him to move.
Oh,
I'll say he moves up and starts sniffing her.
No.
But for the
I
most
don't want him right next to her.
If
If he, the
Alright.
only reason I want him in the distance is to bite her.
Okay. Yeah, everything's great. Yeah. So
it's great. It's fine. It's awesome.
Van, what are you doing?
Not touch her.
Telling the screaming voice in my head to shut up, but I'm gonna go over to her and be like, whoa, wait, no, it's okay. But no, you should rest. It's where'd you see the other 3 that you spoke of? What direction?
Back that way. She gestures down the road where she came
Does she
from.
say that aloud?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what you can do.
So you.
I mean, I can't think of another community in this situation. Giving her some food, protecting her.
Is there anything else you want to give her? Is there anything else you want to give her that we can put on YouTube?
I mean, he's not wrong technically.
My dick.
That's what I said.
I know.
The player, yes,
I love it.
Yeah, what do you want to give her?
but Van has no reason
He's right,
to give
if I
her
wait,
vile
they're
holy
much
water
better.
with ulterior motives.
Well,
You're gonna pop off.
Okay.
Purifier.
Unless with the conflicting angel and devil going on.
well, would you like a DM boon?
Yes.
Okay. You would know as an alchemist that holy water acts like an acid touch to undead.
I do know this is.
And so you could try to hand it to her as a weapon for her to make use of and see if she accepts it.
Fair enough. I'll take that boon. So yes, I will pull out some holy water saying, here, use this. It's holy water. It will help protect against the undead.
You told her
She
before
recluses from it. And
And I'm like,
she,
no, here.
she asks you to put it away, and you are then compelled to put it away.
Are you sure?
I am positive.
Would we see this?
You would all
yes.
see this.
Mmm.
That just doesn't like water. What are you guys talking about? I don't like water
I
either,
appreciate
man.
that.
You're
H2O?
You needed to
We're like
drink,
H2No.
but alright.
Alright, so that was Van. Grendir.
Ah, man. And there's no way I can make a will save to try to get out of this?
You
Shake it out
could
here. I got an
a
evil
few rounds ago, and you failed it.
Well, that wasn't my question.
Well played, sir.
What are you looking for?
I feel I was played there.
Look at images.
What do you mean?
She wants the court rule book
I already know
Where
what I
is your
know.
at the house because I keep forgetting to put it back in my backpack. Grendir, what are you doing?
Do you remember your plus
We
10
have
from
2
Mercedes?
copies of the court rule right now.
Nothing I do is going to get me out of the situation I'm in. And I wouldn't have any reason to cast a spell against
Oh, I'm
myself.
good. Thank you.
So,
Well, he's not.
Yes, there
Yeah,
is.
no, I want to know.
Stop picking on Steve.
Fuck
man.
off.
Does she look injured?
Dick.
She has a single set of well, no, I'm not gonna say a single.
Oh,
but she has a
right.
few cuts like on her arm and stuff that she's
right,
bandaged
and
up.
we're out of
Just remember,
combat.
he's
I'm going
not-
to go heal her.
Okay, what do you do specifically?
I
I've
cast.
seen
me too.
I've seen everything I needed to see.
Which one is it? With,
Cure wound? Channel energy?
yeah, Cure Light Wounds. I'm going to use Cure Light Wounds on her.
Okay,
I'm gonna kill it with fire.
That sounds like
What do you roll
It's
it?
those 3.
I don't know.
If I could break these.
so you what do you say as you approach, or do you not announce anything as you get close?
No, pretty
He's a
sincere. I would
healer.
just instantly heal her. I mean,
Okay.
it's part of my creed.
Okay, right. So
He is a
you
super
go
healer.
and roll a touch attack.
That's what he did.
He went to go
Yeah,
kill her.
I
okay.
will. I will.
Compelled to
Yeah,
help her.
you can re-roll it or whatever, or take
No,
what you rolled.
14 was nice.
Okay.
Yeah, 14 plus
Bad.
spell.
Fab and Dex.
Dex.
Index.
16.
Sounds like one of those things you see. It's like, show us Bob and Dex.
Use your strength mod instead of Dex.
Oh, thank you.
You forcefully. No, heal.
It's a slap.
No, I want you to be healed.
Discipline. Healing.
All right. So, at first, like when she saw you approach, she didn't really, bear any mind. But once you start casting the cure spell, she tries to get away from you, and you would all see this.
But you can't.
And
What I-
under the rules of the spell, she then gets to make a will save.
Oh.
Oh, that's good.
And she rolls pretty well. But
I
we
mean,
need
she's
to look
rolled
and
pretty
see
well so far, so.
Oh,
if
no,
it's
this
will
special
negates
gets
or if
half
it's
heal.
will for half.
You only half healed. Ow, it burns. She's evil. Get it.
You're just doing cure light.
Yeah.
Just a minor wound.
It's will to take half, which is incredibly important.
Yes.
So roll your d8.
Fantastic.
Plus
Five.
4.
Yeah, 9.
Okay. She takes 9 points of damage.
Does
Oh,
that break?
shit.
Can I make?
And because, per the rules of the spell, because you dealt damage to her, your charm is broken. You now instantly know she's undead.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to scan.
So we're gonna go back to combat initiative.
Boy,
no,
here we
sure,
go.
no.
So new initiative.
Now,
count. Let's
Josh,
take a
I'm
break.
rolling for
Let's
you.
take a break real quick, and then we'll come back to that.
All right.
Hey, we're back.
Hey,
Alright.
you guys,
Hey.
where did that money go?
What money?
For all that singing lessons you guys didn't fucking take.
Alright, so
Don't worry, I ate it.
initiative.
Oh no.
Yalla.
22 overall.
Alec.
No, 18 plus 220, sir.
Uruk.
16.
Issa.
10.
Grandier.
12.
Van.
6.
Yahweh,
Alright,
you
get
have the
some rolls
calm.
out.
I have the comp. I will move within 30 feet of her. She hasn't like dropped her form or anything, has she?
No.
I mean, she hasn't done anything technically undone to my knowledge towards my.
You saw the cleric cast Cure Light Wounds on her, and a bunch of like smoke and sizzling, acidy smell came off of her skin.
Oh, I don't like that.
And you know she's got. Oh wait,
She does. He does.
I will.
He does. He's an elf.
no.
But he does.
Elven.
Oh yeah.
I didn't think I'd be having to talk to Sylvan, so I didn't pick Sylvan.
You speak the Ebonics of the Elven community.
I do speak Ebonics stuff.
I'm missing somebody.
Me?
No. it was-
Who?
Yeah. No. Urkel. I have you as 16.
Just call me Urkel?
Urkel.
Well, that's gonna catch on.
There we go. Okay. Sorry. I missed that. All right. So that was Yahweh. So you move up, and
I
what do you do?
didn't- I didn't. Oh, ready in action if she. Everyone's crowded around her. Why?
She
Yes, they were trying to
crowded
help her.
around me. I wanted to keep my distance.
Ready in action to shoot her after I see what. After I see what Alec
Getting
does.
close to her anyway.
After she what?
After I see what Alec does.
Okay. Alec.
Cool. I see that he went to go heal her.
Yeah.
I hear her tell me in Sylvan, "Hey, this bitch is in fucking
Using illusion
whatchamacallit,
magic.
this fucking cut." I take out a little bit of my brimstone, I
Things
sprinkle
you
it in
can't
my
say
hand,
anything about
and I cast fire sphere,
We'll bleep that.
flame sphere at her, and I drop it literally on her head.
Okay. Roll for spell resistance.
I think that's a D spell resistance.
Yes. You're gonna roll a d20 and add your caster level to it.
And +2. Right? Yes, +2 caster level checks. So 3 plus 5 to this.
Overall.
14?
Overall, because Steve Jobs.
14. So you expend the spell, it forms briefly in her square, and then it is dissipated against some type of magic shield on her skin.
Alright. Duly noted.
Oh, that bitch is a fucking caster if I've ever seen one. Heads up, guys.
Okay.
Would I take an action?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
take
he
your
attacked
action.
her, so if you want to shoot.
First one is a 19 against her touch AC.
Because you don't have precise shot, that misses.
Isn't it just disadvantage?
It's a -2.
It's a -2. Alright, second shot.
Wait, she's good.
Even lower than the first one. Alright.
So in that moment, you felt like you had a solid shot lined on her. When you shoot, she unnaturally moves to avoid the bullet, and then she looks at you all menacingly, like she doesn't understand what you did. Because she doesn't know what a firearm
Firearms.
is. I just want to confirm something about spell resistance real quick.
said 19, correct? And it was a -2.
Mm-hmm. Once you get precise shot, you'll ignore the penalties for shooting in melee.
I didn't care about that. I just want to know for my sake.
Gotcha.
I know the benchmarks.
Yes, sort of.
It's actually good.
She kissed it.
You'll be in the moment. Be in the moment.
Okay, so actually,
Oh, rewind.
I hit her.
no. You summon. You said flaming sphere, right? Okay, yeah. So your flaming sphere is still there because it persists longer than instantaneous, but it is not like affecting her or coming in contact with her in any way,
Is
and
it-
you would be able to tell that.
Is it burning the tent?
No, it's just a 5-foot square. So it's just like basically wherever she is, there's a little bit of fire, and it seems to just be like
Dancing off her.
dancing off of a few inches away from her skin.
Huh.
I just wanted to confirm that technically, yes, if there were other targets, you could move it. It's just she's immune to that spell. Alright. Eric.
Alright. I would like to attempt to run this way and charge when I hit this point. Is that possible?
You could not charge through a square that's occupied by your ally, but you could move to this square because you can move through.
I could charge through that square though, because that's not our ally.
That's Grendir.
Yeah, not her ally. He broke the enchantment.
No, you
No.
cannot charge through your ally's square.
Ah. So then there's no way to get there.
Yeah, actually, you would have to be squeezing in either
Yeah.
Grendir's or Van's square.
Yeah.
And you would know, like, with a squeeze, you would be at a -2 to basically everything.
Yeah. Because charge is the only thing I know that can increase my distance of no move.
Sure.
I
You
guess
can
I
climb
will
over the
double
ground.
move this way.
Okay. You got 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30.
Yep.
So you close on her, and now you're flanking with Grendir.
Yep.
Alright. Her turn.
I mean, I can move out the way and let it through to get you.
It doesn't matter. Everyone else is still in melee combat.
Are you still concentrating?
Essentially, but no, because it counts as a move action to concentrate on my segment magic. But I just used a standard and a movement to move, so I can't be concentrating anymore. If I could have done the first one, maybe, but. When I killed her, she turned into enough.
It's okay, Bruce. We're just talking.
I will name her Rachel.
Alright. Asher, Grendir, Van, Issa, Uriklo. Hold on, actually, before I do that, she will attempt to cast defensively. The same rules of magic. Blah, blah, blah.
She will fail because reasons.
This is 4. This is DC 23.
Because my order of good.
9. She passes. Alright, so yes, now Asher, Grendir, Van, Issa, Uriklo, please make will saves. This is an enchantment compulsion effect, so if you have a bonus against enchantments, apply your bonus.
Only feared.
Oh no.
22.
18.
I was going to say the last time.
Then I don't think it would almost. I think it would be barely achievable for
Because
proficient.
you rolled a 22 and you didn't save.
Yeah, I got a 20.
Oh, yeah.
27.
23.
A 27
because of-
passes.
Yeah, I couldn't have hit that if I wanted to.
I got a +8.
Yeah.
And he got a 19.
Alright, so.
Even with a crit, I only hit 27.
Alright, so everybody that I named except Issa is dazed for 1 round. So basically, next round you will lose your actions. Grendir, you spend this round dazed.
At least I get to go quick.
Issa, you are not dazed.
Shoot her now.
So I put the bomb he gave us
Mm-hmm.
in my hip pouch. And I just swift to remove it and
It's a move action, unless you
Okay.
have a potion bandolier.
okay, yeah, that's then maybe I can grab it, and then I want to like hit her with it, just shatter the glass.
Okay, do a touch attack.
Oh, that's an interesting way to use it.
Hey, DM.
It's the easiest way.
Would it stick to him?
It
Is
would
like
technically
a-
be it.
As per
It's a
precise
bomb.
shot
Wouldn't it like
feed,
stick to him?
It says you can shoot or throw range weapons
You're supposed to coat them that
engaged in melee
Yeah, but you're
weapons.
coating her.
Standard
Yeah.
use for damage.
Mm-hmm.
Would we consider what just happened engaged in melee?
Yeah.
Because okay,
Engaged in melee is I'm trying to hit my enemy and not hit my ally. If you had two enemies fighting, I wouldn't have you take the penalty because you're just like, yeah, I don't care if I hit either of them. But because of your positioning, you're trying to hit her and not hit Grendir and Van. Also, I thought it was a -2, not -4.
That's creative. It's a creative use of it.
What? Oh, the smash? Yeah. 16
What do I need to add anything?
plus your base attack plus your dex mod. Real? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Well, no, it's just like if I understand where like engage, like a difference between engaged in melee and being within melee range. I would consider this being in melee range, not being engaged in melee, but it's fine.
But the thing that what I would come back to is he did a melee touch attack. He's closing. Well, he hadn't acted yet, but he had done a melee touch attack and actually damaged her, triggering the initiative to go into combat.
Okay, I understand.
Okay,
20.
you hit her touch. So normally it's just applied to weapons and stuff, right?
Normally.
Okay, what does it do when it's in weapons?
So if it was weapon 4 and it'd be 2d4 extra damage, and she had to make a DC 10 reflex save, I believe it's on the card. And if she fails, she would take another d4 next turn.
Okay. She passes her reflex save. You take 4. You do 4 damage to her. Okay, because it's all 10 rounds condensed into one, I'll say, actually, just re-roll that as d10s instead of d4s. So there's potential for more damage as it breaks. But you're basically smashing it over her instead of applying it to your weapons.
That's badass.
That's one way to do it.
13.
The 13. Alright, you deal 13 damage. And I'll say she can't regenerate it because it's supposed to be the holy water.
Yep.
Right, okay.
Well, hold on, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one way
Good
to do
job,
I
kid.
used it.
it. I did it! It's like,
Alright. Van, you're dazed.
I did it. But I give her a thumbs up.
Yeah, well, you're not dazed.
Irrelevant because I'm not going to take out my melee weapon to get it over.
Okay.
If I were to move,
The power of the
I can't
paladin's
even
aura
remember.
of good is equal to the paladin's C detect good spell. I mean, it says if you're vulnerable to overly good aura.
What's your question?
Smash a healing potion over her.
Use your holy balm because it's made with holy water.
It doesn't matter. I'm literally shooting into all of you, and the only way to mitigate that is just to take out this armor.
You can hit me if you
It's not that. It's like his instinct is to not shoot allies and only shoot enemy, and that's very difficult to do when they're right next to each other.
Right there.
And moving. Remember, you guys aren't just static pieces on the board. Your actions are dynamic.
he's got 6 seconds to go. Oh, I don't have a shot.
Yeah,
Fuck,
I'm just
wait.
dazed.
If
bam, there it
if
is.
you
Like the
if you
Pokemon
take a
effect.
full round, if you take a full round on one turn to aim, I'll negate the penalty on your following round.
No, that's kind of dumb. I would, and that's legitimately like kind of like a handout. I would just take the shot.
Okay.
I'll actually have to reload, so that explodes my own action. I'll shoot.
Okay.
So,
16 plus 9. I guess touch AC.
yeah,
Hits her touch.
Hit shy is over 8. You'd be stunned and you'd be detected on the second.
12.
Nice.
So 13.
13. Okay. Did you douse your weapons?
I did not because I didn't have.
So it's like the
I didn't know that she was undead until after I
So then
started attacking.
would mine have
Okay.
an effect on her?
Second shot.
Yep.
That's an
Okay.
18 plus 9 on the die.
It's just
Or 18
potentially
on the die
could be
plus
stuck.
9, so
You hit?
27 to hit.
No, so potentially only harmful to me.
That was only 4.
That's a useless thing to hit.
Take her down.
Alec.
Seeing that didn't work, maybe this one will work, and I will pull out a little adder's bladder out of my pouch, and I will stretch it out, and it'll turn into an arrow, and I'll strap a acid arrow at her.
All right.
Can we all just discuss the fact
Roll
that you
touch.
just pulled an adder, like a death adder, a snake's bladder out of, like, just a pouch?
Yeah, that's my smoke.
A snake's bladder?
Roll your touch.
That's not what an adder is.
A death adder?
I thought an adder
Roll
was a
one.
snake.
Oh, it is. Death adder's a snake.
6.
I thought you said
You
bladder.
hit the cart.
6
I blocked that.
I hit the cart.
I heard
Sure.
bladder too.
Okay, you hit bladder
putting
too.
holes in my car.
You don't need to track the hit points of the
It's
cart.
acid continuation
How do you
too.
know what a snake's
Yeah, but only for a few
I
minutes.
don't know.
How many times I spilled acid back
You
in the
know,
car?
I have bought these
Takes
parts.
4 acid damage, and it'll take another 4 acid
I
damage.
did not
Alright.
get insurance on these.
All right,
Reimburse
mark
you after
4
this is all
acid
done.
damage on Tack's cart. Actually, it's 2 because it's an object. Takes half damage from everything. Take 2 damage. Actually, no, it would have a hardness higher than 2. Ignore everything I say. It cringes the side a little bit, but it doesn't singes the side a little
It
bit.
cringes the side. I just cringed a little bit on the inside.
All right, that was Alec. Do you have a move action?
Yeah, I'm gonna step back a little bit. I'm gonna kitty corner in between the rock and my tent. Yep.
Oh, this way?
Yep.
Okay.
Right there. I want to try to get away. I want to get away from her, like 35 feet away from her.
You are now 35 feet away.
All right, good.
Urklo, you are dazed.
Yep.
All right, no one should be dazed anymore.
Should.
Excellent. Let's see. Any, mini, miny, paladin.
Wow.
Wow.
On our first attack.
Does a 97 unit.
I have an 18 versus touch.
What?
18 versus touch.
I'm not missing.
You know.
And a 14 versus touch. No, I'm sorry, a 9 versus touch.
That 9's not gonna hit.
Okay.
You knew that. We both.
So,
We are ready.
you take 5 damage and 1 negative level. Roll a fort save.
You kept your illusion wisdom.
That's going to be 19.
Okay. So she
Actually,
reaches out to you and
make sure you
sucks
have
some of
what
your
you've
life
got.
force out.
It'll be a day.
Okay. And then she is going to 5-foot step out of being flanked and step into the tent.
Ah!
Grendier.
Something.
I can't see her anymore. She's in the tent.
You can still see her, she's just not being flanked.
Oh, I'm going to attack.
Alright.
Lucky blue. Where's the lucky blue dice right there? Oh, nat 20.
Alright, roll to confirm.
Smite
Wait,
that bitch.
is it a 20 on the die, or
Yeah,
is this like
20 on the
before?
die. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
20 on
so
the die.
normally undead are immune to crits, but for this encounter I'm allowing you guys to crit him.
Cool, so 20 on the
Yeah.
die.
Roll to confirm.
14.
See, that's the secret. We don't know that.
22.
Oof. 22 does not confirm. So you
wow.
just hit.
That's cool. But I'm going to also going to smite her as well.
What does that do?
I adds my
Split.
channel energy.
Dice
Wait,
is
wait,
damage.
Dice, yeah.
Okay. Does it give you an anything to the attack roll?
Yeah.
I don't believe so. No. I don't.
Alright, check that real quick because you're missing by 1 right now. So as long as it can give you a plus something, like you would confirm the crit.
Alright.
I have
I got it right here now. Well, this is my smite, but I'm going to assume that your smite works
Yeah,
similar
the
to
channel
mine.
smite's probably going to be different.
Okay. Well, piss off.
Which
just kind of, it's just my channel energy. So it doesn't seem.
What does it say under
What
your
is-
smite?
But this count as a sacred.
Sacred bonus.
Alright, can I give you a +4 to that? Using my Mark by the Gods?
To what?
Give me a +4 to that hit? Or +4 to the.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah. +4, does that hit?
Yes, that confirms.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
I'm just letting you know that as a paladin, I add my charisma bonus, if any, to my attack.
Also, this is for the
rolls.
rest of the combat.
And my
Yeah, so
paladin
you're at a
level to my
+4
damage.
for the rest of the combat right now.
Cool.
Well, here's the thing: is he should be adding his charisma bonus to his attack with a smite.
Not because I just found it.
What's his add to it?
Before you make a melee attack roll, you choose spend 1 use your channel energy ability as a swift action.
Ooh.
You channel positive energy and hit an undead creature. That creature can amount additional damage equal to the damage dealt by your channel positive energy ability. If you channel negative energy, you hit a living creature, same thing on them. Your target can make a will save as normal to have this additional damage if the attack misses channel energy ability is still expended no effect. So it does not add anything to the hit.
Okay, so with his bonus, you confirm the crit. Awesome. All right.
And then, so I'm going to strike her. Damage.
Oh yeah.
You made him confirm it.
Yeah.
It was a thing.
So the 22 does it.
No, the 26 hits.
Damn, I tried.
Sorry.
That's what he just got.
It's going to be 20 for the damage. Is that plus the
Holy shit! All right.
She becomes
Literal?
living.
Yeah.
Holy?
huh?
Is that double because it's
No,
crit?
I haven't doubled it, so it'd be 40 damage.
Okay, so
Then it doubled again.
in that moment, you recognize that she's some kind of magic user, and so you spear her with your sword right through her jaw, and basically de-jaw her with the attack.
No more evocations.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
In the
Cheerleader.
event, the target cannot speak and therefore fulfill verbal components until they are healed.
Oh.
and she can't be healed.
Oh, I'm gonna heal her.
She probably took some energy when she drained him.
Yeah.
I just lost
But
it.
don't worry. On my next turn, I'll heal her.
The real question
I'll
is
heal her
how
with
many
lay
of her
on
spells
hands.
are
Nice.
verbal, somatic.
I mean, damn near every spell is at least
Yeah.
verbal. Unless you have it prepped as a silent spell.
Or spell like ability.
Yeah.
What a jaw-dropping effect.
I feel we're just gonna get this one.
Whoa. Look, I'm willing to fucking give you smite. You do one more pun, I'm coming over there.
We found Tom's like
Decent.
line in the sand. It's the
Produce flame?
Produce flame.
Melee
Well, I
attack.
used to be the tall guy. I used to be the blonde guy. I used to be
What
the
did you stop
smiting
being
guy.
the tall guy.
17?
When a guy equal height
17
to me
versus
walked
touch
in.
hits. Roll
No.
for spell resistance.
He's stealing all my thunder.
A d20 plus your
And I
caster
used the
level.
cool dad at the table.
Don't I get something?
Something you want to tell us?
No. So you throw
Far
the
from
flame at her and it just fizzles off of her body.
I'm trying. I'm reaching.
Van.
You are reaching.
Roro.
I wanted to try it to see if it works, so we'll see if it works.
Well, at least we know who
Most
she's
of the
attacking
damage I
next
have
to.
to put into the
Fuse incendiary catalyst and holy water shot and shoot at her with an entangling shot.
Okay.
So first touch attack.
Yeah.
Does 12 hit touch?
No.
Ah. Gotta roll a d8.
Okay. We'll say that this is the square closest to you. Roll your d8. Now that we actually know how to do this,
3.
3. So we go 1, 2, 3. What's the blast radius
5 feet.
for the damage?
Yeah, splash damage.
Oh, 5 feet. For a second, I was like 5 squares. Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah, that'd be fucking awesome.
Oh
Alright.
God, no! It wouldn't
it's still
be.
it's
Hey,
still
uh,
adjacent to her, so she'll take minimum, or she'll take splash, right?
She just takes the splash damage.
All right,
not
and
the whole-
Grendir, you also take.
But
splash
it would be
damage.
fire. Doesn't do anything.
It sets the tents on fire.
But she's
Because
not
now you
effective.
don't have precise bombs.
We bought these tents. They were nice tents.
Alright,
my God, this blast
she
is
seems
intense.
neither additionally affected or avert. She's neither averted nor like not averted by the fire.
Oh,
She's
wow.
affected normally.
How much was
You
the
want
splash
to
damage?
you want to piss people off? Say she's
How much was splash
unaffected.
Yeah.
I have a question.
There you go.
9.
9.
Well, it reflects for half if you're in the splash radius.
Can I roll
She
for
gets a 42 on a reflex save. Does that pass?
No, it was
No,
Is that too high?
Dylan. That always fails.
Dungeon Daddy, I have a question.
Yeah. Don't ever call me that
Okay.
again.
Well, I was going to get your attention, DD.
Does it
Dungeon
stand?
pop.
Double D.
10 to fail.
Did my shots or his obscenely high 40
Learn to
damage
whisper
on
better.
John
Jesus Christ!
knock her out of that illusion?
What happened?
You don't want to know.
Oh no, that doesn't affect the spell she has in place on her.
She called legendary.
And it wasn't a concentration.
Apparently, that's what she calls.
Don't you fucking laugh at that.
She,
Alright.
She's laughing as a reaction to
So
that.
yeah, you destroy the tents, and you said it was entangling, so...
Well, no, that would only hit a direct hit.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah.
Bruce is trying to get the squeak toy that's coming out of your throat. This is why the rabbit would die. Hello. Hi, Dungeon Daddy.
I'll start taking away XP!
Bruce doesn't have XP.
Alright, that ends round 2.
You're welcome.
That's
Dennis.
going
Yawa.
to
Wholesome enrichment.
It's perpetual.
I will make a 30 or I need a.
By the way, Dylan, that was vengeance for Daddy. Yeah. Yeah.
What's a unit?
I put up with
Can
that
I
for 2
see
years.
laser pointer on this?
What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get within straight line sight this way of her, but I can't point out the exact square. Right there.
This one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would that be 30 feet?
15. No. That would be 30 feet.
That would be 30 feet.
Yeah.
Close enough. After that, I will rapid reload, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. Alec.
Move. Is she like in the tent?
Yes.
All right, cool. Move my ball on the tent. Turn the tent on fire.
The tent's already on fire.
All right, make it more ablaze.
Yes.
So
I
that's
am
just a move
standing
action.
right there, boys.
And then
It's your tent too.
I know, right? Like, I bought
Why
that.
do you think I put my
That's what
tent
I was
over there?
saying. I bought that tent.
I just want you to know, man.
My cart just got hit with acid. My
Acid
tent's
orb
on
on her.
fire.
Do you want me to kill everyone who was responsible for the burning down of your tent?
Honestly,
Because that is a
I,
mortal sin. That's theft of money.
I was about to say,
It truly is, to be
I
honest.
have barely hit with a 16 and a 19.
But you're a cleric, you don't mind getting.
Peaceful.
Urk.
Urik's a little pissed off. Urik's so pissed off that he's gonna try something so stupid it just might work.
Sounds exactly.
I'm
like
gonna
to me.
try to lay on hands,
All right.
which is a touch attack.
Yes.
So first, I guess we'll see if the touch attack first before I do the second part of this.
first.
Yeah.
Is
First,
it
the touch attack. That's not gonna hit.
That's what he's trying to do right now.
I have channel energy.
Would an 18 hit?
So it's the same.
Yeah.
It's used more
Okay.
to smite.
Can I smite? It's a touch attack. It's a melee attack.
Yes.
Then I'm gonna smite it too. Is she evil?
She is.
That sounds like more d6s. That's a d6 per every 2 levels. That's, 1d6.
Yeah, because right now you're at -1
Yeah,
level.
I know.
That means
I've
you're.
already said.
Well, your lay on hands is a pool, so that's just a set amount. How much of it do you want to use?
No, the amount I can use is not a. That's not in this edition.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
With one use of this ability, a paladin can heal 1d6 hit points of damage for every 2 paladin levels they possess.
Sounds like.
Using this ability, but the amount of times I can do it a day
Oh.
is my charisma times whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, half my paladin level plus my charisma modifier.
Okay. Yeah.
So I can do this more than once. But the Smigget does allow me to add 2d6
Okay.
because it's a Smigget.
Nice.
Yeah, 5e.
Shit.
Looks like a lot of ones.
75.
1-1. It's an 8 total.
8. All right.
Oh, 8 healing smite damage to the evil one.
All right.
40 damage.
Anything else?
Good.
Nah, that's gonna be it.
All right.
That was my hope that it would work.
Grendier.
Well, it's still.
I'm gonna roll to confirm.
Oh.
I confirm.
Oh, fantastic.
What are you doing?
Great.
He rolled a
What-
and then he
what
rolled
are
a
you
19.
doing?
You mutilated her.
It's my
face.
time to die.
No, but what is he doing?
She's sucking the life out of him.
Oh.
Oh.
Well.
That's why you take your move action.
We call that
Well.
Like you 5-foot step back.
She's a Hoover.
Yeah.
That's a touch attack. I'm gonna miss you.
Alright, you take 10 damage and 1 negative
It's
level.
Mega Man,
Roll a
sir.
fort save.
She's gone from suck
Alright.
to blow.
Negative.
That's another one that's getting hard to find.
Well, how much damage was
On
10?
Hulu right now.
Yeah. Alright, it was a 1. I rolled a 1 for the
Like
4.
There is login information.
It's gonna be 8 though.
Well, a natural 1 always fails to save.
I want to say the 8 though. It's probably a better number.
A natural 1 in Pathfinder always fails. Natural 20 on a save always passes. I know that's not the way I ran it in 3.5, but I'm trying to keep it as true to the book as possible. Alright, second attack. Does an 8 hit your touch?
No.
Okay. I love how you had to think about it for a second.
I
Alright.
had to look like I was
So,
like.
so
please
Joss,
be
I know
high.
you're relatively new to Pathfinder. So a negative level. If right now, if you have 1 negative level, the fort save I had you roll was to basically see like if it the time frame for when it goes away. If you have as many negative levels as you do hit die, your character dies. And in this case, because she's a special type of undead, you become an undead. For each negative level you have a -1 to everything that is die related. So basically, every single D20 check you have a -1 to, but it doesn't affect armor class or anything like that.
Okay.
But it will affect like your attack roll and your damage rolls.
Worse.
And if so, right now you cannot cast your second level spells because you're no longer level 3. Actually, wait, you guys are level 4 now.
Yeah.
All right, so you can still you're treated as being level 3 for purposes of your cleric level.
Okay.
Those spells that you had prepared are not lost. If you can recover that negative level over the course of the day, you basically just re-repair them.
Resto yourself.
Yeah. So treat it as like you don't have access to them right now.
Would a lesser restoration work?
I believe the regular restoration is the first one that can clear negative levels.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you'll have to take a while to look at it. Or you could heal check yourself to see if it becomes permanent.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the heal check.
I can lay on hands.
I use a different dice. You really.
That's better.
We'll go into that at the end of combat because that's not going to be something you analyze right now while she's still sucking the life out of you.
I keep him at 24.
Okay.
Yes, succubus.
Mirandir. No. It's your turn.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna hit her.
All right.
Do what you want.
Roll to hit.
Come on, lucky blue monkey. Okay. Well. Shite. Does a 15 hit?
No.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. Even
Wait,
with the +4 to make it a
Didn't
19.
you smite her?
It doesn't affect his attack roll. It's only
Yes,
damage.
it does. It lowers her AC by 2 if she's under his smite.
That's yours, not his.
Your smite sucks.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
why
You
you
were
do it
making
3
such
or
a
4
big
times.
uppity
Movement.
scene about it, and then you found out, oh, his smites just suck.
Still taking all my other
We
shit.
said Channel Energy was a regular standard.
Standard.
That's okay. What I'm gonna do is sneak into his house while he's sleeping, cut an inch off his
I'm gonna
hut.
take a 5-foot step back. Yeah.
Issa.
Darn.
He might notice.
Well, I'm always from catching diseases.
Faster spell resistance? Or is it-
Only you
Your
were
probably
immune
best
to
bet is
diseases.
using your bow.
Like,
Sounds
I'm
nice.
gonna
Our benefit package didn't carry that.
to where I can hit her with.
damn it!
That's nowhere because
Why'd you
her
run away like a little
is
girl?
next to her.
So she didn't touch me.
You do not have precise shot.
She's
So you
in the-
wanted to
because
touch me then?
She's
What's
engaged
that?
in melee with her. You cannot get to a position on the map where you are
Okay.
not at a penalty to shoot at her.
Well, we're not flanking anymore.
Never trust the player.
You can shoot at her right now.
You could have 5 foot
You're at a -4 because you're trying not to hit your ally.
We could have been flanking again.
Isn't there something there?
It's a tank. It's not a hard corner. And it's on fire.
24 misses because of the precise shot. If you had precise shot, you would have hit.
Don't you take weapon for this? Don't you?
Okay, well, next level we'll change that out. Bam.
That shall. Noticing that your creative use of the holy weapon bomb. You take an extra one and just throw it out and break it on it.
Alright, roll your range touch.
16 versus touch.
16 versus touch misses.
Well,
So the back half of the cleric's tent is now covered in holy water. It douses the fire.
Is it out?
Oh no.
I was about to say. Oh,
You
well,
said I'm undead now, by the way? Was that
Oh,
something you
add
said?
6 more
What?
damage.
No, okay.
To
Not
it,
yet.
Dylan.
No.
I just
She takes
realized
one, the more
if
levels she
the
takes from you, the
attack
more
increases 2
likely
points of
your
damage
evil-
per
your
level the
evil
paladin
opponent.
possesses if they're undead.
Yeah, undead, an
Or
evil
dragon.
dragon, or an evil outsider.
Yeah,
Right. Alright.
I got that 6.
So that was Van. Yeah, that's
yeah.
Yawa.
Am I still at a -4 penalty with this?
Yes.
I have?
Look,
Yes.
But don't worry, I'm the only one who risks getting shot besides them. Go for it.
No. Oh. This is not Alright, I guess
You're still in point blank, so you're still in touch.
I'm still with touch AC, but like I started with this floor, which sucks. 'Cause I know I have, but I have to get touch AC.
You don't have no proof.
Poopy, we'll shoot.
Alright.
Blaster.
15 plus 9 minus 4, so that's 20. Dirty.
Everything.
I guess touch AC.
That touches.
Alright.
She's been touched.
Dodge this.
9 plus 4, so 10.
Okay.
Second shot. That's a 12 plus 9 minus 4. 21 minus 4, so 17. And that misses, correct?
That is her touch.
That is a touch. Oh, that's right, 17 is a touch. I even wrote it down, too. That's the funny part. 11, 12.
She disperses into a cloud of mist.
Woo! She was a vampire! Run!
Quick, who's got a mace of disruption?
Would I know that's what vampires do?
Knowledge religion.
I take a 10, because it's all I can take.
I rolled a 5, so I get a 10.
You have no idea.
Knowledge what?
Knowledge religion.
Ah, I might.
Religion!
Alright, knowledge
That is
religion.
going to
Actually,
be-
I only have that one on me.
The paladin and the cleric not having knowledge religion, how
23?
dare they?
12.
You know that when vampires are reduced to 0 or fewer hit points, they instantly disperse into a cloud of steam or mist, and then they begin to slowly travel their way back to their coffin to regenerate.
I splash holy water on this.
Do I know that not everybody knows this?
That's actually fairly common knowledge.
No, well, it's sort of like I'm staring going, that old chestnut.
Yeah.
She,
All right,
she
what are
would
we
still
doing?
be in the area, correct?
Yes,
no,
she is.
she could be traveling long
So if I were to
distances.
channel energy, would that affect her?
It would do damage to her, yes. So this is the way it works. While in mist form, a vampire, I think, can only regenerate 1 hit point an hour. So the more damage you do to her while she's in mist form, the longer it takes her to take physical form in the coffin.
Until
You
we
have to kill her with very, very specific ways in order to truly
have to
kill
go
her.
to the coffin.
destroy the coffin.
Okay.
There are a couple
I
different
don't
ones.
like doing this, but I can also channel positive energy.
Do both.
Do we have a mace of disruption?
You would know with
No.
your 23 that the positive energy is not going to destroy her. It's just going to hinder her regeneration.
No, come on, dude. You should know that it's only going to slow her down. It's not going to stop her, and it would just be wasting heals that we probably need right now.
Metagaming, do we have a daylight spell?
Well, I also need the heals at this moment, so it would have been like a double-edged sword for that one.
Yeah, so don't waste the heals you need. I still have 3 more lay on hands if you need some D6s.
Alright, so
Well,
after
s-
about 10 minutes, your negative level goes away.
Woo! Never mind. Fuck you. I know what you did. I thought I needed your resto, but now that I don't, you son of a bitch, stop smiting, stop telling puns. That's my thing. No, I'm kidding. Do you really? Who here has taken the most damage?
Grandier's 10.
Alright, give yourself 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 more hit points as I expel my last 3 lay on hands on you.
Well, it's not about your tent, Granvir.
Oh, and by the way, healing you is making my back hurt.
Do you guys try to follow the mist?
That hurts.
Hell no! It's probably going back to the fortress.
I think
where
the
we'll
mist
die.
is what's been keeping these
You would
people-
know that. Okay, so the mist travels, I think, at something like 5 miles an hour. So she would need to get back to her coffin at some point in the night. If she cannot get back to her coffin before the mist comes in contact with direct sunlight, she's instantly destroyed.
So, well, taking that into account,
Sunburst.
she did travel 6 days with us, technically.
So
only
it can't be
traveling
far.
She could have just.
She could have been bringing it with
She
her.
was traveling at night too.
Because she wasn't following us as a mess.
Well, how close are you
How
to
is she
the
gonna?
fort
Okay, so how is she?
that everyone
she
was
can-
talking
Do we know
about?
that? Do we know that vampires can go in direct sunlight?
You know that most legends and lore say that they can't,
They can't.
but they can travel heavily clothed.
Or go underground during the day.
Okay, first question. How long would it take me to unhook one of the mules?
Depends on how fast you're trying to do it.
As fast as humanly possible.
You
Or
can-
as
you can-
half as orcishly possible.
You could cut them free in a round.
I do that, mount one, and start following the steam up.
So,
And
well,
there
so,
goes the stirrup.
so going back to that,
You're a leather worker,
for 6
motherfucker.
days,
I
right?
made those.
So at best,
Oh, my
optimistically,
face.
she's not gonna make it through the night
This
because
vampire
if she went
died.
6 days to try and
Yeah.
deal with us,
She's
not gonna make it.
But if she went 15
following
miles
her.
where she dragged her coffin,
Coffin.
we should chase this down. Why don't you hop on the back of this donkey and we'll run her down?
I don't have a holy weapon.
You have the holy oil for
I
your
do
rams.
have the holy oil.
You could holy oil while I ride.
All right, we
Have you-
ride.
Have you used
We
yours?
ride!
Wait, have you
You see
used
two
yours?
What?
Have you used yours?
No, I haven't used mine yet either.
Take mine.
I haven't used mine yet.
Yeah, but you're
Why
better
would
than
I
that
need
guy.
yours too?
It's one for a melee weapon. It's a one-time use.
Yeah, but it
Oh,
lasts.
for a minute. Is it for a minute?
It's until you hit,
Okay.
or it disperses
That's-
after.
that's-
But now that my
really
negative
good.
level's gone, I also have my other smite. So yeah, fine.
that's-
I'll
all
take
right,
both.
so-
Hop on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You
you
see
guys mount up on
you
the
see a
donkey.
half orc, half human, and an elf, full grown, by the way,
Which is
riding
not
on
normally seen.
Yeah,
riding
so
on a donkey.
The donkey isn't moving very fast. This isn't a war horse.
But neither is she.
You could just pursue her on foot.
We pursue
I'm wearing full armor.
You still can pursue her on.
Yes,
foot,
but we
that's
can
all
pursue her
slow
on.
You actually move at the same speed as her when you move on foot.
At some point, I see him just jump off and pass me. Fuck!
Okay.
Damn it! No, I
This
won't
is-
do that then.
Yeah.
That would,
you would. You
if
would
I know this,
Yeah,
then
you
I would
would
not cut the horse
So
free.
you
and
so
just-
you
Thank
see
you.
the two guys rip off in the
Yeah.
party.
So you guys bolt
I need
off
a
after her.
drafting.
What's everybody else doing?
I was gonna go after her as well.
Then follow
I
us.
help
We
put
ride.
out his tent
On
and
foot.
try and salvage what's left.
Okay.
Make sure Asher's okay.
Yeah, I guess.
I'll assist her with the encampment.
Okay.
Yeah,
so we
clean up the
got
encampment.
3 staying behind with Gauss
Oh no.
and 3 going.
Yeah.
Don't you know?
No.
You never split the party.
All right.
Hey.
The 3 of you, before you roll, you must declare if you're rolling by yourself or aiding. But you need to roll a perception check to keep eyes on the mist in the darkness.
Who's got the highest perception here?
All right, my perception currently
We're not with him.
Who has?
is 5.
Who has the highest cleaning skill?
Then
guys?
I will assist you.
We're assisting you.
Alright, I guess we're assisting the gunslinger.
I rolled a
I rolled a
20 for
13 on the
cleaning.
die plus 8. That's already high.
Plus a
I
natural
rolled a
20.
19 on
All right,
the
we
die.
definitely eagle eye in the sky.
Well, it's only +1 to aid.
Eagle eye in the sky.
Plus 2.
We already broke 20 off of me alone.
Okay.
Plus 2, plus 4 on the 13 is going to be a 17. Plus your 8 is going to be a 25.
Yeah.
Okay. So you follow her. How long would you follow her before you call off the pursuit?
Until daylight.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
I wanna
we're
make
following
sure
her
I'm
to
getting
her coffin, then bringing that coffin outside to
I
where
will
the
run.
sun
I
can
will
hit it.
run. I will run.
Or burning
Risk
it.
of exhaustion.
One of the
Just
two.
to- just
I'll
to
cast
get-
burning hands.
I'll do a knowledge, whatever it takes to explain to you how to actually kill a vampire.
So you can
Other
use
than
your
sunlight.
you can use your same roll from before because you had like a 23, I think.
Yeah,
So
my vampire
If-
knowledge.
yeah. So the way the vampire works is once it goes from mist form, it has to get to its coffin. It has 1 night to basically get back to its coffin. If in the course of that night it cannot get to the coffin, it is destroyed.
That's why we're running until
Right.
we
That's
see-
why we're
There
chasing
is a
it now.
very, very specific moment in time that you want to kill the vampire. Because while in mist form, if it is destroyed, all of its gear goes to the plane of shadow, where its corporeal body is. You want to wait until the mist is in the coffin and regenerating, and at the moment when it goes from mist to form the corporeal body, you perform the destruction, which is a single stake through the heart and a decapitation of the head, and that will effectively stop the vampire. Though if you reattach the head and remove the stake, they will come back.
I like how he flavored that for the Knight of Coin. Now, if you want her gear,
You would know that.
yes,
Yeah.
no, 100% makes sense.
Do we have any wooden stakes? Because we can definitely decapitate.
Of
them.
course
yeah,
we
let's
do.
find a tree branch as we go.
Dude, I have it. It's fine.
Literally a gray wasteland. No trees in sight.
Dude, what do you think keeps the tents up?
You didn't grab anything from the
We
tent
just
when you
started
left.
bolting.
You just started bolting. So unless in your bag of holding you have multiple tents or something like that,
Or javelins.
or I'd allow a javelin.
But they're in the carts.
Yeah,
By the way, how many
No.
javelins we have?
151.
Staff, walking stick.
I'm taking 10 of them.
150.
So
I
you
have
guys,
a walking stick, actually.
you have a walking stick.
Yeah.
You could make a
Because
stick out of a walking
I was
stick.
being funny and put a walking stick.
Do you
on
have?
Yeah.
Okay. The real question is, do you have
Okay,
enough
I
strength to
literally
break it
on
open?
my
Now I have
character
javelins,
sheet
so I
have
can't forget
that
to
thing
grab those.
Dylan was talking about.
But you just have stakes.
No, I have that thing Dylan was talking about.
I
tent?
fucking hate you, Tom. All right,
I
but yeah.
literally, and that other thing right
Yeah.
under it.
So you could break the end of the staff in order to form a stake.
I give it
Cool.
to him to do
Yeah.
it.
It's not gonna, because it's not a magic staff. It's not gonna do anything. But yeah.
I
Okay.
can make it a magic snack by
We can-
sniting when I put it
Listen,
to
you can
its chest.
decapitate the vampire and bury its head elsewhere. We don't care.
Yeah, or just take the head with you, so you know it never gets attached.
Yeah.
I don't have to finish that. You know
Oh, it's
exactly
like
what
a
I said.
trophy. We put
All
on
right.
our
So
mitt.
we see the vampire with that 25.
You see the cloud of mist,
Alright.
and it's just perusing its way back towards the camp.
Towards the camp,
Our camp or the camp? The
The camp.
As
The
the
one
one
6
denoted on the
days
map.
away ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
So we traveled 6 days in one night.
No,
No, we
No,
just travel
there's-
until we see
that's
gonna-
just the direction she's traveling.
Oh, the direction.
Alright.
Oh, I thought you said you went to the camp.
No.
Motherfucker.
It's just the direction she's traveling.
We're gonna keep up with her.
Hey, do you
Alright,
guys realize
so-
we're going farther than 15 miles in one night, but we can only go 15 miles in one day? This sucks.
Alright, so you guys are pursuing. You three. You've doused the tent. What are you doing?
Pack it all up.
Pack it all
Catch
up,
catch
yeah.
up with them.
So you pack everything up with
Shit.
the intent to head west to rendezvous with those three.
We have an extra cart that we can't mine.
Yeah.
We took the steed.
No, I didn't.
No, I left him.
Both carts are
Yeah.
operational.
Yeah.
Because when I remember that vampires move slower than I do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wake Gauss, fill him in quick, and tell him to go back to bed.
You can outwake the lizard.
The blizzard.
He is
Cobalt.
very much in a deep, deep, deep sleep.
It's like she charmed.
Well, that's sad. Right, I gotta keep going on.
Well,
cleaning
he can
up.
He's got a little nightcap and he's snuggled up next to his wig.
He would have his
Wonderful.
nightcap
What's
on.
that
I'm,
nightcap made?
I'm inspecting the acid burn that's on the side of my cart.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's there. It's acid. It's a burn.
Acid burn.
It's not reflux. You're good.
It's worth at least 5 gold.
You're just keeping a receipt. Of like,
Yeah.
No, we always put the
Well, they set my here. Let me.
All right. So are you're breaking camp hastily?
Yeah,
Okay.
to catch up with them.
So
5 gold
Oh, well,
for
that's-
the cart.
Man, I ain't grabbing they
I
would
don't
need-
think we should move.
Screw them.
2 gold for the
Should
tent.
just keep the camp.
Yeah, well, I think we should stay here because if we take that stuff back to camp, we're only putting ourselves in more danger.
We don't know
Right.
that. We just know they're heading that direction.
yeah, you're 6 days out from that.
Yeah.
Right. But this happened to follow us. So
That's
what
true.
else is out there?
Again,
Stuff.
that's what she told you.
Fair point.
Yeah.
She could have a lair out here and just noticed you passing.
She could.
Well, there's also other undead walking around. I'd rather have somewhere.
I think she summoned him.
Do we want to keep this
Right,
encampment
but-
here and then come back to it?
I wouldn't.
Grendir
There.
We're not
would
there.
take a 0 on the intelligence check and say that is a terrible idea because you would leave the donkeys defenseless.
They're like level 5 fighters at this point. They're
No,
fine.
they're like level
They're not
1/2
war
donkeys.
How-
I think we
can we
should treat
level
this
them
the
up
same as
somehow?
when
Although
Do you
I'm not
wanna
gonna
split
lie,
XP
I wish
with
we
them?
had war
Rainier
donkeys,
and
Would it?
You
three of
and
us
It would
when
slow
you
down your
guys
progression.
stayed there.
but it would increase
They're
theirs.
gonna come back and live for us at some point.
Hey,
Hopefully.
or we could wait Gauss, have him watch the donkeys while we go and deal this.
That's
Do you
what he was
trust Gauss
supposed
with
to be
every bit of
doing.
our supplies?
He hasn't screwed us over yet.
Do you think Gauss can defend both donkeys against a horde of zombies?
Yeah, he's done it before, I'm sure.
No,
Yeah, he can
no,
actually
no.
dead this.
Yeah, if
No.
you
I
guys-
don't know.
No,
if he wants to say
no,
the camp
this is
split,
a 2 versus 1 vote.
Because once
here,
again,
buddy.
Dylan
You're
would
welcome
never
to
kill
pursue
a
them
character
and
when they're
leave.
not here.
Yeah,
The
you
two of
can.
them.
I'm staying. Like,
I'm gonna
This-
metagame
I
in
s-
plot armor. You'd never kill a character when they aren't here.
it's not-
Challenge accepted. I mean, I killed the Raven when the Raven wasn't at the table.
Very
But
true.
Steve was, and he plays the Raven.
Yeah, but he has a little Raven mini figure,
It's under the table right there.
and it should be on the table.
I have 3 of them. There's one over there, there's one over there, and there's one over there.
Alright, what are you doing?
I'm making a perception check to like look
Well, that
around
one's
as-
lying down on its
as-
side now.
As we
So
finish
that's the most
breaking camp.
realistic.
That's
Okay.
that one.
There was fire and a lot of explosions,
20.
so
It might have drawn attention.
Yeah, you have definitely drawn attention. That shambling in the distance that several of you have seen has gotten closer, but it has kind of returned to an aimless shamble. But there are dozens of walkers out there,
We don't.
zombies. You don't know what they are. You just see movement in the distance.
So we're just gonna stay here and wait for them, or would you wanna? I mean, if we start
I
catching up
feel
with the
like
pirates,
that's the best idea. But
Alright, I got an
if
idea
you
then.
guys don't agree,
I'm gonna bust open a sun rod and throw it in the distance. See if any converge onto the light. Because I don't know. I don't know if I would know if how undead actually perceive.
You actually notice almost instantly the opposite.
They
They seem to be moving away from the light, and they tend to navigate towards darkness.
do I see that?
Yeah,
interesting.
it's
I'm
an
going
interesting
Is it
observation.
to use the light Orson,
Yeah,
and I'm just I can attach that to anything. Correct?
you can, but you can only have one light active at a time.
Oh, darn.
Did you want a sun rod? I have 8 more.
I could, I was gonna like do it to like the donkey's nose and like.
When you cast it on an animal, you blind them, I think, because
Oh, really?
yeah, it's like you. Nah, we'll have
Does
to.
this emulate sunlight?
Wow.
No, it doesn't.
Alright.
Well, then I
it's
just
regular-
cast
it's
it
just
on-
torchlight. You could cast it on the tent, and the whole tent would emulate torchlight.
Oh, that's just great. Or the cart.
Now, she's trying to make a point.
it's not light; it's sunlight that they're aversion to. So that's why the sun rod works.
Sunrod?
Sunrod is not sunlight. That's just the name of the item.
It's basically
Oh, so
a flare.
is it-
Yeah, it's basically just a flare. So, second thing, the ones that are out
Mhm.
are averted to it.
The
There
weaker
may be
ones.
other sentient ones like a vampire nearby that would be drawn to it.
Well, don't worry. She's a cloud mist for him. We'll guard the camp. Let them go chase the mist.
Okay, so are you throwing out additional sunrights to deter them from coming into the camp?
I think we should hold on to
you're
them and
right,
just wait
sorry.
until we need
Just
to use
keep the
them.
one out because it burns like I think for 6 hours or some shit. So,
Mhm.
and I'll leave the one. I have more in case, but I'll leave just the one. And
Okay, how long would you wait until you began to pursue them or move on?
I mean, if they don't come back
If we
by
don't come
dawn,
back by
that's
dawn,
usually
I feel
not
like they
good.
leave.
Well, they'll
That's
probably
in
chase it
mid-afternoon
till
even.
dawn.
Yeah.
Imagine
It's gonna
to
take
see
us a walk
where,
back
like,
if we get
see
there.
if
We're not
they
back in
gets
5
caught
minutes,
in
just
the
wait
light or
longer.
not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you're
we'd
there.
have to wait like an
So
hour after
how
dawn.
long till dawn?
Turn
Roll
down
survival.
Well, I mean, let's be honest here. We know they're going to at least. We can always meet up with them later if they have to.
It's very true. But we'd be crippled.
Oh, agreed. But so would they. That's
About 4 hours. You're fairly certain it's going to be in about 4 hours.
cool. So we're
So
only.
do we want to wait 8 hours? Actually, you
8 hours would be, 4 hours until dawn, 4 hours for them to get back.
Because we'd have to wait enough time for them
let's
to
at least
walk
wait
back.
till dawn and see what's going on.
And then you would set out in late morning.
who's
Yeah,
got
Because dawn's
a
probably around 7.
message?
well, you see
Does he
the
have
wand
that?
of sending. It's otherwise in
Actually-
one of their hands.
Yeah.
I have it.
No, he gave it back.
Oh,
Yeah.
Are you with them or are you with us?
Yeah.
He has wand of sending.
So they can communicate with you. And then if they initiate communication, you can reply.
I should have. I have a spell that would have been great for this exact.
Okay.
occasion.
You can always try
Back
to.
to you 3. You pursue the mist
That's a touch spell.
for what feels
I
like a
can
long time.
Tell the condition and location.
As you
of allies.
move, you're all moving on foot.
It's not- I think
You
it's like-
realize that you've had to form an impromptu marching order. The paladin in the front, followed by the wizard, followed by Yawa. This is for two main reasons. You're a human, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you can barely see. The two of you can see fairly well, but the number of aimless zombies has dramatically increased. So as you're moving, the paladin is basically machete through jungle, cutting a path so that you guys can move unhindered. They're not so closely packed that they're a swarm, but they've gone from maybe 1 in a few hundred square feet to 30 in 100 square feet.
How far
So-
have we gone?
You've been moving for hours.
So no.
You would need to
no-
roll a survival check in order to get the exact distance.
I can do that.
Okay.
Lost forever. I rolled an 11
Total?
total because I have a plus. I rolled a 4 and I have a +7 to survival.
Okay. You feel you've been moving for a few hours.
All right, that's fair.
Is that 3?
A few. He doesn't know. But
I'm just guesstimating.
yeah.
I could have been like, I don't know, 4 hours.
Well, if it's 4 hours, it's daylight.
Well,
Yeah.
that's kind of like an
You can see
estimation.
the effect of sun
I see
coming
it-
up
I see
over
blue on the
behind
horizon.
you, back along the east horizon.
All right. Has the vampire changed their direction at all?
There were a few times where it changed direction, but
Just
you
trying
continued to
lose
pursue it.
us? Okay.
Okay. You eventually find there's an old abandoned shack that it is moving into. And as you get closer, you can see that there's a dozen or so zombies out here, but they're not
Quick work.
It's quick work, and because there's nobody rebuking them right now
I want to.
or dominating them, they're aimless.
What's the shack made out of?
Old decrepit wood?
Well, it's perfectly okay if we don't have that stake.
We can move faster than that mist, right?
You two can. He cannot.
All right. I want to run up ahead as soon as I see that there's a building that we're basically going
You
towards.
can't see.
Well, it's getting late.
Yeah,
You-
can't see.
you-
I have to relay this
I'll
information.
take out one of the wands and I'll cast light on the top of it, so that way I have.
Yeah,
a way
you
to
have a
see.
source of light.
Yeah.
So you would see the outlying shape of the building once you got within about 200 feet from it, but you wouldn't actually be able to make out any kind of detail in it until you got within the 60-foot torchlight. So
Okay.
that's low light out to 60 feet. Very, very vague details. Once you come within 20 feet, you would be able to make out normal
Right.
perception.
Well, we want to keep it in there. We want to basically stake it and all that. I know.
We
this-
want to get.
I'm
this
gonna
done as
send a
quickly as
message
possible.
to Van.
Okay? Sending or message?
Sending.
Okay? Just because they're two different spells.
Yeah. Message is only 100 feet within
Yeah.
me. And
Boy, I wish we had
Well,
body.
that's why I was going to be you would expend spell and then realize your target's not within distance. But
Protection from evil.
Well,
That would be real nice right now.
yes, it would.
I'm going to switch from my musket to my.
Wish you guys
curveball,
would've
and
told me
douse
what it's
it
casted.
What do you send?
in Holy ball.
Okay.
So we've been walking for the past 3 hours, I think.
Since we left.
Since
I'm
we
count-
left.
I'm counting that.
Since we left.
Made a couple turns.
Both the wrong word and the correct word in there.
100%.
All right, then you have 3 more words. Make them count.
Be bad suit.
I think that.
And
That's it.
And you keep talking.
Oh yeah, I'm still going. I think that, and I'm counting in my head as I go, and I think that, and I send another one to just keep it going.
All right.
Oh, okay.
All right, write down
We
the
found a
card.
shack, and I think that's where. Keep counting. We found a shack. I think that's where its thing is. If you guys want to go ahead and get your shit together. And
Why the fuck are we letting Steve do this?
Because he's
That's
the
an
only one that
excellent
has.
one.
All right.
And he can activate it without fail.
I'm gonna try to respond before I get more.
as
can
okay, I'll
activate
keep
it.
6.
Sure, yeah. So
No, don't keep 6. Keep write down 5, boy. You
I haven't
used
used
to.
my next
Go
one.
ahead.
I've already that was the.
No, you used
What
the
are you-
actual
what are you
one that
responding?
goes to
I had
was at
8.
7.
Alec
So
just
that's-
contacted me.
No, it's
They
9.
take some turns.
Because
They're
I'm
at a
gonna
shack.
My shit. I got you.
Must be the vampires there.
I guess I don't know. I don't know what direction. I'm not sure where.
Can you communicate
Uh,
with
Well,
him?
at least they're
Oh,
still
he's
alive.
probably hearing this. Alec, send us a signal to where you're at. Between both messages.
Oh God, he's
Okay.
gonna send a firework up in the air, isn't he? Says, everybody, we're here.
Pyrotechnics.
What's the range on pyrotechnics? Because if it's a close spell, it's probably not going to get high enough in order to signal any kind of.
You might hear that. Or if it's just light though.
I mean, if it's 120 feet, you can distinguish
I
stuff.
mean, if you shoot your
from
gun, that
100.
should be loud enough.
Well,
right?
they've been moving for hours.
It would be loud enough, but it wouldn't be able to see where it's
You know what
coming
you
from.
could do as a DM boon? Cast light on one of his musket balls and then have him shoot it up.
I mean, I was
With that-
just about to say that.
That's a great idea.
Pretty badass, actually.
Yeah,
Would that
because you would definitely see that.
A makeshift flare.
Yeah,
We'll do that.
Makeshift flare.
that
All
would
right.
be
Do that?
traveling too
All right,
fast
so
for
mark
us to
one,
see.
another one of your ammo's down.
I can keep
It'll
track.
eventually come back
Oh no!
down.
You know what my
And-
favorite thing is when they look up and go, weird. All right, where are you?
So you guys would see that not necessarily in the direction she came from, but actually more like over here. You see a flare come up in the
Like in
night
the-
sky,
I thought I was in here.
not from 3 miles
I was
away.
about to say, yeah,
Oh,
that's
it sounds like a pop.
That's a fair. That's a little bit of a distance, but I
She
that's,
might have heard it.
that's where they're at. I
Yeah.
guess we should head in
I
that
heard
direction now.
Asher would have heard it.
Yeah, that's true.
For sure.
I sure would have heard it.
Actually, Asher could also check them by scent, probably.
Leave me out of this.
Everything smells like undead.
Start clearing out the zombies while we're waiting for them to show up.
I mean, we can
Oh
take care of this
yeah,
probably
there's
now.
the zombies aren't actively trying to kill you because there's nobody guiding them.
Yeah,
so
I-
the ones that shamble within 10 feet.
At
they're
this
like,
point, we would have
"Argh."
packed up, right?
Also,
Yeah, it was
I've
back.
got clock ticking on my holy
Do you
bomb
still want?
curve blade,
Do you guys
so.
just want to go?
So
Yeah, they're
Don't
You
worry,
guys-
I've got 2 extra.
So you guys go inside. You can see the mist basically go through the floorboards and down, and you can see through the decrepit floor that there's a cellar down there.
Okay.
You easily basically rip up the old planks between your strength, and
They didn't
you manage to you can climb down
They didn't
there,
say
and you
that.
can see there is a very
Yeah, they
decrepit
need us all.
old coffin that the mist begins to form into.
Wait.
All right.
Wait.
Using my previous
Wait.
knowledge, vampire, would I know how long it takes them to go from mist to corporeal?
About 1 minute, no, 1 hour
After resting in there.
from negative to 0. So if she was at -7, it'd take her 7 hours.
So I'd have to roll a heal check to see what she was negative to, wouldn't I?
Yes, and you'd be trying to recall that based off of the fight because there's no way
Yeah.
to assess her damage
The
while she's in
damage
this
taken
form.
plus the 3 hours she's been traveling. She gets 1 hit point back each for those.
No, she only starts regenerating once she gets to her coffin.
All right, we might not get the loot, guys, but we could kill her in a couple hours.
That's fine.
Or we could drag this coffin outside, kick the top off, and wait for fun to ensue. Because she's not going to be corporeal in time.
Can how does this coffin look heavy?
So you would know that now that she's made it back to her coffin and has come inside, the not getting back before dawn clause has been met. So she, regardless of where the coffin goes, will begin regenerating. If, while in mist form, the sunlight hits her, she'll be destroyed, and her gear left on the plane of shadow, or the plane
Yeah.
of undeath.
Yeah.
So if you wait her while she's reforming
You
in
know
the
what?
coffin
I never
inside,
heard that the coffin needs to be closed.
it doesn't.
So I kicked that lid off.
Okay, so you can
And we
see
wait
you
for
can
it to
see the
become
mist
warm.
very clearly, thick, swarming inside the wooden box. What little bit of since your focus is mostly on like economic backgrounds, you did dabble in a little bit of religion to pick up on undead traits and vampires being pseudo popular.
I became a knight of coin when the Twilight books came out.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright.
So typically a coffin is lavish, and it's among the undead a symbol of status, and this is like
This one broke.
this is a derelict
This is a hand-me-down
coffin.
for
Yeah,
generations.
so she is very clearly a loner. She is not part of any coven. She's not part of any faction or group. She's out here by herself.
Yeah. When she recorporealized, she's gonna be like, "You guys got any more than this?"
Yeah, basically, like, you guys have probably been the first thing she's eaten in a while.
So has she?
But doesn't mean she doesn't have stuff worth money. Just nothing that would be useful to
Has
a
she
family.
noticed that he just pried open the letter? with
She's
all-
not aware of her surroundings well.
If you don't have eyes, you can't see.
Fair enough.
She has a vague sense of
Sense,
what's
okay.
around her, but it's not like she knows there's a paladin, a gunsmith, a gunslinger, and a wizard standing over her.
I do have a question. Can you destroy the coffin before she gets in it? And
You're
would
too
that
far away to
generate-
do this.
Yes, you can destroy the coffin, and that is basically to trigger the can't get back to the coffin clause, which would kill her in some night.
What if they did it right now?
She would
Then
lose
She
all
already
her
made
gear
it.
when the sunlight
She's
hit her.
that's
smoky
actually
body.
kind of a weird situation. I would rule it as destroyed in the spot because she needs to regenerate in her coffin. If the coffin's destroyed, like set on fire or something like that, she would have nowhere to regen and would basically just like dissipate into the plane of shadow or the plane negative energy plane, whichever one she calls home.
But I
So-
do believe that Dylan's stating she is a broke-ass vampire, trying to initiate the let's just destroy the coffin and leave.
No, you are more than welcome to wait. Like I'm
Just
not
let's say-
I'm not having another encounter of just 3 hit die zombies wander in on a paladin. Like you just
I want to wait.
I
another.
was about to say.
Say
do you-
what? Channel
Another.
my divinity? Okay.
I got one greedy kid that wants to wait. Do you want to wait as well?
I'm a knight of coin, dude.
So
this
you wanna
wealth
wait.
should be redistributed to the
So
people.
in other words, we have 3 greedy people that are more than happy to wait and
Okay.
give her the Brooklyn.
So
We gotta wait
So-
for it to come
in the
I like
amount of
that.
time that you wait,
Give her the Brooklyn.
you 3 have packed up camp and you've started coming in order to find them down. So similar
Bite the coffin.
to what they had to go through, you have you're manning one cart, you're manning another cart with Asher, and you're basically having to cleave your way through zombies that shamble too close to the carts and to the donkeys.
And you notice that there's a pile of
And-
straight
yeah, and
line
actually
already
after-
Yeah,
caved
you follow the
in.
breadcrumbs.
Yeah, after a while you do realize like, yep, there's a dead zombie. It's very clearly got, the his sword, wound through it. They probably came this
This
way.
is the way they've gone.
Right. So it takes you a little while, but after about 4 hours, because
It's
you
daylight
wander
now.
a little bit based off, you're not actually following anything. The signal went off, and it's like you kind of wander.
We had the direction, and
Yeah.
eventually we found the path of decapitated undead.
Yeah. You all regroup. You're at the shack.
Well,
I have
At that point,
by
she
that
has
time.
not fully regenerated, but they show up.
I'm still just waiting for her to
How much?
change.
How many? Okay, so
It's 1 hour per hit point.
we're hit per hit point.
Yeah.
And
So
so
if
it's
hypothetically,
already-
if she was at -10, you would have to wait 10 hours. So
It's
this is
already been
that's
3.
that's the thing that's built in. So normally it's not that easy to just follow them back to their coffin because in a castle or something they can like move through the cracks.
I
right?
understand that, but I'm just like, I couldn't have done that much damage to her to kill her, right?
No, it shouldn't be.
You're
that
not
much.
factoring in DR because you guys you didn't have magic silvered weapons.
Mine
And
has
really-
yeah,
the only-
no. So I'm saying that we shouldn't have to wait that long, right?
Yeah, but we got her down pretty far.
Only
before we
the-
shot
the-
her.
Hey, here's an idea.
We're all
I'll roll a heal check to see how long this might take.
All right,
Just-
go ahead.
Doesn't matter what I roll. Just give me a time frame. I don't care if it's real or not. 7, and with my heal, 8, 9, 10, 11.
17.
Okay, so
24.
you all put your collective heads together.
All right, how much did you do?
Yeah,
I
you
got
start
17.
mathing it out, math hammering, and now, from right now, she needs another 3 hours,
Okay.
and at that point, you can do the stake decapitation.
Okay.
Could I
Works for
just
us.
fill her coffin with holy water as soon as she reforms? It would just. And
I
leave
want
everything
this
else
one.
behind?
I want to add Vampire Hunter
You
to
could.
my titles.
But that's not going to perma kill her, because what would happen is she would be acidified by the
Re-misted.
holy water, misted, and just remain in the coffin until the holy water evaporated or something happened.
Yeah, we got
Okay.
through this whole process again.
I would love to do this because I want to add Vampire Hunter to my titles.
While we're waiting, we have just hours just chilling. I'm going to be getting back spell levels.
That's smart.
We have a shack, so we can hang out.
Yeah, we are inside of a structure right now.
Yeah, we can rest.
A derelict structure, but yes. The
More
zombies
walls
can't
than
come
we
through the
had
walls.
6 hours ago.
We have a cellar.
Is Gallus back
I
awake?
need to roll a
No.
5 or
Darn,
higher.
I was gonna say guard the donkeys. but I guess
Well,
that's-
I mean, the shack is big enough for you to just bring the donkeys in
Oh, cool.
with wagon and everything, and then have somebody guard the door.
I know what kind of shack this is.
Alright, I got all my spells.
This
Well,
is a
then,
love
let's
shack.
just wait and get the decapitator, and then we'll visit.
So,
Spells and that one.
okay, so you would know that if you exposed her to direct daylight, like with sunburst or sunbeam, she could be destroyed. If you managed to capture her in such a way that she couldn't force herself into the willing mist form and exposed her to sunlight, she could be destroyed that way.
You can just destroy
If you had a disrupting weapon that adds the like destroyed condition to undead, that bypasses the special conditions as well.
Yeah. If I drilled a hole from the eastern wall in through the floor that pointed straight onto the coffin when the sun came up and just hit straight out to the coffin.
You could, yeah.
We also have a large
We have 3 hours to plan an evil
Yeah,
attack.
yeah, but the thing that I'm getting at is certain things like filling the coffin with holy water, or anything that dousing your weapons in holy water and then just beating the shit out of her again. Like, yes, that will cause her to go back into her mist form, but that doesn't actually destroy the undead.
Yeah, we'd have to kill the coffin to kill her once she's in the mist form, and then we lose the equipment, and we're greedy bitches. So
Yeah, we're gonna get
This
We're
is
gonna
happening.
decapitate and stake the bitch.
Yeah. So after those hours go by, everybody's ready. She's not conscious at that point, but she would begin regenerating at her normal fast healing until she was back to full, and then she would wake up. So there's just a few rounds of actions you have,
Yeah.
but with everyone's teamwork, you stake the heart and decapitate her, and since she's in her coffin, that ends the regeneration cycle. You now have a vampire head.
Huzzah!
Does she bleed?
She does not bleed.
So what do
I'm
we want to
gonna
do with
say
this?
with 100% certainty that Gauss will want that.
and I
We
will bring
can't-
it to Gauss. But first, I would
You
like to give it
snuggle
to
with
these
these
two
sleeping.
because
Yeah,
she was a
these new teddy bears.
spellcaster.
She has no blood.
You need any vampire birds?
Nothing I can think of.
If you
Now-
Loot the body then.
All right, she has
Good.
some interesting accoutrement. She has a ring,
A ring, you say?
a cloak,
A cloak.
and a bag.
Oh shit, a bag.
I would like to see this cloak.
Okay.
I like to look at the back.
You can roll
Bag.
spellcraft to determine its function, but it is magic. Those 3 things detect as magic.
So I do know it's magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cast identify on the cloak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
You
fucking-
can wait
I'm
for me
being
to
a dick.
fucking roll. Yeah.
I was waiting for you to roll. I just wanted
So-
to be a dick. I'm not being serious. I just wanted to see what you'd say.
Spellcraft, you said?
Yeah.
That is intelligence based. That is 20.
All right. This is a cloak of resistance +2.
I slapped that bitch on so fast you had space.
Okay. So
Add it to your inventory.
you get +2 to your saving throws.
Yes, I do.
I guess the ring. Can you look at this?
You didn't cast identify on it.
I hold it while you cast identify.
Okay. That is a ring of protection +1. While
You know,
wear
for
it,
all
you have a
these protection
+1.
items, she went down pretty easy.
I mean, she had a 23 AC, naked.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
So while wearing it, you have a +1 deflection bonus to your armor class.
Okay.
But,
You taking that?
What about the bag?
I hold it. I'm gonna wait for him to identify the bag.
The bag is a bag of holding type 3.
Oh damn.
That's a big one.
That is a fair.
Hey, wait, there might be stuff in that
Is
bag.
there stuff? Yeah, I'm gonna.
I would like
Empty
to
it
look.
out.
Oh.
Okay, so when you go to empty it out, there are several rare spell components that kind of empty out onto the
This was her
floor.
spell bag.
So this is what she was kind of using to store stuff.
She should have took a skew material.
Oh, actually, no, this will be on here. Go ahead.
All right, there are 3 black pearls, each worth 500 gold.
I think we'll just call them pearls.
It's for Circle of Death.
We don't want to get canceled.
And then?
Okay.
Are you noting those, or are you
I
noting
was-
those?
We both are.
I'm half asleep.
Yeah, the spellcasters are writing it down.
Put down rare spell components because you're always going to
I
use
have
that.
components written down right
We
now.
have gems for sale, so I'm just going to add it to that list. So
Okay.
Okay.
continue.
We already have some black pearls, I think.
Yeah, which
You find diamond dust worth 100 gold, which you need for some abjuration spells.
I just want a sword.
I like bags.
Okay.
Bags are nice.
You find ruby
You can put
dust
people in those,
worth
right?
500 gold.
You can put people in those, right?
Ruby dust.
Okay.
Dead people, yes, but not living.
Can't you?
And those would be the only components she has. So a bunch of dust and a couple gems fall out. She also has a couple of potions that you could easily identify.
Oh, that's easy. I can do that.
Yeah. So she has 7 potions of inflict moderate,
Ooh.
Nice.
her healing potions.
I mean, that makes sense.
I mean, they have to be drank, but like you can't just smash that over somebody that would do damage.
So
Well,
label
if
them
we-
healing potions. Put them next to our healing potions. Trick people.
yeah,
And then. That it.
yeah.
Okay.
But the bag of holding type 3 in itself.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right. Who's taking the ring?
My recommendation would be
I don't have a
Grenadier,
ring.
because
You
he's
have
going to
a-
be front line near the paladin.
You can't wear 2 rings of protection, can you?
Correct. They do not stack.
Yeah.
But he
Sure
could
is
take
he?
off the +1.
17.
Put on the
Jesus
+2.
Christ, how I have a higher
It's a
AC
+1
than you?
ring.
Because you're allowed to add your dex. Or
This is
not.
very true. Oh, here.
The only
So what
bonus
is
to
it?
RAC is armor.
+1 to AC. It's a deflection bonus.
So who's gonna be the other pack mule for that bag of holding? I assume you.
Why do I have one? I
Does
already have my
anybody
own.
else want the cloak before I keep it?
I think you should take it.
If no one wants to take the bag of holding, I'll take it.
That's perfectly fine. You need somewhere to keep your ammo.
Sure.
You can
Gotta
start
get back
stockpiling.
What is the carrying limit for bag of holding?
Because we could put all those extra weapons and armor and shit
That's
that
what I
were
was thinking.
make the cart a little less.
He just
desirable.
wants all the loot. Kill him!
I think it's 2,500.
Bag of holding type 3. The bag weighs 35 pounds.
That already lightens my load because my backpack and all my stuff weighs more than that.
Yeah.
But how much can it hold?
1,000 pounds.
Alright, that's pretty good.
Or up to 150 cubic feet. It has a market price of 7,400 gold.
I immediately shove all of the. How many items do we have in the cart that were cumbersome?
Swords, shields, armor.
We got 30,
well over 1,000 pounds.
30 pieces of chainmail, 20 short swords,
That's
some
30
blackened
pieces of chainmail will be over
breastplates.
1,000 pounds.
We got the javelins, a long sword, a large steel shield.
I have
think
the longsword actually.
Just by like
So
dimensions,
plus one longsword?
that would already.
Yeah.
break
Remember, I told you I was taking the
50
longsword.
cubic feet?
That was another one.
That ain't
Yeah,
falling
I even
back.
wrote on my
Most of
character
that
sheet.
stuff's
Longsword.
flat.
Yeah, but it lengths.
Noted. That.
Yeah.
Cubic feet.
100 cubic
Unless,
feet is
oh
like
wait,
this.
unless
I
it was
wouldn't be
this
able to
list's
use-
longsword.
A falchion.
If not, I'd
shield.
rather
Let's
roll
go by
one
10 by
time.
10.
About half this room.
Yeah,
Oh,
take the
maybe.
plus one.
I'll take the plus one longsword.
Half this room would be
And just
about
keep
30.
it for.
We'll
Backup
still
on
be
the
pushing
check.
weight limits at
Yeah,
that point.
well, I'm gonna get it silvered and enchanted.
Either way-
for- don't need it all the time.
The cart just of all that shit now.
Well, no,
And
I
then we'll
mean,
empty it out later when we get the chance. to.
I
Well,
hate
I'll
to
up
say
your
it.
travel speed because you reduce the weight on the
Wait,
cart
so
significantly.
we can actually just ride in the carts now again.
Yeah, well, that would put your travel speed back where it was, but
I mean that's fine, but we
Oh,
can.
but you could,
sit-
yeah. I'll say you can go from 20 miles a day to 25.
Actually, I suggest we should probably rest, use the shack to our advantage, and then we'll get up later in the day, do some travel. We'll be a little more alert at night since that's really when the threats are coming out. And then once we get to it out of this area, we can go back to resting normally.
I guess we could just maintain this travel,
Yeah. So
this
4
type of
times 3
travel
is
where
12.
we get
Just
up
the chain
midday
that
and then
would
travel
back.
throughout the night,
40 pounds each.
and then
So you
start
adjust,
times three is
adjust your
12,
travel
that's
schedule to be
1,200
aware
pounds,
of the
if my math
enemy.
is correct.
Yeah, because it's just safer.
And that
that
thing
way.
could only hold 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, they would only hold
I'm
the
trying
chainmail.
to, I'm trying to explain the armor, the chainmail, the javelins, all added together. One of those sets might, like one of those full plate mail, one of the full plate armors, are gonna take
Oh, we don't
up the
have full
entire weight
plates.
process of that.
We had
bag.
some breastplate, but the
There's no way.
chainmail.
1,000 pounds? Oh
That-
wait, no,
that
no,
would mean
no.
a knight could
all of
not-
our armor.
Yeah,
All of the plate
Yeah,
now we
question.
have, like all of the
What are
chain
those,
mail. We have 30 pieces of
what's the
chain.
AC
I can
right?
I can give you the weight of those items.
Well, no,
Yes.
I have it right here. Chainmail
Do you have
shirt
the AC for
cost,
this?
weighs
Would it be
40
better to
pounds,
split
and
that?
if we have 30, that's 1,200 pounds. My math is correct.
30 times 40, yeah.
Yeah. So all the chainmail would not be able to go into the bag.
Can we fit
I
all-
recommend
fit
the
all the
most
swords and then the
expensive
breastplates?
and like I would recommend all the food, all the water, and all of the gems that are worth a lot of money should probably go into there. But do we really care about the plate mail we scavenged
We could put at least the weapons. All right.
Well-
as much?
I mean, so when you guys get to Elise, you'll be able to basically set up shop as merchants, as maybe a cover story if you want. You could definitely be just like, yeah, we're a band of armor merchants. This is the stuff we have to sell right now.
I mean, I do have craft armor.
That's
but-
fine.
we could put some of it in there. All right.
Yeah.
Grandier, what do you want to ask me?
Do we have any better armor than split mail?
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
breastplates.
Yeah.
We have full
We
plate
have
armor,
chain
dude.
shirts.
I don't believe I've given you a full plate.
We have.
No.
Could he cobble up a full plate set amongst all the stuff that he has? Oh,
I don't even think you have half plate.
Is that a +2? Block and breastplate?
We have a +2 blackened breastplate, but
I thought we
that's
sold
not
it.
going to
No,
be
no.
as good
We
because that's
have-
not a full armor.
We have 2 +1 blackened breastplates.
Yeah, we got those at the very beginning. When
They'll
we,
give you a stealth bonus, but they're not going to be as protected as full plate.
Yeah, because we don't have
Yeah,
dex
it's
bonuses.
+6 for the split
All right,
mail.
what do you have right now?
Split mail?
It's going to be the same thing. Split mail is +7. A breastplate by itself is +6. +1.
Oh, it's plus. Okay, cool. So I had it as +6, so I get one more anyway.
No, split mail is +7.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So
But this also gives you the boost for your stealth if you take the blackened breastplate.
Stealth is not the way of tier.
Yeah, let me be honest. A lot of the time, we are not going to be stealthing.
Well, here's the easiest way. What's your current dex bonus?
0.
Yeah, there you go.
Here's the other question: are you two-handing a weapon, or are you one-handing a weapon?
Two-handing is great
Two-handing
sword.
of a great sword.
Never mind then, because the +1 large steel shield could have been.
I know. I need to. Can I take a feat later on to hold one? a
Well, here's the
two-handed
thing:
with one
is
hand?
you can get a
I think it's called
buckler.
monkey's grip or something like that, but you take a lot
Oh,
of
Dylan
penalties.
allows us to wear bucklers on our arms. for
No,
attack
a
defense.
buckler is just a. I don't allow
Yeah.
it to you. It's an actual thing. It's just a +1 shield bonus.
Yeah,
But
which would give you a +1 shield bonus and still allow you to grip your sword.
yeah, I just ignore the because I shift the shield table in favor of the tower shield. I get rid of the attack penalty for wearing a buckler because normally if you have a buckler, you have a -2 to attack.
Yeah, but he gets
So-
rid of that.
We're
So you
having
can get a
bucklers.
buckler and increase your AC by 1.
I aesthetically just
That'd
wear
be good.
mine on my shoulder, like, because my character wears.
That would be there
samurai
for 20. That'd be
plate
nice.
set.
So, in the least, we need to get a buckler for myself.
We have like the same AC,
Hmm.
and I'm wearing full plate.
Yeah, but I think you're also two-handing a weapon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you went with the shield, you would be 21 or 20.
I'm not sure how much is the shield bonus.
Usually 2 or 3
It-
for the
it's-
heavy steel shield.
Yeah, well, right now I'm 19, so if I had a thing,
Yeah, the buckler.
it'd be the buckler would be 20.
Yeah,
The
light
full
shield
would be
2.
21.
Heavy shield is 3.
Yeah,
All right.
but that would require me to switch to a longsword, which would decrease my damage.
But yes, I think we should rest here.
No, babe.
Recharge. We'll proceed out in the afternoon to get some rest, and then we can then proceed back towards Elise.
Yep. Sounds great.
That's a great place to call it because we are well over an hour.
Sorry.
Huzzah!
Dreaming?
Unless there's anything
We'll do
else
next week.
Okay.
we want to
Yeah,
add
we'll do next
in XP, anything
We'll,
like that.
we'll pick up. We'll pick up here next week.
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.